play this matchup right now.
I feel that you know, you're completely right with that. And now with parting, what do? You'd have to change everything up. If you play a very similar style now, I don't think it really works. Just the way that Solar constructed everything he was doing was perfect for the very low lack of mobility Protoss army, the disruptor style. We need to see something different, very different. I don't think he can do the same. Imagine if the harass didn't happen. I still don't think it would have mattered that much.
No, because, I mean, the investment they put into it, while it's just an Overlord and the upgrade and the Evo chamber, that's still money that could have been pumped into his economy, and he just knows how to transition very easily. Like, it looks seamless. He just made enough roaches with the speed just to put on a little bit of pressure. No intention of ever making a lot of roaches unless he saw something that meant that he had to, which he saw the disruptors, so it's like, well, I'm not going to make any more roaches, I'm just going to make a ton of muta with a way better economy, and absolutely murdered parting that first game.
He did, he looked absolutely fantastic. And now
Dawn of War 3 would be really cool.
Solar, as we get closer towards finding which player will move through the winner bracket, and it's kind of simple when you're in the winner bracket. You don't have that many games to play. You've got this one, and you have one more final, winner bracket final, and then the grand final tomorrow. So just 3 games if you're in the winner bracket.
Looks like no one's talked about it since like 2013 though, 2011.
TY tomorrow.
Not an easy opponent to face in the loser bracket, and TY can't be looking forward to playing inside either.
Yeah, they're not calling it Dawn of War. Dawn of War 3. I think Dawn of War 3 is Dawn of War Total War.
Probably. If it's called Dawn of War, then yeah.
Yeah, it's just called Dawn of War Total War.
Nice.
It's not looking like how they were talking about how it was supposed to be. These pictures look like shit.
Well, the game's still highly in development at this point.
There's supposed to be interplanetary fighting.
Huh.
Like you command like entire fucking fleets like at once. Like you don't just control a little group of the hive. You control like an entire fucking tendril. Like
that would be insane.
What?
That's so complex.
Yeah, it's gonna be for Koreans, no doubt, but still, it's still fucking gonna be
cool.
I mean, yeah. I don't think we're gonna be able to play something like that.
This planet is theirs.
Because if it really does come out in that complexity, it's gonna take a CPU. It's gonna take a bad to the bone quad-core CPU.
You know you're about to see a shitty. You're about to have a shitty rest of your day when you look up and the sky is black and it's not because of clouds.
Yeah. It'll never be good.
When you look up and there's so many Tyranids in the sky that it blotches out the stars.
Even if it's not just Tyranids, it could be a bunch of different shit, and it's just not good.
Yeah, that amount of anything is never good, but it being Tyranids,
it's like, could just be exterminatus. We would be one of those planets too, that if like the tendril was on its way here, they just be like, well, that planet right there has a lot of biolife. Exterminatus. Cut it off.
Can we just blow up planets? Is that good?
Yes, it's the only way to beat it.
Seeing as how it's the only way to stop the Tyranids is by cutting off their food supply, yeah, sadly, I'm gonna have to go with, we're gonna need to do that.
No, not really. He's got to wait till the pylon has been.
Guess what, guys? The Necrons and the Tyranids are now one.
This is
what?
The top 3.
Yep.
In this tournament, that is definitely where you want to be.
They pay to the machine god, or they get tricked by the machine god.
Yes. And then it goes up to the top.
Oh god damn it!
First place is 20.
Turns out they actually tricked the machine god, and one of the parasites from the Tyranids went inside of him and corrupted him. So they are still Necrons, but they're not like
Yeah, so far,
Fuck.
2 adepts on the field.
So what?
At
They're
least
just like
before he
consuming and
played defensive,
adapting, and they're like got like
he
monoliths.
was overlord
Yes.
drop. So far,
Yeah, they literally just
now,
warp from planet to planet now. I'm not sure what we're supposed to do.
Solar knows exactly where that probe went and just hunted.
Huh, so
What?
there's
Yeah,
no...
they just appear there. And they
There's-
eat everything.
Do you know how to get Warhammer windowed?
I haven't seen that much.
Retribution?
Yeah.
Feels like it went massively out of sync since
I think it's just in the menu.
You make an oracle,
I didn't
and you get
see
7
it.
drone kills. You almost set yourself up
Huh?
for a win with the 3 Nexus big stalker centric
Button,
aggression.
button,
It's
button,
almost a free win from that
button,
point
button,
on, but
button, button, button,
in Legacy of the Void,
button,
there's much more
button,
chance to
button,
recover.
And we'll see what he's going to use from there. You'd imagine it was the Oracle.
Nope, nothing worked.
It takes a while for
Okay,
Phoenix
throws
to
that
build
plan
up.
out the window.
Whereas in Heart of the Swarm, the faster you got Phoenix, you got to that 5 number. It wasn't as if you could get super countered by any massive all-in, whereas Ravagers, they've joined the fray now, meaning busting bases is much easier. So this Oracle will be used. Isn't rallying it straight across the map just yet. Now he is. Obviously something happening in the Smash arena is
that's a
large
predicament.
forces going down.
Yeah, we're sitting right next to
I
the
wanted to be able to
Smash,
watch stuff
Brothers
while I
tournament
played, but oh well, I guess I'll just play
area
campaign.
Winter. And the first overlord goes in to try to find out what's happening behind enemy lines here in Harding
Poor fella
space.
ran into a pylon.
You want to play campaign with me, or?
Imagine saying that a year ago. Oh, the overlord
Yeah.
ran into a
I'm
pylon.
actually playing the first
The
one.
Oracle's been spotted though by Zerglings out here, and he's going to use it defensively to clear them up.
I mean,
Playing what?
I'm playing the
seen
first
that done
one.
for a while, but gave away the fact that
Dawn of War 2.
Oh, the first.
Oh well.
Just Dawn of War 2, just the first campaign.
And he has thrown down this
I don't have
Nexus,
Dawn of War 2 on
with
right
the
now.
robotics facility and Twilight Council together.
Now, a
Yeah, let me see how long
rather
it'll take to
early third party in this
download.
game too, so he's actually able to get
oh,
them
you
back.
just
He's
have
not harassed
Retribution,
by
huh?
Solar. Solar did not have any
No, I own them all.
down whatsoever.
Well, I was saying
Those links,
installed.
but they did get scouted by
Yeah,
the
I don't think it'll take too long. Let me see how long
Oracle's
it'll
going to
take.
go in. It has a little bit of energy left over.
Alright.
I'm
If it's not
curious
gonna take
also
too
what
long,
Solar's
I
gonna
got
do.
time.
Yeah, I'm curious as to what Solar's going to do here. Like what unit composition he's really going to aim for, because right now he's at 76 of lives, but that's just drones and queens
I'm
right now.
pretty sure he had the melee upgrade researching, and I don't think it finished. I'm pretty sure he stopped and went over towards the attack upgrade.
Oh, really?
So, change of plan. He has the Hydralisk Den finishing up.
I love listening to
We're taking, like,
casters
a
sometimes
Zergling
when they
Hydra
like
back onto the Zerg, maybe straight
blatantly
towards the
fuck
Lurker
something
Den.
up, like calling an SUV a
Hydra- so
probe,
he's got a rope
or
Hydra
a second
tank
ago he was like,
base
he
now.
took down the melee attack upgrade and went for the
He's
attack upgrade. Like,
Miraculously, so he knows that he's not
well,
gonna
that
upgrade
was
anything.
fucking
He's
vague
getting a lot of links
and
now.
didn't tell us what he went for. So he canceled and went for the same upgrade, or
He's
what?
going with a Zergling too. Have a quick look and a quick scout inside. Sees the warp prism. Sees
I think it's gonna be
everything now.
about 11
Yes,
minutes.
additional gateways
Alright,
added on.
I can play something else till then.
That's a really good scout. Gets to count all the gateways.
It's like a Zergling Hydra Lurker attack towards his third base, but at the moment, Harding's powering up. He's stopped pro production. He's adding on a lot of gateways.
I mean, he's powering
Bah.
out Hydras right now, so in getting the Lurker down, we have to assume that he's getting Lurkers. I saw a lot of tweets by our dear friend Parston
I really need to
talking about how
really
much he
need to
loves
fucking
Lurkers recently in Legacy of the Void, so I'm looking forward to see how he uses
get a
them.
little
The
side
Spire
job so I can
been
make some
used in a
extra
lot of
cash.
your
I want to buy a small
Lurkers.
radiator so I can
Spire
fucking
Unless it's like
do stuff.
a hard tech.
As I tried to stream the other night and like my
We'll find out.
computer was
Harding's
beeping,
moving
it
through
was
the
so
middle.
hot.
Damn.
The Lurker Den's not ready, but he does have a healthy
Yeah,
Hydra
it
count
just-
currently.
It just makes my
There's
shit
just something
hot.
to
I have a
keep
really
in
big
consideration.
power
The
supply
Warpers
and it's
losing a lot
just
of units in the middle of the map. You can
everything
see
I
that
have is really
Solar
old
pushes
and
down, catches the
antiquated.
Stalker. Blink
not a
not done
nice
yet for
case.
another 10 seconds.
A little bit of lag going on here. In-game does appear. It's not Emil.
I guess I
Nope.
could turn off salty
And
bets
it's
and
not
make it
you.
download faster.
Not me. Oh, do I lag out?
Sometimes.
Really?
I've seen you stream.
That was fucking good. You, one of the casters was like, no, I'm not the one who's lagging, and the other guy's like, I don't know, it could be. I've seen your stream before, and the other guy just gives him this like, fuck you look.
Now, how is he going to deal with it? The mothership core has only just been built as well.
Also, that robotics, that is so late. There is nothing like disruptors on the field, nothing like Colossi, which I think are a bit of a redundant unit at this point anyhow, but Harding's doing the right thing here. He engages, then he runs away, forcing a burrow on these lurkers.
He's starting to lose a lot of these stalkers to these Zerglings, and now the lurkers are borrowed very close, and they're going to start to edge forward. The range is huge on these.
Yeah, and look at this position. He just wants to keep getting as close as he possibly can in the dead zone, really. Phoenix have joined the fray, though. Is he just going to plan on trying to pick up as many lurkers as he possibly can?
I'm not sure. We're about to find out, but he has lost about 3 or 4 of these.
Man, I gotta...
Closer and closer.
I gotta go back and fucking redo all of my balloon shit because I'm on a new computer.
But there are a few burrows here, so these stalkers taking a lot of damage. And to say
They should have saved it all.
There's only 4 dealing damage.
Nope, doesn't cloud save.
He's holding on for dear life here, and he's doing it fairly okay.
Well, go onto your other computer and make sure you go to the save thing.
Obviously something that he has
What
to get out
save thing? I'm not even sure how to do it.
Or are they lurkers morphing in there?
You just open up it on, you open up balloons on your laptop or whatever it was, and then just open up the menu. There should be this little picture of a cloud.
That single corrosive bile taking out that poor sentry.
Oh, here comes the ball. And a decent split. Takes down a little bit, but does he have enough to defend?
I'm not sure, Apollo. He is trying, and he's got a really good...
No, I don't see one. There is no save to cloud option.
He's got a 4th base up and running. Yeah, that's pretty impressive to have, and Harding's doing really well considering the circumstances. He takes down that lurker, blinks
maybe that's only for
aggressively,
saving
and is
individual
going to pick
missions.
up the stragglers while expanding at the same
Yeah,
time.
it should sync all your actual data, like your
very
achievements and everything, and like your upgrade paths and everything.
That was 9 lurkers charging him down.
Where?
But was it just Parting playing amazing, or was it
Should just
Solar
sync it
being
through
a
Steam.
little too aggro with
Well,
those lurkers?
it
They kept
never
marching
has.
stalkers full on, losing 1 and 2 with every move out. So I think that was a little over-aggressive by Solar, but we'll see what the next stage in his transition is.
Yeah, he's got such a good economy. He said he's on 4 bases, he's fully mining gas, he's still producing a ton of units.
Still
and now
has
this is where
lurkers.
Parting's got to be careful. There's 3 lurkers for it in, yeah.
Oh man,
What
you
was
move
that?
in and you lose all the shield on your stalkers here, and it is only
Hunt
stalkers.
Why
So
is mine
these lurkers, these
moving up and down so much?
that lurker just took a huge corrosive bile on the head, knocked him down to half health.
And a couple of status wards have put down from Parting.
Nope.
So they'll
Patches
be
for
really useful
Quilt.
if this attack continues forward from Solar.
This War Prison, though, stealing a bit of damage, is making Solar have to stay at base, and right now Parting needs time. He's getting his 2nd robo facility up, pumping out disruptors.
This is a crazy brave move coming out from Parting. He's got the attention of Solar inside the main base. He's going to try and snipe this action, you'd imagine.
Oh man, he's actually killing quite a few drones here too.
We lost a lot there.
Yeah, a lot of stalkers, and his supply. In fact, he's got a huge bank available here, Apollo.
Nice.
1,700 minerals, 7 for gas, 2 disruptors at a time here.
Can you...
Oh, even using the Oracle stasis traps there, prepared for an attack to come at him. I haven't even thought about the stasis traps.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and fix my schedule. Stay up all day today.
I don't think you can't hit when they're
you wait for them.
You wait till them, yeah.
The old
squeaky
squeaker.
Like a good 10 units or so, time it perfectly,
Yeah.
10 units dead.
And he's got quite a few disruptors now, and here comes the next assault from Solar. Very aggressively played out this map. Takes down the Oracle. Here we could see a great defense and maneuver.
I'm just trying to make balloons
There's a lot of disruptors,
work.
but also a lot of lurkers. This is quite a volatile situation. I don't really... Oh man, oh man, oh whoa! A huge cluster of Zerg cleaned up in one big blow there.
Parting just kind of kiting back and forth, and 1 status sword has been activated, only trapping a couple of Zerglings. Very unfortunate there. Another one only gets a few more in. A big push forward. Solar's borrowing his lurkers.
Now, he's in a pretty darn good position here with the lurkers, but these Ravagers force go down. These disruptors are definitely owning face here, but is it too little? Is there just too much Zerg at this point?
Oh, another
man,
great
I don't
hit.
know. This is like... I don't know. He's obviously holding on with these disruptors and just really great control and micro. At this point, I don't know how the Zerg's meant to break the Protoss when he gets such a disruptor count.
I don't know if he needs to concentrate on dodging the balls better, splitting up a little bit more, but the way that he attacked in there,
Once,
just
like,
so difficult.
if you can only attack from one angle, like one side, using disruptors is very easy. And trying to dodge those balls, it gets incredibly hard. I feel like you need to flank him and force him to take a bad fight, but it's incredibly hard on this match, especially if the Protoss are playing defensive.
Harding just clearing up the creep in the middle. A lot more lurkers have been more.
Oh, and this lurker meeting a cruel fate of disruptory death. And
Got 8 minutes left. You want me to open up balloons and we'll just start massively leveling you up?
I just opened it up on the other computer. I'm gonna see if I can.
Being very aggressive, and 5 lurkers taking huge volley there.
He's looking to trap this army, and he's going to follow these lurkers. He brings a lot of them down to very low health. And Parting's going to take the engagement. He takes down a lot of these lurkers at the back, and that is a big hit again from a disruptor, taking down 3 at one time.
Oh, the lurkers did get some good shots off though, so it's not as if Harding gets away scot-free. But these disruptor shots dealing so much damage, and Harding's actually managed to force him back.
What a crazy game this is. So much action, so much destruction from both sides. But at the end of the day, it is Solar who's coming out worse.
Try going to it in your library.
That should work.
Harding continues to jump forward, blink
Did you
forward,
right-click
get
it
towards
and
this forward
save
base.
files?
More Hydras come to defend.
Harding's still
Or whatever,
decent
backup
going, too.
game
I mean,
files or whatever.
I just did it in game. I saw the cloud thing you were talking about. I thought you were talking about it was like in Steam.
So it's not as if he's even doing this like all or nothing.
No, hopefully
Great
that's
split there, but
it.
it's not going to be
That
enough.
might
There seems
just.
to be way too many
I
stalkers in
don't
this
know.
location, and Parting takes full control of game number 2. GG is
If
bad.
that's not it, we
Harding
can find your
1-1
saves
now.
on the
You know,
actual PC.
Sometimes I
And-
count people
Oh, it's
out
fine. That should have been
because
it.
of the hype around others. And I can't believe, even for a second, I was kind of thinking, man, I'm feeling sorry for Parting here going up against Solon.
I got
because
Cody up
that
to our
boy,
level in 2 matches.
He's actually one of the guys that's made miracle comebacks.
There-
If you remember the
I got
finals
my
against
Literally.
Flash,
I got my rank 51. It's not.
so the fact that I'm even
I don't
counting
think
him
it's
out
the
even
same as
remotely,
one
I
I
feel stupid, but man,
had
he
before,
plays a good
but-
Protoss. Like his disruptor micro and his stalker micro, just amazing. And he did extra things too. Like he had the stasis traps. While they didn't work out cleanly because the Zerglings ran too far
It's
ahead,
definitely not on that
he's just
profile.
utilizing a lot of the new Protoss that we should see in Legacy of the Void.
And what did you think about Solar's strategy then to play this Zergling
I'll throw you a
Hydra
level
lurker attack?
or
Was it the
a
wrong
match
match
if
to
you
do
want.
so because of the attacking up the ramp? Was it a strategy that just shouldn't work?
We'll just try to rush some levels.
Honestly,
We're
it
not.
looked
We
incredible.
won't.
It looked
Well,
insanely
doesn't
scary
matter
to say it was just
because
being
of
Or was it
stalkers.
just
us
fighting
playing
too
on
good,
this. But yeah.
Fighting
too good.
Now that I'm actually my rank,
I think
we
it's
can
the way
just
he
rush
uses
through.
lurkers,
Oh
to
my
be honest.
gosh!
I
Fucking
think it is hard
connect.
to attack with them,
Yeah.
but I almost feel that
Okay, it's just like
everyone
freaking out
and
and
then
it
trying to
won't
run all of
connect.
them ahead,
Oh,
it's
join
almost like trying to
private
use
match.
tanks
That's why.
and unsieging everyone while
Yeah.
trying to run them all
Duh.
ahead. What you should, well, I don't know if this is the same with lurkers, but they've got incredible range, so I don't see why not. Leaving a few burrowed at the front, then leapfrogging forward, because as the
Mastery
stalkers come in
mode,
to try
huh?
and pick off a lurker, they're still going to be getting
Hit
shot
from the
by
back ones.
multiple.
Yep.
So I think he was just a little bit too aggro with it, but
Very
no.
good defense.
That's a
from
new
Parting,
level.
though.
Yeah,
The moving forward.
I like how they
the
still
pulling
kind of
back
make
at the
new
right
levels
time,
for
sniping
this.
1 or 2. The Phoenix lifts.
I.
There's just a big
Again, like,
update.
As much as I discredit Solar's like use of lurkers there, how he just kind of barrel rolled forward, it's because of how Parting played that he forced Solar into making these mistakes, and every time that he marched forward,
Yeah, it
it's not as
seems
if
like I
Parting
had
was
more
flooded
in luck
in
too.
territory. Parting
Yeah.
was there to fight him every way, tooth and
Feel
nail.
ya.
And eventually, when it got down to like a good 4 lurkers,
I don't think mine
3 Phoenix
saved
come
from
along
my
and pick them up.
laptop
It
onto
was,
this.
very, very clean play.
But-
And we did see those
Oh, well.
Phoenix being used later in the game.
I got
specifically to hold
6
that
minutes on
push.
the download
So-
for.
Really, really
Dawn
cool
of
play
War.
by him.
It was good indeed. And we're about to get
figured
into
we'd play
map
a
number
match
3.
of
It's just
balloons.
around the corner here.
Yeah, I
at
figured it'd
the
be long
Rock
enough
Cat
just for
Legacy
one
of the Void
match.
Championship
I threw you an
between
invite.
Winter, currently tied 1 apiece.
Oh, you did?
Between
Yeah.
Parting and Solar, the only 2 undefeated players in this tournament remaining. One of them will
You
continue
sent
their
me a
streak. One of them will
Warhammer
go down
invite.
to face up against TY
What?
tomorrow.
No.
As they
No, I
continue
did
to fight
not.
forward. At the end of today, we'll have. Or we
Coco
already
has
have
invited
6
you to
players
play
remaining.
Warhammer 40k,
Pushing a
40k
few
Dawn
further
of War 2.
in the
Click here to
tournament and a
join.
few down.
Did I just send you
So
another
we're
one for
closer
it?
towards finding the first 2015 Legacy of the Void StarCraft 2 champion at DreamHack. And these two are up for contention for that trophy.
I bet it's
Yeah,
because
sure,
I
sorry,
have
but
it
that
open.
does
You're not
mean that
playing,
there'll
yeah.
only be 2 Koreans.
Whatever game you open first
Yeah, is
is
what
the
it.
only game I would. Yeah, it's the only thing in register.
Yep.
It's weird.
The winner
Makes
of this
sense.
is
Need to-
against the winner
Steam-
of
Steam,
Nurture
I know
or Firecade
they do
tomorrow
things
as
for
well,
charity
in
and stuff,
position
but
to play
maybe here in a
pretty
couple
much
weeks
the
be a
grand
dick
final,
for a month.
which is
Yeah.
And just take a
Not
bunch
sure
of
if I think
revenue to
they'll do that.
update your
50
shit. You know what I mean?
those
Just be
guys.
pricks for
Yeah,
once. I mean, like,
there's been a
fuck.
lot of
You
hype
need
around
money to
it.
do
You guys are
this.
too nice.
Like Showtime, we talked about him very early on in the
You need money to like
tournament.
make our shit easier to use. Like, motherfucker, you need to
Like
add,
workshop
auto-
and
yeah, like
finding your
fix workshop.
friends.
Come on, man. Like, I know it's free, and you like let people mod it, and that's cool.
Do you got an invite now?
Out of nowhere. He really has.
Yep.
Like, I didn't really hear anybody
Oh, yes, I
talking about
do.
Firecake, and maybe they don't know his new barcode. And you know, if he isn't
Yeah,
claiming people,
yeah,
it doesn't really
yeah,
give away
yeah.
Firecake either. So, you know, some undercover shots.
Yeah, dude, I fucking played. Like, Cody got this, and he was just like, "Okay, man, what do I do?" I was like, "Build 2 of every tower." He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah."
That's a pretty
Yeah,
key
build
board,
2 of
really
every
fun
tower.
place to have your hand on
Like,
the
okay,
keyboard.
man. And just like did his thing and like watched
that
me
is
play for
actually-
like an hour. He's like, "So
Build
when?
towers on this
Just think about it
side.
for a second, you're like,
That was like,
Or
yeah,
How do
how
we,
about
that's,
I
that's
give
a
him
lot
all
of
my
fun.
money. Money, 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 money.
everything.
The
is just a
fact that
little
there's
bit
no,
different.
like, I don't lose money for giving you money is the most overpowered thing.
Reina from Italy,
You know, there's no,
playing away,
you know,
despite going
tax, I guess.
out reasonably early in the tournament, still practicing
He
away.
had 3 wins and 2 losses, and a lot of other
Reina?
players that made through had 3 wins and
Really?
2 losses. He lost on map score and head-to-head.
Oh man.
A bit of a bad way to go out in group
It's been a
stages.
while since I
Pro
played.
actually took a map off parting.
Yes,
Took a
he
map
did.
off. He almost
Same,
took
man.
Fly as well out of the tournament.
Yep.
So it's kind of cool.
We've had a lot of interesting results over the last couple of days for sure. Some map wins taken away, some upsets as well. Legacy of the Boys so new, everyone's still trying to figure it out and definitely get surprised sometimes. But here we are, loaded into map number 3. And it's down here in the bottom side is of course Partying, a 1 single-time DreamHack champion, 1 in Francais, DreamHack Tour earlier on this year.
Loves his makeup, ladies. And spawning in the top left as our blue Zerg, it is Solar.
Who's a 2-time DreamHack champion looking for his 3rd on the road to Tasia.
13 hours. That's how long this conversation's been happening.
5
5, so
titles.
many titles.
I mean, he,
Ass
Solar
fucking
Taser
whoop.
only has
14
4.
point
He's got
or
a few more to catch up with
14.06
Taser
on
just
mine.
yet. And immediately this game, Sean, we did see
What it
that
says on
Solar's
mine.
taken a rather cheeky
Oh, because you were in the conversation before I was.
Gold base at that.
Gotta love the gold-based strategies.
What?
Every single time on this.
You
map.
invited me to the-
Oh yeah.
All
Yeah.
the Zergs are choosing
Okay, yeah, that
this.
makes sense.
Gold bases, better for Zerg, mainly because Zerg
I like
What is
how
it called?
I like how I have one
Fire will count a little bit quicker
money
too.
and it won't let me give it to you.
So gold bases just automatically mean, hey, if you got more
Yeah, I've
works on the
noticed
field,
that too.
and you expand a little bit faster.
It
on
won't
your
let you
roaches,
give one.
You have them faster to work with.
Probably some form
So
of
first
like
hatchery
safety
over the other side,
parameter
then
in the
it is
game.
the spawning pool and extractor to follow that.
Does Harding, did he scout the main base?
I mean, I can go down to 0, but sometimes, but like every once in a while, it just goes down to
you didn't get to see
1.
that there wasn't like a super fast spawning pool and gas going down there, unless Solo was super cheeky and placed his spawning pool on the far right or something, but there was almost no reason to do that. Unless you just want to be
He's
cheeky and hide it.
leveled.
I wonder if we're going to see that pilot rush come out from Parting. He used it on this map earlier on in the tournament, where he starts to rush out Stalkers and Adepts.
Alright, we might want to get a second tower here soon.
Expansions from Zerg and then
Oh, that's right. I forgot. We can't fucking
Totally
lose.
right, and we actually have a second gateway
Yeah.
on the way also.
I got wind sauce with the
It kind of seems
super
like it.
upgraded tower thing that I have for my upgrades.
The bananas. You're just like, bananas give you life, bro. They're fucking overpowered.
It's broke as fuck. They need to nerf it.
We get like 20 lives around.
I'd be super impressed. Is it
Like,
two
yeah,
Adepts, or is it
yeah.
Stalkers?
Yeah, it's going to be
One
Adepts,
got
man.
out.
I mean, you can still do it with Adepts, and the Mothership core
2,
immediately behind it.
almost 2. Nope,
I
not
guess
2.
we'll see where
Okay.
he moves out. I mean, he's got the rally pointed over. He's
What are you
kinda
gonna do with that
both of them out.
Does he actually plan on
17k?
dealing significant damage with
Build
this?
another.
Or did he just
No?
chrono boost
Dude,
out
what the fuck?
because the Overlord was there and he wants his opponent to
That's
force out
bullshit.
links rather than drones? We'll see. Nope, does look like he wants to deal damage. There's 2 more.
I had my
drones on the way,
special
and
agent thing open
immediately
right there, and like I
shielding
went to.
those things
Yeah, that
across
was
the
dumb.
map.
Glitch.
2 Adepts marching across. What are Adept strong against? Well, anything
Had
with
one
light armor,
overlay, but
quite a lot
acted
of
like it
health
was a
and they
different
two-shot
one.
Lings and drones, but anything that isn't light,
Went into it and
Adepts
again
deal
just to make
even
sure
less
that
than
time.
half the damage that they should really. And here we have it, Sean. multiple
I made
pylons
sure
going
that
down,
overlay
three to be
changed.
exact, and they are
No.
in very close proximity to this gold base.
Yeah, this is a very dangerous position. As you can see, the creep not fully expanded far enough to be able to stop this in time. And the mothership core coming very close here. He's going to be able to overcharge these pylons. He just wants to. He cancels one of them.
He did cancel one of them. I'm a little surprised, but I think it's the right call. Here, Photon Charge is the closest pylon, so shooting Link's going to shoot the drone too by this
Alrighty.
rate. So really nice positioning by Parting here, and these Adepts so good against these Zerglings, even in the main base, dealing damage here.
He's got 3 drone kills so far, trying to get as many as possible.
Whoa.
Solar attacks into it, but a double Photon overcharge. Every single Zergling is going to go down. Queen's starting to take damage too, but he continues to rally units over. One pylon's dead. He's going for the other one.
Man, this is really such a huge committal to this pylon, and yeah, he gets it down, but so many Zerglings were lost doing this. Oh, the Mothership Core, the Mothership Core. Is he just leaving it to die?
Yeah, he is.
He's pulling a Parting. He did that in the series before as well.
And at this point, he's going to have to remake another one on the other side of the map. A lot of these Adepts in the middle of being caught. He's got to prepare his defenses back at home for a natural counterattack that can happen as the Zerglings flood to the other side. He does have a full wall off.
As much damage as Parting did and as many Zerglings as he forced, he now has that horrible Protoss feeling, knowing that my opponent has 2 gold bases.
Auto
Sometimes I
win.
even feel with this strategy that you allow the Mothership Core to die just so it can spawn back faster.
I'm
and
trying-
I get more
another
lives
charge available.
Then I can lose.
You're right.
Sometimes I feel like they do it intentionally, whether it was or not.
But
Per wave,
I
I
mean,
get more lives than
can
I
see
can
why
possibly
that could
lose.
be an argument.
What the
Still,
fuck?
it's expensive
Yeah.
to do so.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's overpowered.
100.
Yeah.
Grassroots.
And you don't like it to have low
I know.
health, but still.
What?
losing a match with
Hashtag
100 guys
ass
is something
whoop,
that you never really
nigga.
want to give up.
Yeah. And now it's time for the disruptors as the robotic space finally finished up and the first warp prism is out. And
Wow.
it's Roach Speed
These
coming
are
from
just
Solar,
dicks.
and he's opening up his supply a little bit with the Overlords.
Get you some. Shoes.
I'm like totally labeled for Warhammer right now and totally not playing Warhammer at all.
There's a lot. We've seen disruptors used to great effect here in Legacy Void and in this DreamHack Championship.
On what? On
The
Steam?
gold base
On
going
Twitch.
down, so looking to make it go on for a lot longer here.
Love a bit of carnage. Hopefully that's what we get to see from this
That
disruptor.
money.
Fire on the
Oh.
and placing it at a rather vulnerable gold base here.
Yeah, it only goes
Not
up
yet
from
going
here.
for his
Money,
natural
money,
base.
money,
Did see that one,
money.
wasn't there?
Yes, he did.
But did he see it? Did he?
Did he really see it? Zerglings flooding over to the other side of the map as Parting looks to establish his third, and there's quite a lot of units flooding over.
That poor warp prism floating over a couple of queens, but now he's definitely seen it. We'll see what this disruptor can get done. So 3 drones in the first shot,
Oh, hello.
but roaches. Hey,
That's a lot of units here.
Oh, but 3 pylons. These are going to deal a lot of damage. 1 down, 2 down.
Does he have another disruptor ready to defend this? I think he's going to have to
Sweet,
give this
I'm
up,
gonna
and that
buy
is
me
lot.
a
Pylons
village.
destroyed, the overcharged energy
Oh.
used, the Nexus going
Oh.
down. Ideally, he doesn't want to lose it.
You-
that's
ah.
a lot of damage.
I was 10
Can
off.
he still save it? Can he still save the Nexus?
I almost feel that
Turn
was
off
a
from what?
shot that
Being able to
allowed
buy
him
my
do anything.
my
The
village
second
a second
disruptor comes back
a
and
second
joins
ago.
the attack
Is he going to
too.
save it? It's so
Oh,
close.
my bad.
Oh, it's
I
okay.
couldn't see.
It was just like
Oh, there's more
10.
units coming
Fuck
through,
you.
and Solar brings it down, and that is a big victory when you consider that there are 4 hatcheries on the other side of the map.
Oh, and you know what, Apollo?
What,
He's now
Tomas
making
Lim?
Mutalisks.
Mutalisks.
And he's seen disruptors. He's counted 2 thus far. That is a lot of
Oh,
gas,
look,
that
the
is a
game
lot of
can go to
resources.
Has he
60
even seen the
FPS
Spire?
now. It used to be
No,
a 30
I don't
FPS
believe he has.
game.
He put it on that
Nice.
ridiculous goal. In fact, he
Now
did
we
see
can
it.
actually
well, he's got to
lose
start to prepare
frames.
for it then. At the very
that
least,
why-
he's
Not have it
now
be
starting.
like
Stalker's
super
being brought
lag.
in.
Where do you see
Disruptor time
that?
onto the gold.
But he's on 2 bases and he's
You
on
gotta
third,
shift
and
tab
now
and then you
this
bring
Zerg
open
player Solar,
down at the bottom,
really good
bottom
Zerg
it'll say
player is on 4
settings.
bases.
Mutalist
Then you
just
go
goes down.
to
I see.
Trying to reassemble his 3rd base.
There's a
I
lot of
can't remember
units
where
on
it
their way to this
is.
new
End
goal
game,
base again
and
from
it'll
Party.
say shift overlay
Now does
or
Solar
enable or
just
wait.
wanna send these
Where the hell's
Mutalisks
the
to that
enable
expo?
in game FPS counter?
Uh-oh.
Top left.
This could get gnarly.
I have mine
Wings
top left
split up.
anyway.
And he's going straight for the fight here.
He's
There's
in the base.
so little anti-air. No blink
And
ready,
that'll
he
work
goes
for
straight
literally
the main.
every
The
Steam
Mothership
game.
Core's gonna
It'll
get
just be
targeted
on
down
every game you have.
immediately. And
Oh.
Parting is on the ropes here. The Mutalist flopped back to the 3rd, with Zergling still around waiting for the overcharge to go down inside the main base, ready to pounce.
That's a lot of firepower that he lost in losing that Mothership Core. Now, there's an army marching towards his 3rd, and Parting's spread very thin.
And this is so good here for Solar. He's ravaging the main, he's on the third base, he's taking down 12 probes, and he continues to fight against this army in such a miraculous way that he's looking on fire.
Oh, 20 probes dead. That number just keeps on climbing. Man, how Solar made this spiral out of control so quickly. 26 probes dead. I believe he killed the Cybernetics core in the main too, so no more Stalkers to deal with these mutas.
Walmart's gonna be coming out soon, bro.
Cybernetics core, his economy is in shambles.
GG. Solar
Game's gonna
goes
be
up
over
2-1 in
soon.
this series.
Takes a swig of that Carden, takes another swig.
I have a different one. Someone else's. He doesn't care.
He's just swigging all over the shop.
Need that
I
shit.
can't help but feel, if you think back to Heart of the Swarm when Colossus plays was so popular, you know, you go up for the robotics very early on, you go Colossus, you take a third. The direct counter to that was always Mutalisk, and that's when the Stargate became popular. And with the recent rise of the Disruptor, we've kind of gone back down the pathway of robotics facility, robotics bay, move out, take your third, use the Disruptor. And Mutalisk just shut it down. They shut it down.
And tech switches for...
Yeah, whatever. I don't care about your reasons for why
brilliant.
people lost.
It's really nice, and yeah, this spawning pool, not scattered at all.
I can't believe this is working.
And then Nexus first.
My Gabriel Angelos?
6 Zerglings on the way.
Yeah, pretty much kind of like that. Like, shut the fuck up, get to fighting, dude.
This probe.
That's all I care about.
What is going on?
He's lost his
I'm
probe.
ready to watch you die now.
Okay, that's just a mistake that you don't do at this level.
No, not again. Not this way.
Yeah, not like this.
Not like this.
Like this.
Not like this, parting.
And for those out there that don't realize, like, you may think, hey, that's just a probe, right? That's 50 minerals. No, that is all his vision. That's all his scout.
He's got no idea what's going on.
And
absolutely no idea.
To him, he probably thought there's already a third going up. I'm just going to be blocking the natural with this probe. He didn't realize there was a spawning pool on the way.
He doesn't even see the Zerglings now. They're going to go straight for that pylon, turn the gateway off. There's only probes here to defend, and now Potting sees it and is like, oh no, what?
Are we winning yet?
What? I don't know. I've been watching this dude get shit on. He's about to lose this fucking tournament match.
Alive right now, but he's in so much trouble.
I mean,
Are you watching the Taipei StarCraft 2 tournaments?
No, why are they on right now?
It's like an instant win here from Paul. If that pylon goes down, there is another
No,
one to
it's
support
just
the gateway at the north.
Even back in the day, the Korean and the Taipei, they're like the best ones to watch. Taipei is usually the best ones. They're the ones that they live in Taipei, but they stay in Korea because they're treated like gods there.
Yeah. Time that these probes have been fighting, and he's handling it as well as he can. Look, he's leaving quite a few probes to mine, but still.
And now he's coming back
Oh, you want to buy stuff? Here, you go ahead. You buy stuff now.
Sweet.
Solar can turn his attention
I spent
like
I spent. There we go. I still got money. There we go.
And look at Parding.
Okay.
His probes
we won.
around, like he doesn't know whether to engage. It's a great position with the zealots. Trying to hold position these probes as well, but
you guys,
spend all this money. Oh, we won. Fuck! I couldn't spend all my money.
Really freaking bad for Parding, and this is not a fun way to go out of the winner bracket.
At the start of the game to Muslim.
Man,
more two.
This dude lost the tournament to a 6-ling rush, and because he lost his probe scout.
Eat your heart out. They are holding on for dear life. And look at this micro actually from Parding, keeping all the zealots alive. It may not look like much. He wants them to regen his shields, but there's so many Zerglings on the way.
And here, one by one, they're going to go
If it's
down,
Zerg, you automatically just assume they're 6-ling rushing you.
Most of the time, yeah.
In this tournament.
There's times when you don't, but
yeah, but if you don't see it,
if you don't scout it, expect it.
Winning on Parding's map choice.
Game by game.
hurry up and install DirectX then. Fuck.
It was really interesting to see
This is
the
like
way
a
that
DirectX 9 game, dude.
Yeah, so he just got better and better. The first game against 5K actually looked a little on the edge.
God damn it! I was hoping this was gonna be in game. Shut the fuck up.
Blowing up absolutely everything there.
Fuck.
You've experienced yourself, Snoot, and it's something that not many things can match.
Yeah, every player out there wants to be the player lifting up the trophy, being the champion. It's the dream of every pro gamer out there. Solar and Parding, both champions in different tournaments, but who's going to win this one?
Who's going to win this one? It's all down to exactly what they do in the next couple of hours. Could go for a long series, could be a very fast one. We've had a lot of fast
made a
series so
noise
far in
like
this tournament,
the
but
noise that it
already
makes
opening
like you
build
get like
orders
an invite and
are
shit.
starting
There's like nothing
to
there.
take shape.
I
We
said
have a
totally
great
threw you an invite. That's fucking funny.
Very typical macro approach.
Oh, it sent me an invite on.
Solid.
Damn, I still have
Did
fucking
scout earlier on as well. Took the
saloons
natural
open.
down in the third base location. I would suppose.
Quit
This one,
fucking telling
very safe
me.
approach would make sure that there's
Fuck.
no sort of proxy play from parting coming up there. And
Go,
Parting
just
also
fucking
opening up
go,
very
okay? I
standard
don't have.
Nexus first,
Just.
gateways,
What the
which is
actual
the
fuck?
very
Go
traditional
away.
approach here. No second to
Holy
gate.
fucking shit.
No second gate yet. He's got full information on what Solo's up to. So now what is he?
What the
wanna
fuck
do?
is this
What build is he gonna
opening?
craft?
Oh yeah, this is number 2. That's
He's
right.
inside that main
Fucking
break
go,
around the
you
line, but more importantly,
cunts.
sees no
Oh
ground
my
taken yet,
god.
which means at this point Solo is pure on drones and very limited on mobility and really defense overall. Whereas Parting gonna be looking.
Damn, I'm getting over 1,000 frames on this cutscene.
Tech choice of
Who?
the series. The Stargate is going to provide
I'm
a
getting
lot of
over
Parting
1,000
as
FPS on the
well.
opening
And it will
cutscene
be
of
able
this
to
game.
shut down proxy overlords as well, so the opportunity for Nidus worms and scouting in particular will be removed from the map here.
And this is something obviously Solo is going to be wanting to find out about.
Neutralizing.
As he has no vault outside the main
Instantly
base. They're
gibbed.
now making their way to the other side of that. These aren't going to be too useful as the
Fancy
deck
don't
is
play,
about
bitch.
to be popped. And this will easily push back a simple scouting Zergling at the front. So it's going to have to rely on either guessing and playing overall very safe, or for an Overlord to get vision inside the main.
This is a very quick Stargate though. Does not reveal
How do
position
you
for
fight a
Overlord, but
Banshee
does
when
see
you're a
an
fucking
Adept.
human?
It also sees the Forge going down, and both the Adept being so low on gas and the Forge as well, an indicator of long-term play usually. All of those things point
Like a-
towards
Is
the
Howling
Solar.
Banshee?
With the confirmation scouts,
Yeah, they just phase in and out and fucking wreck you.
Oh, that's a
yeah,
warp
yes.
spider.
Wow, that pylon being able to shoot so far.
Banshees too, though. They're like,
A little bit of a hit.
oh yeah, Dreadnought will do it. Yeah, I feel that.
So third Nexus down very early on for Parting, taking full advantage of the lack of Zergling speed, the lack of tech right now that is available for Solo due to his late gases. There's no way to prevent this third Nexus from going down. And at the same time,
I wish I could skip this
Solo is gonna
cutscene.
scout that
You can't
very,
hit escape?
very early
Oh,
on.
it's
Both
because
players
it's the
full
first
of
time.
information on exactly what each other are up to.
Two Adepts coming in though, two Adepts being the critical number to one-shot drones. These Adepts will do some damage here.
I know that howling banshees, their scream actually like makes your head explode.
As the Stelots are wreaking havoc here in the mineral line, and this is already looking like a very successful opening here for Parting.
And this is a great start here. Another couple of drones go down, 5 in total. Remember, off the back of this, he's got a very, very fast third Nexus too.
These Adepts still doing so well against the Zergling. One finally falls, but Parting ready to cause more trouble, and so many
Right,
Zerglings
finally
were forced
past
out
the
for
2-hour
Solar.
fucking
These Zerglings were
cutscene.
not drones, and also a lot of drones were killed there. They're both even in workers right now.
All right,
Of course, you
well,
gotta download the game that you've already beaten. Then you gotta watch the video you've already watched. And then you get slapped.
And robotics facilities, so he's looking very built up overall. But we do see a small amount of units moving through the middle of the map here for Solar. A handful of Zerglings, but they are without speed.
What?
And they shouldn't really be able to do anything.
Yeah, if Solar
Yeah.
overextends with these, they are just going to be sacrificial.
I have to create a relic account? What?
No, you don't have to.
Solar knows that running up there would not be.
It's
the
just a you
best,
can
especially
to get
because
stuff.
Zergling speed is not complete because of that late
do I
gas
get?
opening that Solar went
I don't
for.
know. It's
Alright,
it's nothing
Solar
like
goes in
special.
with
It's just
no
like
fear.
skin items and stuff.
And that's taken
Everything
down
that's going
very
on.
easily.
Sees the Twilight Council researching something, but what is it? Is it charge? Is it blink? Is it the Adept upgrade? Solar cannot know right
Second.
now what's going on.
Alright, well,
I don't wanna
wait.
wait.
To have a look on the other side. Zergling speed about to finish up, but still no real access for these Zerglings. Parting's had a great start in this best of 7 already. The
Oh, that's
Spire
why
is
it looked
down, and
weird.
It's almost close to finishing. It has not been spotted yet. The Oracle is coming around the back here. He's still alive, and he's going to get a very big scout hit. The Queen comes in and cannot deny it. And now he knows that
shake
the
it,
Spire
but-
about to complete. Phoenix's start up instantly from the Stargate. Cannons coming down in protection, and that was a very, very important scout.
Absolutely. It really shows that Solar wants to go for this sort of Ling Muta style, and Parting is preparing so well. the Twilight Council is still busy researching those resonating glaives for the adepts, but he can very shortly begin the blink upgrade research as well to help even more against these mutas and Zerglings. And the second Stargate on the way, that's going to deal very well with these mutas, and if Solar keeps committing, then he might find himself in a lot of trouble against Mass
I can't go, you're not in.
Well, we even have a
I'm talking to my
really cool
thing.
Oh.
Yeah, this is
I was gonna say, don't blame me. Don't blame me because you're not here.
You have emails. I don't have emails, bitch.
Wait, are you seriously making an account?
Are you done?
Here come the mutas. How much are they going to accomplish?
Well, inside the main base, one cannon over there. Two Phoenixes waiting. Photon overcharge activated immediately and shut down is the response.
Defense. Beautiful defense by Parting there, being so well prepared and even getting a muta. Could get a second one as well.
Wow, almost. But this is
well, supposedly I have free stuff now. So.
Cool, free stuff. Supposedly.
You do? I don't know. But now it says that I do.
Supposed free stuff. Alright. Yeah, there's nothing in there.
Again, do get pushed back again.
Parting committing heavily to
What are we looking
airplay
at?
here, getting that fleet beacon as well. Continuing to engage with his Phoenix, and the War Prism is about to go into the main as well. Further buying time for Parting to follow up with that tech choice.
Why aren't you invited yet?
Coming out, the Lurker Den is on its way.
There we go.
Obviously, they're going to be taken out nice and easy here. Parting, waiting to strike with the Warp Prism.
Do it on the hardest difficulty.
It seems like now is the time that he's decided to go in with it.
Wait, 1 second. I gotta adjust the stuff on this game. Holy fuck.
Solar's economy is booming right now. 4 bases, 85 workers, 8 gases. Solar has all the tools available to him to just...
For some reason, I downloaded Dawn of War 2, but I am on Chaos Rising.
20 supply difference between two of them.
Oh, it's just, it is Chaos Rise. It's the same.
A little bit worried about the high amount of Hydraless Zerglings and also Lurkers that are going to be available around the corner, as there's not really that much splash damage yet for Parting. He's built up pretty good infrastructure, but he really desperately needs to get closer and closer towards those disruptors, which aren't ready yet. And Solar getting ready to build
1,143 FPS. And you go to change the stuff and it... What?
Play. This is a little dangerous for Parting though, pressing against his 5th. Gets the kill, no cancel. And will he be able to escape safely? Seems like it so
A
far.
lot of Stalkers here. He does have the Mothership, if need be, to escape. He's
It made me download a new directive. What are you talking
This is a
about?
very scary Zerg army. Good force tools keep away a lot of the Hydras and Lurkers. The Mothership...
Every time I launch this game, it's like, oh, you might want to know the key to the game. Fuck you! Go,
Yeah,
go,
this was a
go!
very expensive engagement for Solar, I feel.
You better not make
on
me
the
look
way
at
now. Snoop, two of them in the production tab.
Steam game some Steam games require special key to fucking shut the fuck
While
up!
that's happening,
I feel like this is... Oh, the Phoenixes are getting picked off. That's going to open the opportunity for Solar to go back into Mutas if he so decides later on. But
All
now
right.
it just seems like Solar is eager to attack Parting.
all right, I don't even think we have one disruptor out yet. It's
It's
very
like,
close to
it
coming
didn't
out. He's
work,
holding
it
off as
froze, but
possible
now it
Lurkers,
works.
edge
Yeah.
forward. They deal so much damage.
Okay.
A blink, a very courageous blink to the left-hand side. The first disruptor is here, and he's Parting going to be able to hold on to this position. There's 3 cannons. And here
Yeah,
comes the first
yeah,
disruptor
target.
ball. That's a big
Target,
hit.
we did it
6
for you.
Hydrals go down instantly.
But
And Parting...
everything's creeping closer now. I feel like Parting might want to have some more sentries again. Those force fields really did so much work for him.
Lurkers get cancelled there. And the disruptor out just in the nick of time. A very aggressive blink.
So this will be our first time like actually playing this game. Not like playing it, but like playing it.
Playing the campaign.
With his blink stalker control as always.
Not just like barely able to like...
I am gonna put it on
Decently play it.
the harder not the hardest, but on hard. Just cause I know normal is just gonna be a fucking one-sided stomp fest with no challenge.
Here they go. Number 1 goes in.
That's what's good about games like this though. It's like, we are Marines, we are
Yeah.
gods.
So what should I name our force commander?
Good control from Parting. A chase from
Dick
Solar
and
is being a little
stomping.
bit dangerous.
Okay, I was gonna go with Big Dick Rick, but I guess that's about the same.
And a couple
Or
of here
Von
taking
Dick
down
and
the
stomping.
set of these units. And
Von
equal in supply once
Dick.
again, but Parting throughout all of this.
Little
Another War Prism
thingy
play. Dark
in-
Shrine's on its way as
I
well.
love that blink forward. so
Von
much.
Dick and
Only seeing
stomping?
A couple of lurkers at the front with most of them in the back. Parting
Yeah.
taking
Oh, it
Sounds
won't
good.
let me.
So many lurkers there. And
Too
Solar's
long?
gas count
Yeah, his
is
name's just
dwindling
Von
at this point, to be
Dicken.
honest. He's up to 10 gas.
On Dick Stomp.
It won't let me put that. It's too long.
Yeah, this is a big move now if he can get it in.
All I can do is get Von Dickens.
Okay, wait, one second. One second, we'll think of a good one. It's gotta be legit. He's gotta be legit. Can't have like a half-assed name on him.
Not ready now, and he needs to be able to defend this 5th base, and it's about to take a lot of damage. Another pick off of another lurker.
Magnum Breaker.
All of these lurkers,
Call him
as well as
Magnum
the
Breaker.
circlings, even just the lurkers will
I
be
better
more
work.
than enough. He can work
Oh, 3 letters too short.
Solar's in trouble.
A lone lurker goes
Fucking
down,
bastards. Okay.
in the air.
I could go with
Corruptor
Mag
just
Breaker.
So useless at this point.
The corruptors were made way too soon here.
Now the
think
greatest
Solar-
fire is ready, but
Just call him Open You Wide.
Too long.
Made the corruptors, but now he's paying for it. I mean, Bridler's smurfing, but Solar already lost the 5th base.
he's lost his 5th, and he's about to lose even more, perhaps. As Solar forces that ramp, he's going to probably
Okay,
work around
I can do
a little bit
open
more
letter
space. Got his
U
5th base up
wide.
nice and early.
Harding still got to be careful since there still are a few lurkers in.
Yeah, that's
especially
good.
Now that the Bridlers are out, an overextension could
That's
be
good
fatal
enough.
here for
That'll
Harding.
work.
All right, great.
It
Open you
really,
wide.
like, you know.
Lurker now targets
You
down
read his name,
Hattery,
you
the
know.
Shelter Arabia. And it's gonna go down.
There's like
There's no
this dude's all trying to tell me about shit, and there's like casters in the background. It's like, oh my god, he's messing it! The blood rings. Oh my god, the circlings are swarming in! Roar! From both sides. There's like dubstep going off in the background because someone just won the match.
Relic Games handles the Warhammer franchise, right?
Yeah.
Another Space Marine
It'd be
joins.
cool if Relic and Blizzard got together for a game.
Dealing with all of
Yeah.
the mutant wings.
You imagine? Just like the 3 races versus like all the other races, it'd be like,
His build's gonna get spotted rather early from the first overlord here.
Kerrigan walks forward,
And their approach here from
Kerrigan walks out, and it's
Let
like,
me
who's this?
fucking skip!
Multiple different matchups. What is something here that is
Wouldn't that be
gonna
good, though?
benefit Solar,
Kerrigan walks
especially
out like,
considering these positions?
who's in charge of these Zerg-looking things?
Commander, open you wide.
And when you have broken those down,
Look
can
at
be incredibly powerful.
just like the first sentence is good. Commander, open you wide. You are open you wide. A space marine.
Slowly towards the Protoss player's face. But the rush distance is not that great. And then you can have an overwhelming
Oh, that's
board.
fucking hilarious.
Void gateway units, even
Wow.
Immortals, and even the
500 FPS.
Count is so
Oh my
high.
god,
I got
skip.
900. I got 1200 FPS. Oh my god.
Okay, those buttons I hit were not good. Oh shit. What did I do?
In on?
Definitely. You don't want it. You don't want
800
to risk too much,
FPS.
though. We
That's
see
good.
how powerful the pylon overcharge can be versus Zerglings, for example. But definitely Ravagers are some of the units I feel have extra power on this map from the Zerg arsenal. I wouldn't use Mutalisk here, even if it's a very close position map, because it's so easy for the Protoss player to counterattack using a ground army and just locking off the right-hand
What the
side of the
fuck?
Protoss player's base here. So I definitely feel like the Ravager is one of the core units on this map.
Alright, well, Parting's opening up.
I
from
am.
the gateways.
What the
Kronos to get them out.
fuck did I
We'll
do?
want to use these for harassment.
I
or
just-
Broke it.
for
I
scouting as his
did.
is doing that job
Like-
currently. Sees the third base of his opponent down, knowing that he's not about to get rushed on 2 bases.
His timing is a little bit late, and that's usually indicative of a speed opening, and that's exactly what Solar is doing. So these adepts might
What
find
the
themselves in a bit of trouble, and Solar is making 12 Zerglings, possibly to deal with these. Leaves the watchtowers, sees the adept, sees the probe as well, possibly. But Parting just playing it safe and easy for now, going back home with those adepts.
Forces out a couple of units, forces out a reaction here potentially, then just returning back. Building 2 more.
Do we have to restart the game or what?
For a choice of 10
Okay.
from Parting.
Okay. I hit random stuff and it worked again.
It's such a wide open.
What's going on? Where am I? What am I doing? Oh fuck.
If you're taking that for the robot,
Game already told you, man. You're Commander, open you wide. You do stuff.
Look at this, I fucking shit on these guys. This is hard.
Orcs ahead of you are trying to outflank us. Eliminate them.
Zerglings do back off. Warp prisoners
Outflank
away.
this. Can you outflank the D, bitch? fucking get some. Why am I fleeing? I've got like half my life still. Oh, I hit X, that's why. Dude, seriously, stop running.
Isn't that a little bit weird? It's a little bit. Just a small rush up to the robotics bay to get disruptors out, so this is a little bit of a weird move to me, and here we see more gates.
We see more gates. Stellar charge is what's being researched from that Twilight Cancel. Parting is starting to power up very nicely. Here comes the Warp Prism with 4 adepts in it, looking clearly for the mineral line. Starts off fighting against a couple of Zerglings. Will win that. Now takes the fight to the Queen.
This is looking more and more like the traditional parting soul train as he's warping in a lot more sentries, but this time he has his of the Void flavor to it. The enhanced Zealot charge.
Will he go through the back rocks of his own base, through the back rocks
Don't worry, we're good.
Up into the main?
That sounds very possible. Those Immortals will
God damn it.
I suddenly got fully healed somehow.
That was me.
No, but I'm gonna die though.
It's because I accidentally fucking hit X again.
He still knows that Parting's on 2 at the moment. What is Parting doing behind closed doors? He's yet to find out. But
The fuck, how did I not heal you? And how are you still alive?
Sort of defense. He comes in the Overseer, and he's going to see Immortals and Zealots. He sees absolutely everything. And now it comes down to, can Solar build up enough units to get the defense ready and also take a good defense?
I'm like super used to League, so I keep hitting X, and X is run like a pussy.
Lots of roaches in production. Ravagers also being morphed. Solar staying on 5 gases. I would have loved to see a 6th one so he can make even more Ravagers. Ravagers are just such a strong unit when it comes to defending these types of attacks. But the Stellar charge is also going to factor into this.
Is Parting going to win with his trademark push that we've seen over the years?
And how effective will these Zealots with charge be?
We're about to find out as the engagement goes right on head on.
Oh, nice grenade.
Everything's up against the force fields here, but the Ravagers are dealing so much damage here from behind.
And now the Immortals getting close to dealing their own damage as well. There's going to be another warping in a moment, and Parting looking pretty good here. He's got an army supply advantage,
though.
and he is.
Man, this game actually is pretty nice once you like can run it.
A beautiful strike and a perfectly executed strategy.
Look at this timing, and Solar is just split between his bases. He cannot get his army together. He's trying to micro as well as possible, but these Zealots are so fast that even on creep, the Zerg units cannot escape them. They're chasing down the drones, chasing down the roaches. Solar is in so much trouble right now.
I meant to throw it at you. I didn't mean to just fucking throw it behind me.
This is Parting at his very finest, using what he knows the best. And this is a complete disaster of the start for Solar. A wonderful start here for Parting as he charges through to the second base, and he is coming for a 2-0 start in this best of 7. And we see Solar microing with his heart out, but he knows and he sees that there is nothing to stop this. GG!
Wow, Parting showing an amazing build there. Only 2 assimilators. That's all Parting needed to get the technology he wanted and go for a brute force.
That key is really fucking me over.
And that all-important Zealot charge tech. Truly a unique build.
It's okay, I struck him with the frag.
You can't change it, hon.
And the favorite of the tournament is just like that, down 0-2 already in this best of 7. Parting bringing out the best builds, the best strategies, and the best performance. He saved it till when it mattered the most in the grand final. Solar's up against it now, and he's been walked over so far.
Yeah, and at the same time though, this was so ballsy by Parting. Nexus first on Central Protocol.
On the game options, there's a thing that's called advanced subsection. What the fuck is that?
I don't know, man. Don't start fucking with shit when we're in a game.
First engagement.
And yeah, you can talk us through it a little bit here, Snoot.
Yeah,
I'm enabling it. I don't see anything that's done.
Sure.
It did something. It says that it does stuff, but I don't believe it.
But he had just the right amount of force fields to pin all
Says it does stuff, but by the fact that it didn't do anything, I don't believe it.
Zealots charge forward with that buffed Zealot charge. Like, it deals additional damage now on hit. And that way, with only 2 gases, he was able to reinforce with so many Zealots.
Okay.
The ending move there, just picking up aim number 2. Great start here for Parting. Can't help but feel that Could Solar have done something different? Did he overdrone? Did he not have a large enough army? Was his creep spread not good enough?
He definitely had the creep spread, but what I feel, maybe he could have had
I don't know, my
Zerglings,
computer's just
maybe
like being
perhaps a
really
few more
fucking
queens.
weird.
They're a bit more tanky, they deal better with zealots, much better with zealots. Those Zerglings just melt to the zealot charge like it's nothing. And there could also have been a 6th gas geyser for Solar and a little bit lower of the drone count. That would allow him to make even more Ravagers. And those Ravagers, they are not armored, so they don't take that bonus damage from the Immortals. And they can also drop that Corrosive Bile that deals very well with the Zealots. So definitely I would like to see...
Oh my god, the thing I hate most about this is that there's no way to cancel it. So your guy's just forced to run all the way back every time I accidentally hit X.
Down here in the bottom left-hand side, spawning in as the red Protoss play. It is that very man. It is Parting. Looking on fire.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Today.
The troll button.
Here to the top. Spawning in as the blue Zerg player from Samsung Galaxy Con, an already 2-time champion of DreamHack. It's Solar.
This time, Solar bringing out the special build orders with a very early spawning pool here.
What is he looking to capture? Just the Nexus first opening?
Who's that?
Nicely. What do we see? Nexus first.
Well, let's hope he capitalizes. He's got the build that he wanted Parting to go for. See if he can make this work. 6 Zerglings on the way to begin with.
No queen just yet, so maybe we'll see.
Well, that's it.
Some sort of proxy hatchery. The drone is
We didn't even
Parting
use the whole
is
map. We used like a
confused by
little
this.
tiny piece of the
Signal to
map.
Drop something here to maybe block the wall off.
Yeah, whatever. Hey, Satina! That's a Satina bumper!
Going for an
I
expanded
saw her fucking sticker on the side!
What else would they
what's
get?
going on.
Even if it's a
Will Parting
fake
wall off
patrol
though? I feel
car,
like
what
perhaps
else
maybe
could
this
they
was a
do?
little bit of a missed opportunity from
Like,
Solar's.
got in.
But
Solar's
this
drone's
drone,
gone back. He's in the
No,
wall.
no,
That
it's blocking.
500 FPS
Could've been a
though.
hatchery block, but didn't
Look at that
go for
shit.
it. Started here to
Man,
wall
I'm
it.
I'm at
I still
half
feel like
that.
This was a little bit of a missed opportunity from Solar, but still, a lot of Zerglings knocking on
That's
Parting's
just
front
the
door here.
difference
What
in the
the
graphics
Here
card.
comes Zerglings. They're going to try and break this down as fast as possible and get as much surface area as possible. The Zealot is on the way.
I...
Feel the cable. It's braided cable for your
What the fuck? I don't even feel it.
what top one is it? Oh, it's not braided cable. It's just thicker plastic. Honey.
What the fuck?
How's this feel size-wise in your hand? Like, to keep your hand warm. How is that? Is it a little small?
Maybe just a little bit.
So, hutched up.
Whoa.
It could have been a hatchery block, but didn't go
Hello?
for just that. And the forge here to wall things off. I still feel like this was a little bit of a missed opportunity from Solar, but still,
Fuck.
a lot of Zerglings knocking on Parting's front door here.
All right, here come the Zerglings. They're going to try and break this down as fast as possible and get as much
Okay.
surface area as possible. The Zealot is on the way.
Yeah, maybe I'm missing something here, but I really feel like Solar truly botched this by not having the drone there. As now
you-
these Zerglings
you
have to
there
work their way
still?
through this
I
wall
mean,
up,
I
and
know
it's
you
going to
are,
take
but-
so long.
Well, one pylon is down. Second one being targeted. Gateway on the way as well. Cannon's going to be put down immediately. Obviously, he has to keep this wall up. If he does, he would find himself in a pretty good lead. He's got a massive worker lead already.
Another thing to note, though, is that if this gateway falls and no cybernetics core has been placed, Parting will have to put down another gateway in order to start the cyber. But there we see it, though. Just in time before that gateway, it's so low.
And
What the
Solar
fuck? Okay, Curse just doesn't have any sound
again.
now.
Is he going to open up a big hole on this left-hand side? Second Zealot squeezes out. The gateway is going to fall.
And the cannon completes, and that's going to seal this defense here for Parting. A great defense and a little bit of a missed opportunity by Solar here. He could have been able to block that Forge from going down a lot sooner.
So would you say this is Parting in a lead because of this?
It's a little bit difficult to tell right now because Solar did a very good job of transitioning behind this, going for the double expansion, making
It's
drones,
just Curse that's not
Queen on
working.
the way now as well. So
My
right now,
mic is working. I can
have
listen
been
to
in
the
this scenario
video.
myself. It's
Just
difficult
Curse
to
isn't
tell right now.
working.
Well, one thing for
It's
sure,
not
that
muted,
cybernetic
it's
core
just
getting
not
up nice and
working.
early.
Yeah, that's
always
so
nice.
important. If that cybernetic score was not placed, if the gateway went down,
No.
I feel like Parting would have been very far behind. That technology
already
play is
checked
so
it.
important for Protoss players, and having that cyber is going to be so helpful when it comes to clearing out these.
Yeah, I'll restart Curse if it like
What's next
fucking
for both of these
closes.
players? Solar is up in terms of overall supply, but a lot of that is dead weight with these Zerglings at the front.
Yeah, I believe this game is going to slow down a little bit for the next few minutes as both players will just power up. The Zerg will get the double gases, make more drones, get that economy just powering up. And Parting going for the first tech choice here again, the Stargate.
Stargate. So far, it's always been the Oracle. We'll see if he follows that. It's a good time now to get on Twitter, of course, to hashtag set the rules and hashtag DHW50.
I wonder if that worked.
Okay. Yeah, that
The
worked.
grand finals of
That was
the Legacy
fucking
of the Void
weird.
Championship here at DreamHack Winter is underway.
It might have been because did you just install it today?
Of DreamHack
This
here.
game?
One of these two
No.
screens going to be which one?
Huh. So it didn't ask you for a DirectX upgrade?
Good scout very early on.
Well, it was the first time I played it, but not when I installed it. It was,
Scouting options for
I don't know, I
Solar
just
later
did
on is
something
going
on
to
my
be
computer and it like freaked
quite
it the
limited,
fuck
to be
out.
honest, and still has the circuit
Ah.
so Solar will be able to, at least for a long while,
Shit
able to
happens.
see
I put the chainsword on your commander, but I didn't upgrade him. I figured, yeah, that's exactly what I would have done too.
Yeah, I get that first upgrade and then I'm gonna go towards a tank.
Zerglings do see that third now for sure. It has been
Just get this guy
planted
tanked out
Yeah, and this is a
so he
very
can just
standard
belliger
setup
run in there.
field avoid for Parting.
Yeah, pretty much tank
Couple of
and
them
damage.
gets combination
Can't
of
remember if
Oracle
it's
and Parting knows
Tarkus or the
it's
other
not
guy. I
far
think
away.
it's the other guy.
Very,
One of these
very,
two is just like rigged with
spore
the certain
curl timing
weapons.
here from Solar. That's
I
what
think it's
helps
the machine gun
get
guy.
incoming Oracle.
Yeah, he's
And in
The
the
mini.
fucking
meantime, Solar
belligerent.
is doing
That's
an
right, yeah,
amazing
because
The guy
I
who
remember
takes
now.
cover.
all of his engines
I used to
just
always
pumping
tell
out
Kay,
those
like,
drones
Targus
at
is a
high rate.
faggot, fuck him, and like, he was like, no
Yeah,
man,
well,
and like one day he went
Layers finished.
offline,
Looking
and
good
got
so
back
far.
on, and I
It's a
moved
Tuesday
around
when
all of our
players
stuff,
complete
and I
the
had the
walkthrough.
guy
I
doing
got
like
then
4,000 damage or something.
been,
He was
one
like,
of his
what? I'm like, yeah man, told you that guy's a bitch.
Warren.
He's like, oh.
And the Lair's done though, and the Spire is the choice again.
Spire.
We also saw this on Dusk Towers, that despite scouting the Stargate, seeing the Oracle, seeing that the Stargate was in play, just
Did
going
you
straight
hear
to the Spire.
something?
And I
My child.
think it's a good choice to be honest, because it opens
Why is
up
it happening
the,
so slowly?
opportunities to at the very least deal with the Prism, and the Mutas will force the Protoss into Phoenixes. And if you're comfortable playing the long game,
What the hell's
start,
happening?
the
I don't know, I
Spire
can't
is
hear
certainly not a
anything.
bad choice.
Well, it has not been spotted yet. Overseer has been morphed. I don't know how that Overseer survived next to Void Ray, but the Overseer is going to go
Are we
in and
getting
have a look
trolled?
what's going on inside this main base.
Sees no
Ah.
Stargate that could prompt Solar into making a lot of Mutas.
Did the
Yeah.
cutscene bug out?
Gas right now, only getting
Yeah, I
the melee
think
upgrade
so.
and the circling speed, of course.
Yeah.
But except that, despite Solar having a Roach Warren, he's not putting down the Hydra Den.
This is a
he's not
first
taking
for me,
roaches,
bro.
not
I've
taking
never-
damages, just saving
Never
that
seen
gas.
anything quite like
in
this.
Game number one, when Meatless was shut
Ah.
down, it's because Parting scouted the Spire in time and was able to get his defenses ready. But
yeah,
he
I'll
hasn't
admit,
seen it
I've-
yet. He has a look inside.
This one's
But
new to
over
me
there-
too.
Similar, the Oracle dropping the Revelation and sneaking in the back. We saw this same thing
Eh.
on Dusk Towers, but it seems like the Spire is in a different
Okay,
position
well,
this time.
And so
let's
we
try
have
that
no
again.
Preparation for Mutilus.
Alrighty, I am totally
Yeah,
down
this
to
is very
retry.
Good news for Solar.
Parting is scouting ever so diligently again.
Good job on the mission, man.
Find a Spire just yet.
Yeah, thank you.
We're gonna have to redo that one though, I think.
Oh,
Don't think we're gonna be able to complete it with how we played that one out.
He needs to get ready for this.
I'm like
Phoenix
picking
The
through all this
misplays were
leaf,
real.
and he's
like
spotted
picking
it
through all this
already.
leaf, trying to like find the bowl, and I just look up and it's like,
It's
I would say this is
just
definitely
orcs
done
talking
now.
and like the space marines aren't even invisible anymore. They're just standing
Drop
there.
those cannons to start those Phoenixes, but wow, look at these Mutas, they fly
oh my
so
god, I
fast.
think it's
They're
gonna do
already
it
on this third
again.
base. And gonna do a little bit of damage.
Yep. Oh my god. It's bro.
Are you fucking joking?
Fucking game is
Wow, this is really good news for Solar. He takes down 10 or so probes.
Oh wait, I can skip?
Oh, you can? How do you skip it?
Press the escape button. I spammed it. It's doing stuff. Oh my god, maybe that's not good.
And he's trying to slow down the Protoss as much as possible with these mules and then completely switching out. And this is a big play.
I'm hammering it, and it's...
Yeah, it's not skipping. It just like moved the camera way off to the side.
Just
now I'm just like looking at a rock.
What the fuck, dude?
It's like, stop pressing buttons, bitch. You look at the fucking rock now. I'm like,
he must know that he has to defend this third base, but I don't think he has enough at this moment.
Even a couple of Phoenixes getting picked off there. The mothership has so little energy and it's completely off position. No pylon overcharge. And there's no.
How did you restart it last time?
They're just running forward like it's nothing. There's nothing.
How do you do that?
F10.
A wonderful play coming out from Solar. Going one way with his tech.
So
immediately, Parting is caught with his hands by his ankles. As we can see, this is going to be completely annihilated. And all of a sudden, Parting, who started this series is now looking at his first loss in this best of 7 finals. The third base gateways are going down, and there is nothing to stop these Ravagers.
Solar's macro just looking unstoppable here as he is ravaging Parting's third base, making it look easy.
Try it
look easy
like this.
Going down, it's 2 base versus 4, and that is not what you want. And that is a big pickup and a big win. And now Parting trying to salvage the situation.
I'll let him talk about stuff for a minute.
And they are destroying everything here.
They can even
he's gonna talk for a minute. Yeah, that's for sure. This son of a bitch.
Just waiting for Parting to die.
With your fucking bionic eye.
So much here from the ground.
Think you're so fucking cool.
He gets one shot off, but it's not good enough.
He is pretty cool.
A couple of the units at the start.
Yeah, he
with
is.
this wall broken. In comes the
What is that, Thule? Before he's a dreadnought?
Yeah.
Is in so much trouble.
I'm such a badass, they had to bring me back.
And this
Fuck.
is going to be Solar's victory as he marches
Wait, how do I start it?
And the disruptor
I hit deploy.
Oh.
Okay, I'm done waiting for this fucker to talk.
He was already done talking on mine.
Oh, okay, well I can't hear him, so he just like looks like he's talking the whole time.
His way of transitioning and his way of macro in this game and the unit composition.
You know,
the way that he hit his fire and then switched right out of it as Parting was trying desperately.
2011. I never. Oh my god.
This series is not over by any means.
1200 FPS right there for a second. That was good.
Remarkable comeback game, to be honest, the way this series was going, and he played it flawlessly from the very beginning to hiding the Spire in a new location.
That's
to
fucked
then
up.
switching out of it immediately upon knowing that Parting had seen it and was starting to react. A beautiful game.
Okay, do you want to try and host?
The Spire factored into the tech switch itself, like maybe
See if that works.
Maybe Solar would think that Parting would overreact. I'm not sure, but either way, just incredibly powerful macro play and a beautiful timing to just close out the game swiftly there by Solar.
Gonna have to be a new campaign.
That's fine. That's what this one was.
Inside this game in a quick second, but excellent news for all Zerg fans worldwide. As here is a clip as Parting goes in, sees the Spire, and right now is all about anti-air stopping Mutalisk. The second Stargate is down. Phoenix is being made, losing the mothership core there as well. And then all of a sudden, 16 roaches on the way. And that is a big switch up, a big power play, and the successful one that he needed.
Yeah, the mothership core was just a little bit out of position. There was no pylon protecting the back of the third base's mineral line. And Solar just dealt too much damage with his mutas for Parting to hold on, and the attack switch was just way too strong. Curious to see how the rising stars of the scene here from Korea. Solar has had so many great results lately. But here though, in the top left of Larry Lucky Crest, playing for Yoi Flash Wolf. Give it up for Parting!
Damn it, like...
What?
Motherfucker! I just started a new campaign. Like didn't give me an option to invite anyone.
When you first click on campaign and you click on the campaign, it's up at the top.
Speedling expand. But
You do it before you click camp or before you start a campaign.
Exactly, you do it before.
But you might be able to do it in game.
There's obviously great news here for parting. The Nexus hasn't been planted yet, and he goes in and says, "Oh, hello."
And this is so fortunate.
Oh God, why won't it let me
He was
exit
about to
mission?
drop that Nexus, but this first initial scout,
F10?
of course, credit to Parting for actually scouting. But this was a little bit of luck here. If Solar had started in any other position, say the top right, would have been perfect. Shorter rush distance.
There is no just like
cross
end
positions as well,
mission.
the probe would not have been there in time, and Parting would most likely
It's
have
just
gone
like
for that
grayed
Nexus
out.
first with the 400
Can't fucking
minerals, but
select it.
instead, double gateway.
Double gateway indeed.
Wow.
He's going to prepare himself for Zerglings naturally at this point. 6 of them are on the way. And another Seth are coming down. So he's gone up to the 7th and 8th Zergling.
Alt F4 works
Pro
every
on the
time
natural
though.
here.
Sure does.
This was such an early scout, and Solar once again so unlucky. He saw the scout timing and knew that this probe reached Solar's base so fast, so surely it must be one of the close positions, right? Now
Just
he sees the milo,
fucking
though. That Overlord was actually
reopen.
turning around.
Jesus,
And
man.
Solar slings, they're in no man's land right now.
No,
Even getting the natural block.
This is crazy. What a start here for Parting. He gets the very
Can't
early
wait to
build
win the
order.
lotto and
Solar,
live
he
on a
blocks
yacht
the second base
with all my friends
from
on a
being put
giant
down as
yacht.
well.
We all just have
This
different
is a dream
stories on
start.
the yacht
That bathroom break was perfect.
with $30,000 computers. When you click shit, by God, it fucking does it the first time.
This is a disaster.
Yeah, Solar realizes that
What?
even
Right?
with
I mean,
Zerglings at the front, there's no use for him
When
to
you
press
get nice
forward
computers,
because
they
there's no
better
Nexus
work,
to attack.
right?
And this little build-over choice you put
First click
Solar
work
is
type
just
shit.
not paying off right now.
Then again, this is software
Eventually,
problems.
he
This
can
doesn't
expand,
really.
but- Oh, he's even blocking himself here.
Why is it not
Every
opening the
second
fucking
goes.
game now?
They
Are you
don't want
are
to
you
do what they
fucking
should be doing.
are you fucking
Stargate inside the main
exit
base,
Steam
slowly
then?
Parting's
I don't
moving
give a
up to take
fuck.
his next
Open
position.
up.
No rush
Now open
considering
back up
how well
now.
this started.
Solar
We're-
Zerglings seem to be a little bit
I've never
scared
gotten
now. The
trolled
evolution
so
chamber goes
fucking
down, the
hard.
Overlord gets into position.
Oh
Solar's going to
my
go for
God.
a Zergling here, and a little bit weird Stargate positioning there. Actually revealed.
Yeah, it should have been further back. That's actually just a small mistake, unfortunately.
But they stalk it though.
Pushing the Overlord back.
Solar left with no reasonable options here except for expanding.
Yeah,
a
it's
good
like the little
choice, but
icon on the main menu
putting
just
down
like doesn't work.
support
You
a little
double
bit
click
too
it
soon.
and like
It's way too soon.
doesn't do anything. The little
So
little
that's going to
spinny wheel
eat
comes
into
up for like a
his
half
economy
second.
Even further, as he will not be able to produce.
Like, hey, fuck
drones
you.
and queens
Going
at the
away now.
rate That he might want.
Very unlucky start here for Solar, and reaping all
What?
the benefits now. Is going to expand very
Yeah,
shortly,
yeah,
very
from where-
safe. Knows
yeah.
that he has an Oracle to
Yeah,
slow Solo down even further at this point.
It is very important though that Parting does not delay this for too long. He definitely needs that Nexus in order
Beam.
to keep up with the triple hatchery economy.
Closed
that
now?
Solar's hatcheries are about to
Okay.
provide.
And there it is.
You're close.
down.
All right.
And the Oracle is out and on its way to the other side of
Okay.
the map. And you can
Right.
just see how far
Now I
Solar is
can open
behind
stuff, right?
that Nexus. Oh,
Open
sorry,
Steam.
the hatchery's only just now finished in the second base. Here comes the Oracle.
Now the second spore is coming as
okay.
well. This spore in the main has been ready for quite some time. The laser's going down there, killing one drone.
Just one.
Just one. A couple of drones.
Take,
trying to
oh,
transfer
you
and
did
they get
serious
transferred.
crazy shit. You must
Three
relog
drones
back
in
into
total,
Steam. What the
that's
fuck you do?
good, but not really. You want to get
I'm like,
so
ugh.
It's good, but
it's bad.
It's not
You're
good.
fucking me right now.
Only good because
Oh,
Solar's drone count
you
is
know.
so low already.
And second Oracle
You're
now
gonna
being
need
made as
this
well as a
CD
robotic
key.
facility
Do not
just
show
yet,
me
which
again.
has
I'm
not been spotted
fucking
yet.
done
Solar
looking at
Now
that
he
CD
does see
key.
it. He sees the robotics facility now starting.
Is it tied
But
to
we'll
this
need to
account?
start
Yes. What does it
mentally
even
preparing for
fucking
what
matter?
This could mean and what this is.
I'm gonna share this game that fucking all three of my friends have.
Chance for Solar to actually scout this. So I
Fucking
think
get on with
The
it.
robotics facility yet with the Zerglings.
Alright then.
The game's gonna ask you for this key, but when it doesn't, you'll remember.
Yeah, I love that about Steam. It's like, you're gonna get asked for this key. It's like, I got asked that like one time in the existence of having Steam.
Oracles come in 2 by 2.
And then it like never asked me again for the same game.
Yeah, I have to say Solar's defense when it comes to the drones here has been quite good so far. Only losing 6 drones in total.
He's going to lose a couple more now. 4 have gone down with this secondary attack coming out.
That makes it a total of 7 drones lost. And I feel like slowly but surely Solar is making his way back into this game. but Parting is still so far ahead in technology.
And a good pickup of these Zerglings. The robotics bay is down, so it looks like Disruptor Tech is where we're headed for Parting. And Solar starting to get that creep spread. He's starting to get his economy properly online now as he crosses the 50 drone mark. But Parting still with an advantage, no doubt, because of the way this game has opened up. And what is he going to do now? He's actually accrued a good amount of adepts as he pokes forward with an observer as well.
That's quite a lot of adepts. I wonder if they could have accomplished something a little bit sooner in combination with these oracles. A little bit of a weird...
Yes, Caldera's fucking just oh my god.
Now charging forward to kill even more drones. But they're finally
I've never been trolled so hard by a game I enjoy so much.
Really far behind in technology.
You just want to play this game. Remember when you played this game before with like 512 megs of RAM? Yeah. Yeah, now it's harder to play.
Now it's harder to play because you can't play it.
It fails to load
Good
up.
luck getting the game to work.
With those shades escaping, Parting saves most of his adepts.
And they do back off. Disruptor number 1 is on the way, and it's going towards the Warp Prism. So we are going to see some Disruptors drops into the mineral lines.
Oh,
After this mission, I'll give you the commander.
It's just black. I just have a black screen and text.
Quite possibly.
Really?
Yeah, it's just like the video did load up, so it's just text at the bottom.
You gotta reinstall the game, man.
Going up to those,
That's not good.
gases, getting that Spire technology finally.
Why is my game fucked up? I just installed it.
Gravitic drive, speed, warp prism with disruptors.
Absolutely, it could be
Download
huge.
didn't go down the right way or something. I don't know. It ain't right.
Something. I have to verify my file integrity.
What is he looking at? Drones, units.
Uh-oh.
Queens
Towards the main
Please
base
tell
there.
me you're just...
trying to get
Oh my
it
god, you're
but
talking
not
more?
So far, gets one drone.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Hits there.
Yeah, quite a lackluster shot there, I would say.
Oh my.
When I was hosting, it loaded the videos, but now that I'm like the second player, it's not loading video.
Getting the +1 weapons
It just
upgrade,
gives me text.
and Solar getting ready with the
Oh my.
I hope you can understand the storyline from just this little bit of conversation.
Oh my
Orcs.
god, this shit's so broken. How many? What's your FPS though? Must be incredible.
600.
30 seconds for that
Yeah.
countdown.
680.
Back in. But
Oh, it was
overall,
681 for
how would you address
4.
Solar's position after
What,
that
692?
back goal? Is he recovering? Has he recovered?
Black screen?
I would
Is it
definitely think
okay?
that
Oh,
What?
the game's totally broken and frozen.
so many Zerglings being produced without really accomplishing anything that he would be.
This is like
Now the supply is actually
Not working.
quite reasonable. 115
Okay.
for Solar.
I get it. I get it now. Just
Those adapts
okay.
not accomplishing much. That helped, and the oracles. I feel like those oracles were.
Oh man.
Truly didn't pay off in terms.
maybe
of
it's because I don't have number
And
2
right now,
installed
likewise, the
or Chaos
oracles,
Rising
perhaps
installed.
the disruptors as well for the time
Maybe.
being.
I don't know. All I know is this black
Yeah,
screen
perhaps
ain't going
part of
nowhere.
He had the units, but the execution was just a little
Look
lackluster.
at that. Loses an oracle easily as well.
Yeah, or maybe it's just Solar's defense being that great, but I can't help but feel that part
Okay.
of control is a little bit better. Could be those nerves.
Well, that was a good half hour.
Couple of Zerglings moving up here.
Oh
testing the
my
waters.
god, what have we learned?
Revelation comes down to the hatchery. Not going to do too much.
Nothing!
Well, the Spire is
I
almost
was just saying, what
completely
was I supposed to learn?
Oh, that's going to be
Not to
very
install
hard now.
games?
He has not seen it at all. And at the moment,
Fucking
it's 30
Sega.
roaches instead of
I
the
swear to
Spire. Maybe
God.
we'll use it a little bit later on, but that's a high amount of roaches being built.
At the same time, though, look at this. Blink and Phoenixes in production. It seems like Parting has at least some idea that it would be wise to get some anti-air capabilities here.
There's something else we can
And these roaches
try?
and Link have
I
broken
don't-
into this next over. He's got to be very careful because disruptors are not far.
And there's one sentry as well, which could force field. Drops one, but it's way too late. A little sloppy there. Bit of a waste of energy because Parting doesn't have that many sentries.
And he's got
Only
definitely making a couple of mistakes here. Warps in 3 additional sentries. The warp prism though loaded up with 2 disruptors.
But
And there is a lot of units in the middle of the map here.
If this prism were to run into the units. So many Ravagers. I'm so surprised that Solar went for the Ravager technique instead of
Alright. One more time.
Saw this target, Phoenix
One more
something,
time.
maybe
Uno
that-
mas.
maybe not go for it after all.
Hey, I'm not at a black screen anymore. Okay.
Protect the third base will lock down and trap couple of units that get hit by it.
Yeah, meanwhile, Solar's getting the 4th base. It's actually up already with the gases 7 and 8, allowing him to make a lot of technology units, such as the Lurker. The Lurker then almost being complete here.
You know how they
Very
celebrate off
expensive
treatment
load.
day, like when kids are done with their
Prisoners, Hydras
treatments?
were chasing it down at the same time. Parting is
I guess
on
maybe
creep.
you don't because you're not in the clinic as much as
The
I
army
am,
supply
but
heavily in
on
favor.
someone's last
watch
day, they always bring
all
up
the
parties.
shooting, right?
Very
Happy
careful
out there
with what he's
day
doing.
This is
to
a
you.
very low amount of disruptors as well.
Garen
I'm very
2.0, is this good?
Sorry, guys.
Parting right now. It's better to stay behind here
Yeah, it's good.
on these bases where it's much easier to defend. These disruptors.
The first one was Darius, that one broke.
No.
No. Locks in a few rushes though, and they can be.
I'm like, well,
Swiftly
Noxus didn't work.
executed
Let's
later
try
with those,
fucking
disruptors.
Demacia, I
Is
guess.
he going to hit the time in here? It's very easy. You can see the countdown on these units.
Oh my
He's going to
god.
surround them by the looks of it.
I'll tell you right now.
And in the meantime,
screen
Solar
is
just
black
macroing,
with
getting those
text.
Lurkers, spreading that creep. The creep has actually reached almost halfway.
Oh my
They're
god.
just going to get picked off. Poor thing.
Yeah, nice and easy catch there.
Let's
Two
hopefully,
disruptors, though,
let's
inside
hope that
war
this loads
prison.
up this time.
Is he going to
It'll
finally
do
get
it.
some big hits?
It's
down? He
alright.
hasn't had anything yet, and one ball goes in, and that's a pretty
Oh.
decent hit. 5 workers.
Yeah, man.
7 workers in total, then backs off.
Quite good.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, just testing the waters here.
It totally
Nothing
just
set
froze
too
up.
Far on creep. I like that. Just taking things very
Yeah.
slow
Didn't
and
it?
easy. A little bit
No, it's
surprised.
not frozen yet.
Unfortunately, Parting is unable to produce any additional disruptors.
Is there video
And,
going on?
Solar's- Wow, with a very cute and nice small move out here.
What's
Denying his
happening?
fourth.
Oh, the
Fortunately,
video's
very nice
going
timing
and
here
it's
by Solar,
stopped.
Just sending a
Sorry.
few roaches to the top.
All right,
Yeah, perfectly
and
timed there. Very well done.
But he
He's
will
gonna
lose the
these
roaches for it, so that's a very
But at the same
expensive
time,
trade.
Solar is
Oh.
actively moving up, and this is huge because Parting is majorly out of position, and there are lurkers this
Did
time.
you already leave the game?
Simple mistake, and all the lurkers burrowing next to the disruptors.
And they don't do too much there. Lurkers absolutely everywhere, and he
no.
moves his lurkers, and now Parting in a lot of trouble. This is a great position for Solar.
Parting looked out of his very own base here as all the
That's
lurkers are
fucking
moving
weird,
up.
man.
And he has to move all the way back here with his slow Protoss units, completely caught out
Are you
of
still in the game?
position here.
This is a brilliant
I think
move
so.
from Solar, and he traps Parting, and Parting's got to come back to defend. He sends one disruptor ball in. It gets a bit of a hit. Photon overcharge everywhere on the left-hand side on these pylons. And is Parting defending? Another disruptor ball goes in.
I have to say, only losing 8 probes so far, very impressive by Parting. Those lurkers not really dealing that much economic damage, and big disruptors.
I have an
He's got to
idea.
be careful though,
Here,
but he's
here,
fully
try
dealing with this.
and
I think
exit
this
the
is a
game,
remarkable
assault
defense
F4 or
considering the
whatever.
circumstances. He's going to take down another lurker.
Yeah, considering
When
the
you
army supply, this was a
exit the
brilliant
game,
move by Parting.
I
And
exit, but
catching the lurkers, killing the overseers. And in the
Alt F4 doesn't do anything.
Wow, that looked like Solar had him in a perfect position.
Oh, man.
But Parting with the recovery.
He was so far out of position.
That's,
I expected a
new.
recall, but no, he just kept it calm.
You know what does
moved
work?
back,
Closed
and he held.
window.
Absolutely crazy.
And now he pushes forward onto the edge of creep. He's got to come back to deal with these roaches, and Solar needs to start thinking what his next plan is. Currently, he's just rebuilding what he lost. More roaches,
Sign-in
more
changes
ravages,
have
more
occurred.
lurkers.
What?
Exactly what we talked about earlier before this game began. How difficult.
Oh, some big hits.
Alright.
Takes down high amounts of units, and that is excellent. That's exactly what he needs. And wow, Solar tried a very similar move. And now he pushes forward onto the edge of creep. He's got to come back to deal with these roaches, and Solar.
I think this
needs to
game
start
just might
thinking
be
what
too
his
old,
next plan
man.
is. Currently, he's just rebuilding what he lost. More roaches, more ravages, more lurkers.
This is exactly what we
Holy
talked about
fuck,
earlier
this
before
keeps
this game
breaking.
began. How difficult.
Oh, some big hits coming out from Parting.
Why
Takes
must
down
you keep
high amounts of
breaking?
units, and that is excellent. That's exactly what he needs. And wow, Solar tried a very similar move to what he did, but the disruptors were waiting, and they had some game-winning strikes.
Yeah, despite the fourth being so difficult to
Better yet,
protect
why
here,
is there no
Parting is
save
actually
data
staying
on
in
this
with
game?
style. He's controlling so well against the lurkers.
You have all
here.
kinds of crazy saved shit.
Couple of lurkers on the watchtower though, dealing a little bit of damage, but these disruptor shots are going to deal with them. No?
Oh, he
They
missed
do
it,
miss.
unfortunately. You've got to be a little bit careful. He's had some good fights, but he doesn't want to overextend in the middle of the map here as he is being chased out.
Yeah, but by keeping this position in the middle, he's preventing any further move-outs from Solar. He doesn't want Solar to go up to the top and drag Parting out of position, but now Parting is moving himself out of position almost with these Blink Stalkers in the bottom and the Disruptors as well, and that leaves his fourth base very, very exposed.
Oh, he catches one lurker.
Oh, no. This is so ambitious, and look at all those Stalkers fall. That's a massive hit there for Parting, losing so many of them.
Yeah, he's got to be very careful. I know he loves his
And
forward
he's
blink.
losing the fourth, and the Mothership Core was in production as well.
And
Parting He's in so much trouble.
This has gone from looking okay to looking pretty bad for Parting.
Oh,
Is he still on the other side of the map?
This move out on the left-hand side of the map was a disaster for Parting.
And now DT's
I'm gonna try and play through the first level by
It's
myself really quick and then invite you to the second level.
As you can see, the supply difference heavily favoring Solar, who's still on the other side of the map with roaches. These
I don't know what else.
Are being defensive and are keeping them
What
away
else
from
there
his
is
third.
to try? I mean,
Continues to try to push forward.
Yeah, these DTs are the MVPs of this match. Without them, it would be much
oh,
more
thank
difficult
God
for
I
Parting to hold on.
I
But
can
now he's
skip all the
actually
fucking
pushing Solar
missions.
using these disruptors.
I
can't
can
believe
skip
it.
all the
He's
things.
pushing, he's still a little bit less in supply, and he's going to get a big hit there onto the roaches. But still, 4 lurkers
Oh,
to
these
DTs. Still chasing all the way from the other side of the map. Another disruptor hit onto the lurkers, and continued warpers as stalkers.
Can't believe how Parting is doing it. He's
He
up
puts
in army
onto the
supply.
lurkers, he's absolutely
You might want to
crazy, but
try
he's gonna go for it, he's
installing
got a supply lead, and passing continues to assault.
Chaos Rising or whatever.
He goes up 3-1. And this guy,
Incredible. I was so sure that was a tactical blunder, but Parting proving me wrong. Such an amazing attack there. Maybe the lurker positioning just wasn't there from Solar, and Parting just executing his controls so flawlessly. Popping those Guardian shields, using those disruptor shots to great effect, controlling them individually.
yeah, some
Everything at once.
And now Parting. 1 game away. Overlord sees this all as well.
Third base being blocked though. Very good move by Parting here. Going to delay that for a little bit. And currently no gas in response to this. Just going for the triple hatchery gasless Zerg style. One of the most common ways to play PvC or CVP right now.
Well, this is a highly pressured situation now for Solar. A very comfortable one for Parting, obviously. He's got room for error, room for mistakes. But Solar has nothing, no room at all. But here we go. Let's start to see how this shapes up. The Cybernetics core is down. The probe is going to leave as he's done his job of harassment and scouting and figuring out what exactly Solar's up to. He returns back and is going to hold his Alnogi Tower for now. And what are the choices of strategy going to be? The opening build orders now have fully unfolded. But where do we go, Snoot? Where do we go? No gas is taken yet from Solar.
No second gateway, one of the builds that we saw used the most versus Zerg in this tournament, and that usually means some sort of technology, the Stargate, in the back here for Parting. So much Stargate usage in this series so far. I'm a little bit amazed.
Especially considering that the previous series they played, it was almost non-Stargate.
Yeah,
it was pure Robo.
Yeah, just in this tournament in general, not really seen all much Stargate play.
Yeah, the Greek gods were very fucked up.
So very cool to see like a bit more of a traditional Heart of the Swarm.
I like the Greek gods just because it's like,
a little bit just throughout this tournament.
you know, God is supposed to be, or man is supposed to be made in the image of man, but God never makes blunders. No, I'm pretty sure he does, and that's why I like the Greek gods, is because they make fucking blunders.
You did jinx it indeed, as the Oracle is going to get spotted. A good scout here from Solar, coming around the backside.
Going to have those spores in time, almost a bit too soon again, but better.
I think that their religious stories are better than the Bible's stories in most
That's
cases.
a good scout from Solar. Nice preparation early on, still droning very heavily at this point. There are a couple of units pushing forward from Partin.
This is the same type of push that he used on the Dusk Towers map, the one salad.
Yeah, that's not bad.
As well. And then the Oracle's coming in. I wouldn't be surprised to see a second Oracle, but just a...
Hun, Zeus is fucking his sister, okay? I'm pretty sure that's worse than a person being... was tricked into eating a fruit of hell so she couldn't leave. Yeah.
He's actually using the Oracle to take down these Zerglings to assist these Adepts. Adepts throw their hallucinated cells into the main base. He's going to teleport over there.
Oracle getting dangerously low there.
He does teleport in, and he's already picked off 4 drones. He's going to town here, 5.
Oh, the Spore even blocking some of the surface area, but a little bit of a misclick on the spawning pool as well from Parting.
6 workers have gone down. He takes a 7th as well.
Oh.
Although I loaded up Dawn of War, so I don't see why it would matter.
Nice attack from Parting.
Especially considering the speed of his third Nexus. It's fully established with pylons untouched, which means the Mothership Core can defend it nice and easy. An Oracle and Void Ray still around to protect it as well. So a good position to be in.
The classic 2-base transition here, Robotics and Twilight. following this third base here from Parting. Zerglings still very slow, unable to do much versus this overcharge here from the Mothership Core.
Speed about to finish for these Zerglings as they look to deal anything, and they're not going to achieve anything here. The Photon Overcharge activated on that pylon, push these back. Oval is being cleaned around by Parting, and it is the Spire choice once again.
Oh, no. The Oracle goes down, and that's going to limit Parting's options here when it comes to scouting the Spire.
And what does he do now? He doesn't know what's going on. I think he just cancelled Blink, by the way, and went over for the Adept upgrade instead.
At least a Warp Prism here. I like this choice a lot because it's going to allow Parting to at least get into Solar's main base somehow. Yeah. Voidray, of course, is nice, but now it's just preventing scouting.
Darkus, shut the fuck up!
This Voidray probably will not be able to see that Spire though.
Currently very limited.
Why are you talking?
The last like 40 minutes have just been like the solid face palm.
Sure.
I know, right?
That Spire.
Voidray going down to poke the gas a little bit. Not going to.
And Steam every once in a while just keeps saying, Steam requires a special code.
Is he expecting fireplace added on another cannon? It would be a full guess at this point if he is starting to prepare for it.
Yeah, Solar
incredibly risky.
Solar having been very clever not to reveal too many units. If he kept making Zerglings, it would be very obvious as to what was happening, but he's only showing a limited amount of Zerglings at the front.
Crazy. Parting's predicting this. He's anticipating it. Even though he hasn't seen it for sure and hasn't got confirmation, but he's still building Phoenixes. He's adding on cannons in good locations. Can't believe this. We see 9 Mutalisks on the way, backed up by a couple of Corruptors.
Great presence of mind here from Parting,
there.
But his tech choice is not the very best for dealing with this. There's no second Stargate.
Yeah.
The Twilight, it initially went for the Blink, but it was cancelled, and now he's getting the Resonating Glaives instead. And that's not what you
See
want
if
to have
it works this
now
time.
He's for sure. He's for sure the Voidray goes down, and Parting goes back to building more Phoenixes. Second Stargate is down. More cannons have been added on.
right
couple. And with Warpins, perhaps, and the Photon Overcharge can keep this at bay for now.
The very scary sentries with the Guardian Shield there. Pylon Overcharge going off again, and this is a very solid defense so far from Parting.
And this has bought enough time to get a third Phoenix out.
Disruptors as well.
You gonna throw me the chapter?
Switch up, which we saw previously with the roaches.
I don't remember
but it is
how.
pure air for the time being.
Up
And
in
an attack
the.
coming in here from
Oh.
Solar.
I think that's only on the other one. Or maybe we have to be further in the game.
I think we might have to be further in the game. But I think it's on the left side. Or you just click and drag.
Oh, good economy. I think this is amazing.
Yeah, it's
Solar,
not
unlike the previous game,
anything like
he's
that.
not transitioning right
It's
now.
not on the
He's
left
sticking
side,
to
it's
his
usually on the
Sky
top
style.
left.
Yeah, so this fleet beacon from Parting is
Yeah, squad
So
deployment
far, so good
screen.
for Parting to take this 4-1. It's going that way.
Up the
but
top
let's see what
left,
Solar
there's
can
those
do.
3
He
little
comes into the
things.
natural. He looks for the probes. He's gonna
Yeah,
get
I can't
coupled.
click on
No,
that one.
just backs off again. But the Phoenixes, and they haven't been revealed as well, which I think is super interesting here. Now they are going to be a Solar sends one in, and that
that prompts some additional.
You can't switch us. I mean, it's okay if we can't switch yet.
Getting the infestation pit for that scary hive tech with the Vipers and the parasitic bomb, just sticking on corrupted Muta, as if it was harder to swallow.
My
taking this game to the
fucking
skies.
god.
Absolutely.
Oh my god. I'll make those little guy fall in love with me. What kind of beans?
Incredibly fast here. One Phoenix does go down. Nice grab there from Solar.
So I click deploy and it just makes the noise like I stopped the cooldown and it says cooldown cancel. Or countdown cancel.
To be running on 10 gases, I believe.
Very, very healthy indeed.
Oh my god, it's so juicy.
Spots this, and I think he's going to turn his attention to deny a very easily taken base. This may trigger Parting to come out and defend.
One last
Does he have
time.
enough to actually defend it?
I will only do this one more time.
Is he going to keep up this force?
He comes in with his
Oh,
Phoenixes.
this is so
They're not
good.
in range yet, but they're in high
This
numbers. He
better
loses
work.
one Phoenix. He's going to lose almost a
Or
second.
that's
And he's
it.
going to try and defend this.
Yeah, Adept's putting in a lot of work against the Zerglings here, but look at this, the fourth going down.
Oh, he's got a disruptor in there. How is he going to use it? I don't think he's going to use it at all, but here we go.
Okay, okay, here we go, here we go. Alright. Okay. Alright, let's see if we get fucked.
Trying to defend this fourth base location. Probably was
We'll
not
be able to
the right
tell in the
choice
first
to
like
do
2
so.
fucking
And
seconds.
He couldn't defend it. And now he's lost his army and he's lost his fourth.
Too much too soon, too many disruptors. There was not really
Don't
a whole
fuck
lot on
me,
the ground
God.
for Solar, only
Don't
Zerglings.
fuck
You
me,
don't
God.
need disruptors against Zerglings. Adepts,
Don't you fuck us.
Zealots alone, even Zealots, they deal with them very well.
And now the Phoenix range is done, but there's hardly any Phoenixes left, and that base goes down, and Solar on the comeback.
No.
He sends in a Disruptible, it's going to get a lot
Fuck.
of these Zerglings, but the problem is in the air, and the air cannot be stopped at this point. He takes down the Mothership
Yep.
core,
Well.
and Solar
Oh,
no, it worked.
yes! Yes!
And he's breaking into the third, and now
No, we got it to get past this part. It used to just like
Oh my
start and they would stop. They would just like sit there. And like the guys would unstealth and they would still just be standing there. It was just like, wait, what?
One more win from Solar to bring this to match point. Here, Harding. Solar has to be laughing to himself right now of this fake probe scout.
Does Solar, I mean, there's not too much you could change in this build. It's already down there.
It's hatchery.
Will he be okay?
Yes, very standard. He should be okay. I mean, if there's one build to stop this with, it has to be this one. I mean, of
Look at
course
them
you
just
have
like
builds
get fucking
Whirlpool, which would be able to
fish in
shut
a
down the
barrel,
pylon.
man.
Yeah.
Fish in a
But,
fucking
Solar
barrel.
is going to show us here. This is going to be a very educational game for all our ladder experiences in the future on how to defend this attack from parting.
All right, well, obviously a lot of Zerglings are going to be made very, very early on, and Spine Crawl in the main base as well, because all it is about for Solar.
I like I was
is
said to
getting
do
a
one
high
thing and
amount
I
of
was like
Zerglings
already
just
on it.
overwhelming at this moment.
What's this? An expansion?
Revive him so that he may join your attack.
No? No? Maybe?
I think we're in a maybe zone.
Waiting with those zealots. Parting still doesn't know that Solar knows.
And here we go. First three Zealots get shown in Solar, as we already knew about this. More
And
Zealots on the way.
So far, Solar seems to just be sacrificing this natural, or is he just waiting for the Zerglings to then come and protect it?
Oh, this Nexus is down
Oh,
on this.
this
He's going to
one-point
catch the
Zealot.
Zealot. The Zealot's trying to run away and find an area where he can hide.
Meanwhile, the Nexus is going down for Parting back at home.
And there's
And that's-
Zerglings are on the other side of the map. Are they going to come back? Are they going to try to defend this?
Oh, that's so greedy by Parting. He's going to lose all of the Zealots here at home, and without the Cyber Core, I don't think he will be able to protect this massive swell of Zerglings.
Spinecrawler moving down, Zerglings.
Oh, yeah,
splitting
get
their forces.
mowed
Still
down,
waiting. Zerglings being not
motherfuckers.
far away from
Eat it,
finishing.
orcs.
Pure
Eat
Zerglings
it.
at this point.
Oh.
And if Solar just crushes all these Zealots and goes to the other side of the map, I'm not sure that Parting can get a wall up in time.
Maybe Solar is just going to counter immediately.
He's going,
then-
he's going. He's on the other side of the
Yeah.
map. He's got a Spinecrawler, Queen, and 18 additional Zerglings to help protect this.
Parting being so greedy with this. Going for the Nexus before the Cyber?
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to game number 7. I don't want to curse it, but right now it's looking like it as Solar gets towards the pylon.
Oh, it's
and
being
Parting's
complete.
in so much trouble. Zergling speed is complete. There's a lot of Zealots here.
These Zealots don't have
Back
charge,
up.
not as strong
Back up,
against the
man.
Zerglings
Look at this.
just yet.
There's nothing over here. There's nothing.
Oh, no. This is a disaster for Parting. Going for that Nexus before the Mothership Core?
And here we go. Zealots are going to go for the attack. Zerglings move back towards the Spinecrawler, but they're going down. And this
Oh, no.
is going to push
Solar.
us to game number 7. Parting, what have you done? You've decided to do this, but it is Game 7 is upon us.
Solar putting on the amazing display there on how to deal with this
Get
party
Shrek.
and just how to scout and open in general on this map. This is the thing about Solar. He's so solid. No cheese can rock this guy.
That was a great hold and a more importantly, great scout. To see it, he sent a drone up there, and now it all comes down to one single map to decide.
Wow.
First place and second place to decide
What?
$10,000 or $20,000 to decide.
They stopped
Unfortunately,
capturing it
loser
like a
and champion.
millisecond
A big
before I
moment
should
for
have.
both sides now. It's going to be on a big, juicy map, Ruins of Ceres. We love a big map to finish this one up. But wow, what a decision from Parting. It could have been a game-winning, could have been a tournament-winning decision.
It could have been a tournament-winning decision, but against the player
They're making
as
him
experienced as Solar in a high-pressure situation in a tournament like this, I'm not so sure.
And this was the simple decision from Solar to split up, to get into the mineral line.
I mean, going for the proxy itself, sure, but expanding before getting.
I like how they ran behind us and I accidentally made my setup backwards so it actually worked.
Good wraparound, sealed the deal.
Oh, he actually turns. It's just kind of slow.
That was that. A very simple
Yeah,
game.
Solar
Number 6.
making this look oh so easy. Not sacrificing his natural, even just buying time, using the slow Zerglings at first, then using these speedlings, and most importantly, stopping droning at a very, very appropriate time.
Welcome to the meat
Which one of these
grinder.
two will take that trophy? They've taken championships
Today we're
before
serving
in DreamHack,
orc.
but now a lot of thoughts, a lot of builds, strategies. What will they choose that will be the difference between winning and losing now, as they both prepare for one final time this evening after 3 days of action? 24 StarCraft players joined us on day
Well, that
one.
level got shit
We
on.
cut them down to
Green
half
skin
ready for
horde,
day 2,
back.
where we had 12 starts. And we then came down to 6 on day 3, and finally,
Somehow
we are
I
here
like
with only
I've
2
never gone
left.
these achievements.
Solar and Parting.
That's part of why I'm doing
All
this,
for that
because I don't have
trophy.
any achievements for this game for some reason.
And here we go. Game 7.
I think I have achievements for this game.
Spawning in the bottom left here.
Not
Match
many.
point on Ruins of Siraz. It is parting.
And down up here as the Blue Zerg player playing for Samsung Galaxy. It's Solar.
Down to 1 man.
Do you want Avitus and I'll take Cyrus, or?
It's the very first
You can't
Premier
change yet.
Legacy of the Void tournament
Okay.
here at DreamHack.
Absolutely crazy. It's been a great tournament. We've seen some of the best StarCraft games in a very, very long time. And it feels very right to finish this one with a 7-map final. Of course, hopefully, and I'm sure a lot more Legacy of the Void tournaments to come around the corner as we near the end of 2015 and enter a new era in 2016.
And oh my, oh my.
I threw
Double
stuff on
gateway.
your guys.
To start this off, he's not scouting
Alright.
in the right direction, and Solar is seen
And this
where
is
Parting in as this hit his Overlord.
This is a different type of double gateway. This is not the double gateway we know.
And you using those two is actually probably a good idea, just because the Force Commanders kind of like throw them in there, and then Cyrus is more of a more micro character.
Solar, on the other hand, he saw Parting nice and early. Great scout there with the Overlord. Seeing Parting in the first position.
Yeah, and you should
going
probably
for that
start looking up
horizontal
the
expansion
places we need
layout.
to
And
call
currently
in.
in the
I don't know
gas
why
as
it does that.
just going
If
for
I
the
accidentally
safe
click deploy twice, it
and
just
find
like
the true triple
freaks
hat trick,
out
of
and
course,
will not
really
deploy
cool
ever again. I have to restart
approach,
the
but there
whole
we see the
fucking
gas as
lobby.
well.
That's
going
really
to be
weird.
Very, very useful.
Yeah, I guess I could do
against
the
this
other
double
mission,
gateway before expansion play.
but I think I'll lose
What do you think
the
about the
thing
gas
from the
on
other
the
one.
second
Fuck
base
it, it
here
doesn't
instead of
matter.
inside the main?
Nope,
It's
it does
just a
matter. It
minor
won't start.
detail, and it's not going to matter all too much.
Dumb.
It's
What is it? What happens if Parting never spots it? Is that not something you can use?
Okay.
that is true. But still, just a minor detail. It's not
Okay.
going to affect the game too much, as most of the time
Can
the
you open
Protoss
the
are going to
window?
make units to deal with
I'm
initial pressure.
overheated.
Wait,
Oh, I know.
What?
Did Parting scout the third base?
What is-
Possibly, I'm not sure. No,
I-
he didn't. Solar.
What does that have to do
Fuck.
with opening
I
the
think
window?
Solar is being indecisive here.
Fuck
He's
gut
going for the gas.
wrencher. He's gonna get
Still
pooped
got
on.
space, right?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Gut
excuse me.
wrencher?
I was thinking.
Yeah,
you know,
gut
regular
wrencher.
game terms.
Some
But
new.
he's seen that it.
He sees that the natural is so delayed that he's just saying, okay, let's stick to 2 bases. So good choice from Solar there.
What is?
Look,
That
he
guy.
thinks he's badass.
Ah, that guy.
1 base, 2 more gates in the robo.
There's a lot of
Parting is going to
units.
1 base this all game long, and Solar is just staying on his 2 bases.
I mean,
Gets
he's
to
Fuck
the
the
surrounded.
gut
He's
round.
at
wrencher.
depths, and I don't know what Parting's thinking. He goes
What's
in and
auto? Oh.
loses
Parting,
2
Parting.
instantly. What is
We're about to
doing?
crush
What are
him
you
with our
doing?
300 frames.
Circling speed's on its way. Warp Prism also
Go!
coming out from Parting.
Oh.
What is he looking to achieve here?
This Overlord sees everything
Yeah.
as well. Parting didn't
Oh
take
my
minutes to
God.
actually, remove
Yes,
this
these
Overlord
graphics
from
are
the
very
field.
good for
This is
2003.
starting to look very dire for Parting. If Solar
The
had the
fucking-
experience to defend the cheese in the
The
last game,
fucking go.
I mean, surely he must have the experience. He's played so many games. of
So I'm
practice.
gonna have
Surely
another
he
late
must have the
charge then.
experience to defend this 1 base build as well.
Is there a back out plan from this one,
This
Parting?
is just a 4 gate. This build has been around since the beginning of time in StarCraft 2.
There's Queens, there's Zerglings, there's the Spine Crawler.
Sure, it's with a Warp Prism, but it's still a 1 base 4 gate.
That still
And
isn't.
Solar has got so many units there. He's got Zerglings to counter pressure Parting at the moment.
And there's no Mothership Core to actually
And here
overcharge
we go,
these
the warping
pylons.
comes, but the Warp Prism is obviously going to be a target here for the Queens. The Adepts come in.
Gas is on the way, but no Roach Warren just yet. Adepts are insanely powerful against Zerglings. Shifting over into the natural.
And there's
nice
a lot
position.
of Zerglings here, and they got speed, and they're going to get a wraparound, and the cooldown is on. No, it's now off.
Ooh, nice position behind the mineral lines, though. Parting doing a great job putting the adapts where they take minimal damage.
And so far, not really too much dealt here by Parting. He's getting a couple of drone kills here and there, but
he's
getting
these
so
adapts.
shut down. And
Oh, no. This is a horrible build choice from Parting. Nothing is working his way so far.
he's chrono boosting his gateways. He warps in and or will warp in another round and attempt a frontal attack, but there's 40 Zerglings out with more on the way.
We need to just get the credit card paid off fully first.
Back here.
Like, that's the biggest
Parting
thing right now, is
needs
getting that paid
critical
off.
mass of adepts, but right now I'm not sure if he will ever be able to reach it. Sure, there's a lot of them though.
There's
But
a lot of
Solar-
them. And he's going to
Solar has
snipe
a
one
lot.
of these queens, but here come the Zerglings. They're going to get a wraparound onto these adepts.
Well, if the
And here
credit
we see
card
Parting
isn't a
send them
thing,
into
then
main base. Some of
that's
these are
like
gonna
an
go down
extra
incredibly fast. He does use the
$200
warp prism and pick them
literally.
up. And some of them inside. Only 4 survive. Only 4 survive here. The Zerglings are coming through. He moves his drones off the line, and these guys are going to go down incredibly fast. Parting an Immortal starts in production, and Solar so solid. His defense is perfect. His game reading and understanding of what he needs to do is working.
Yeah.
But Parting,
Canceling that third base, so essential. Just staying on 2 base. Such great reads from Solar. Always having that over there. Parting didn't even attempt to clean it out. It's so strange to me that he would not remove that Overlord from the field here.
Sentry's in this war
I think
prism.
so.
Could see
It
him.
has
I have
been
a
just
form
about, but Zerglings
change of
already back.
address thing.
That could have been super dangerous if he got that forced on the ramp. He's still going to try and
Still
go
look
for
Solar
it.
out in the main though. He's going towards the ramp. Maybe. Yeah. And Solar is blocked out. There's no rounders
I
here.
can't believe it. He's forced about the
Is
ramp.
Parting gonna do this?
No, he walks in a bunch of other units. The war prism! The war prism! Oh, the war prism goes down, and that is huge! And there is nothing left here for Parting to continue to warp in. The force fields are running out. There's one left. And when that last force field is out, the Zerglings
Why
will
is this
go
one
through.
squad
And
fucking
Parting,
invincible?
The war prism taken down, and that is it.
He made
There's
an
nothing
immortal.
left.
He made an immortal.
We've been
instead
fighting
of a
this
second
one
place.
squad for like
Supposed to
10
lose that prism
minutes.
In the first place, they sell it. Gets surrounded by the Zerg, surrounded by the Swarm.
11 drones were killed though in this. The worker count is low for Solar. There's still a high amount of Zerglings though. Parting gonna
believe
go
this.
for it again. The Immortal now moving.
That was
across
a
the
very
map with handful
odd
of units.
fight.
Another warp prism is being made.
Oh, and these Zerglings running into the death.
Yeah, that
Every
was
unit is so
strange.
valuable right now.
2 Immortals as well. Can Parting still
There's
make
a
this
thing up
work?
here,
The
though.
Spinecrawler
Oh,
repositions,
make
12 more
make
Zerglings
Cyrus
were on the
invisible
way.
and
What
blow
is
up that
this
fucking
War
building.
Prism, I wonder. Could be sentries, could be adepts.
It's
4
adepts.
adepts.
A lot of lings though.
Or they're
A lot of
not
lings.
in
The
it.
force fields are gonna have to be spectacular, and he's loading into the main
The
base.
elevator drop. Parting using that.
61 lings are out though.
Oh, and a probe as well.
I'm not sure what that pro's here for, but he's going to go in for the wrap around. The force fields do cut a lot of this up, but he's going to take the fight. And here we go. Does he have enough Zerglings to shut this down? It looks like there is a lot of Zerglings and even more coming through. Is Solar going to win the championship right here, right now? Parting has the control for his life. His tournament championship is on the line. He gets picked out, and he has to evacuate, and Solar holds on again. What an incredible last game here. These Immortals are so low in health, and Solar is chasing, and he's going to pick up the last couple of units, and the pickup has to be called again from Parting, who's down half the supply of his opponent, who is charging to the other side of the map with a Baneling Nest finishing up as well.
That was
he
needed.
Can blow up the structures and get inside the main. And Parting with a choice to be so aggressive, it doesn't look like it's working.
I'm gonna go look for the rest of the
With the force field on the
packs that we can pick up.
losing the war prism
Don't bother
completely
because,
shuts down Parting.
or unless
Very
we're out
smart
of
with the
med
prism,
kits.
But it's not going to be enough. These immortal touches, eventually they have to fall.
Back out, man, back out. You're taking a lot of damage.
To pick up the Immortal. But you remember on the other side of the map, we do have some Zerglings. 18, 20 additional. Solar is coming for his 3rd DreamHack Championship. All he's got to do is keep Parting at bay for now. He's breaking through this gateway. A TG is called.
Yeah, let's bring him into this funnel. There we go. That was a good grenade.
4 games to 3 versus Parting. An excellent performance. He was down 3 games to 1, but he has turned it around and is
Dude, fucking die.
the Void DreamHack champion.
I was gonna say if we need to, we can always run back to that thingamajiggy.
amazing macro skills and defense of multiple aggressive builds. Truly a champion here at DreamHack with that amazing, amazing surge play. Parting making it close though.
You can't help but feel Parting let this one slip away, but it is Solar at the end of the day who picks up the championship, grabs himself
God, Cyrus, you suck.
$20,000, and of course is a
Cyrus is actually
StarCraft
really
2
good
champion.
if
We're gonna
you
head
know
over
what
to the
you're,
stage now.
if
As
you
can
like,
see, Smix
you use
is
them correctly.
with Solar. Congratulations to Solar, a very impressive victory.
You just can't hit anything. Just
You-
misses every fucking shot.
Yeah, usually I just stealth and do an assassin bomb something with him.
After practicing so hard, you had over 1,500 games under your belt. You practiced so hard for this tournament, and now you won that prize. You are the champion. You must be so proud of yourself.
I just want to say happy first. And when I losing in 3-1, and I was my mentor was.
Why are you still
almost
going?
broken. But I feel, and I'm thinking about my teammates for practice harder, and my parents, my friends. So I get some more calmer, and that's why I can win. I can come back.
Now, Solar, up until this finals, you looked absolutely unstoppable. You had only lost one map, but this final series was so intense. It went all 7 games. What do you think was different about this series? What did Parting do different?
I think when Parting lost set on Prion, I think he gets a mental break. I think.
Yeah.
So his mental was broken, so I can get easy win on
How?
set 7.
All right, and last but not least, Solar, you are now a 3-time DreamHack champion. You're the first Legacy of the Void Premier Tournament champion, and you just won $20,000. What do you have to say to all the fans that are here, to the fans that are watching, and to all the friends and family that are watching as well?
First one.
I'm making
thank you for
Invadus
watching
run
my
back
team,
just to get a
and
full
hope you guys
squad
enjoy
again.
all, and remember me forever as the first LOTV champion.
And there we have it. We have a Rocket Legacy of the Void champion, Solar.
Trophy up, the first LOTV champion, boys. The beginning of a new legacy.
But look how much resistance there is from the Terran where there isn't from the...
Similar Protoss to MC in that he is just pure aggression.
To be honest, TY has hardly traveled a lot over the years. I think he's been abroad 4 times his entire career outside of Korea, where he's played in China, Bucharest, and he came to Home Story Cup.
He did come to Home Story Cup where he fell to Lazira in the top 8, and he was looking so strong again at the start of that tournament, but just fell to a player that we all kind of predicted him to beat. So here, again, you guys looking at him as the favorite here, but honestly, we don't know how he's going to perform.
Well, Parting's already got a very early scout. He sent a very early probe down south to find exactly where TY is and to know what he's up to. He's decided to go double gateway off one base here, the Muslim.
Yeah, very unusual.
There's stuff,
now getting the cybernetic score, but this is
I don't know
going
how
to
to
be 2
ping.
gateways up before your cyber core's finished. TY scouts, and he's now knowing what he's up against here.
There's stuff up here.
It's going to be stalkers. He doesn't really know.
You can use your person's charge ability to run through it.
Is TY. Is it just a simple bunker that needs to get placed down and be wary of units about to approach?
One of the most awkward
Or I might
things
be able to
about
blow
this
it
map
up.
against Adepts is how open it is
I'll
between
run
your
through it.
main and your natural. This isn't a ramp. This is flat path here, so you can always see what's at the end, what's behind the base there. So using Adepts to scout and being very aggressive and just
I'm going to
throwing
start
them
setting
absolutely
up
everywhere,
to
it's
go to the
very
next
annoying for a parent to
position.
deal with.
Well, aggressive opening here for Parting, and we do have the command center safely placed inside the main base of TY. A bunker just forward of his original barracks.
Oh, this looks like Parting aggression here, but what's he going to do with this pylon?
Would it be a Stargate, perhaps, to draw his opponent's attention into the main mineral line while focusing an attack at the front as well?
I think so. Also, we have to take into account that there are back rocks here in the base. Adepts don't take them down quickly, but the other Protoss units do. But multiple Adepts going onto the map. Look, this is only just out of vision here.
Very unlucky there for TY. He's still got that SUV. He's looking around.
Oh, is this perfect scouting here from TY? It does look like he might be able to find this very early. A single bunker at the front too. And wow.
A great pickup for TY, and he knows exactly what he's up against now. What is the appropriate response to this?
Just sit back, get bunkers in your main base,
I'm gonna
possibly get an
nade that group if I can.
It's most likely going to be
I'm gonna throw a...
Oh, don't worry, I got it. Okay. I was gonna say nades are better for people. The satchels are really good for buildings.
Legacy of the Void bringing out all the old and new
or covered units.
And this bunker is
I think it's actually buildings that they're best
There's no way you
with.
can repair that, but it is an Oracle. And only scouting with one adept each time, not just throwing all of his shades out. That's really smart. He wants to keep as much information away from TY as possible.
Well, the Cyclone is the choice of defensive unit coming from TY. And the Cyclone obviously going to be pretty good against an Oracle, for example. Can lock onto it, pull back out any type of range from air units to do damage.
Get a grenade,
But
bitch!
he's going to need to
Boom!
get a bunker down at his back, perhaps. He hasn't really,
What a beautiful grenade! Wow, that
Does he even have a depot placed over
that
there?
orc
I'm not sure he
running
has
away
position. No, he doesn't
spot's
even
not
have
very
position, so
safe.
That's playing rather ballsy.
All right, well, the gateway's finishing up now. Going to be transformed into warp gates. We can continue to warp in units. Quite a few Marines inside the mineral line.
And that defensive Cyclone again from TY. I've seen very few players use this, but TY uses it in absolutely every matchup. And here, his Marines are actually moving out of position here.
Oh, the Cyclone's popped out, though.
South charge that shit.
Lock on, and there it is.
It's locked on the Cyclone. Does chase that. Oh, the Oracle does get away.
Don't forget, you
army,
can infiltrate Cyrus.
There's no bunker behind this wall, so this bunker will fall very quickly. And what's he going to do now?
Oh, he's got a tank in production as TY needs to hold on to this, otherwise Parting can start up this best of 5 series with a map victory. 3 additional Stalkers get warped in.
Oh no, the Adepts also run in there, so even he has to deal with this front line, he has to deal with the back line. Now he has to, in fact, did he use the Adepts? Oh, this whole Marine army is getting absolutely slaughtered here.
2 Oracles get really close to these Marines, and Parting comes in, and there is hardly anything left here.
Oh, the tank is trapped, the spike goes down, and GG is called.
Parting super aggressive, very easily taking map number 1 away from TY.
Man, we knew Parting was going to be aggressive, but we didn't realize how aggressive. I have not seen
there's a
base aggression done against a guy that I know wants to play
here.
defensively.
I'm going to grab it with Tyrus.
A long time, and he made it look easy.
Wow,
infiltrating, there's a building right above us. Do you
Looking
think
for his Legacy of the Void
can you satchel from here?
And hello, boys.
From like over this wall?
Sean?
Good start.
Yeah, well, this one sucks.
Yeah.
Just one base, brute force. TY scouted this.
I just like Ben being like, oh, I haven't seen that in a long time. Like, man, we missed you at NA Ladder.
Yeah, I was about to say.
All the Protoss
Oh my gosh, you can.
They do that
Oh
every game.
my
I mean,
gosh.
Like
Goodbye.
At that early stage of the game, only got better.
That was disgusting.
Being used here, which are much better against SVs and Marines.
You should have put a bunker behind the barracks, though, right? This is the number 1 mistake, surely, Snoop.
I believe so. These adepts deal a lot of bonus damage to light units, so definitely having these Marines in bunkers would be so helpful against this. I think only having 1 bunker was a massive mistake here.
What about the use of the Cyclone, Nate? Is that even a good choice?
I mean, the Cyclone,
Oh,
I really
look at the
like
guys
it,
coming
to be
in.
honest,
They're
these
going to be
scenarios,
real
but
useful.
A bigger issue was completely forgoing an engineering bay, because what the Cyclones help is picking out those individual
he can't
units,
shoot over.
but when you push in with the Stalkers and the Adepts and the Oracles come in to kill those Marines, like just having a turret, you have to anchor that defense. You have to realize your opponent's on one base. Like, there's no reason to cut any corners, in my opinion, in that position.
But when you make an engineering bay, that's quite expensive, and then building the additional missile turret, would it be cheaper to perhaps just make additional bunkers and let the Cyclones deal with the Oracles?
I think foregoing the Cyclone entirely, getting a tank
Except
out
for the
and then
rice
getting a
piece that
missile
came
to
out,
the
yeah.
Mineral line would be better. Like the Cyclone is 150, 150,
Yep.
and it's decent against everything that Parting was throwing at it. But having a tank, why put the bunker in front?
Yeah, the bunker in front, I think, was the biggest question.
Like, he actually scouted what was happening with his SCV.
Like
too.
I said,
He knew that
it's
Parting was playing
better
aggressive.
except for the
really
part
just needed to
where
survive till he had the tank
Bryce
out.
came out.
I wouldn't, diss the decision to get the Cyclone, because it really helps with picking off those Oracles from harassing you due to the lock-on. But
You have to realize that, okay, if you get the tank out, then you actually have something that can push these units away without, you know, taking bonus damage from the Adept.
I just don't think he respected Parting's aggression there and how aggressive he didn't even have a depot by
Man,
the rocks. So
I didn't know making Swiss cheese was so green.
Situation where he just didn't see on the minimap what was happening, kind of thing.
I don't know. Next
Got that eco-friendly Swiss cheese.
Gentlemen, take it away.
Thank you very much, Nate and Snoot. Time for game number 2. As down here on Dust Towers, spawning in is the red Protoss player, playing for Yowie Flash Wolves. It's Parting. And a great start for him. Very, very good start for him.
A very solid win in game 1, and that sets the pace of the whole series, really. And spawning over in the top side as our blue Terran, it is TY.
The last remaining Terran player in this tournament after taking Bomber.
You gonna bomb it, or am I?
Over.
Yes, TY did eliminate Bomber in a very tight 5-game series. But here, after TY suffering a pretty...
You should really keep your captain back until we're
so far,
actually able to go in.
Methodical style of getting up to 3
Well, I try to keep him. I try to get him to go in early. That way, you guys can set up cover before they're even there.
Well, it's just you took so much damage before anything was like, you know, able to be done.
Easily with a 1 base aggression build, and honestly, lots of Protoss.
Because I can get set up behind you out of their range, and then while I'm doing that, you can use Cyrus to go stealth, walk up, toss it, and run.
Doing it, it made it so much harder to practice for him.
Well, once again, we see TY. Very fast command center. Likewise, from Parting has gone for a very fast second base of his own, so no aggression to begin this off with.
And TY, he's been going for some pretty old school builds this tournament, and by old school, Lexia Void hasn't been out for a long time, but these are Wings of Liberty first day release builds here. 1 Rack's command center, exceptionally vulnerable against the Adepts, given that the only thing you can have on the field is Marines. And yeah,
you gonna blow up that building for us?
And now he's
I'm out of
decided
nades.
to take double gas behind this, so a factory is going to be imminent on its way. As Pro tries to get up here to get some scouting information, doesn't really get too much.
What he got from that though, and wow, unusual bunker placement, and yet again, but this is kind of, this makes sense on this map, and given that he scouted the Expo 2, he knows he's not going to die to any 1-base build straight away. The reason you want the bunker outside, that still covers what comes up to the ramp, but also covers what can possibly walk up the natural, at least in this close vicinity here against the
that's right, you can only take one or the other.
Well, the robotics facility is the choice of tech structure for Parting.
Ooh, forgot what they do.
I like this. The robotics before, it just meant that the Protoss had to play defensive, unless they're going for some crazy immortal all-in, but the Disruptor...
I think one's like, it gives you like an item that makes you go invul or something.
Disruptor drops, and I'd love to see that from Parting this game.
And I can't believe there's an SUV still inside the main base of Parting. He goes in, and he's going to get a scout on the robotics facility here. And that's a good pickup. That's a very good pickup for him still to be around. He knows that he doesn't need to think of an Oracle, for example, flying into his main base.
You're totally right. Knowing that there isn't an Oracle, or the danger of an Oracle coming, that's a massive deal. It means that you don't have to have your Marines set in your bases. You don't have to worry about getting turrets up. It's just minerals that you don't have to spend on defense. It means that you can get up a faster third if he does so please. But he's actually not going for that super fast third this game. He's teching right up to a starport ASAP here.
Go and get this
Where do you think he's going to go
command post.
I mean, there's a lot of ways he could go.
TY's the guy that we really can't predict because he's been really liking those Cyclones here, and I believe he's going for it again with this build.
Correct.
And I've never really seen a Terran go Cyclone before, but he's been going them every game in every matchup, so he obviously knows something I don't. But we did see him against Lilbo. In fact, most of his TVPs against Puck, he opted for this Marine Cyclone push and tried to deal a little bit of damage where he could.
Adept trying to get as much information as possible, as the Observer now will get that information, hopefully, unless it's taken out immediately.
And a fast blink on the way, even getting a Raven here.
Yeah, supported with I mean, he's gone for the 3rd command center very early.
I'm very curious what he's going to do. Ravens did
get fucking melted, bitches.
Now deal a lot more damage, but their spells also last a lot less time. But against Protoss, very curious to how he's going to be using that.
Well, here's the observer parting. He's finally going to get an answer to what this guy is doing. So he sees the factory, sees the starport, sees the tech lab, sees the third command center, and now knows that there is opportunities to strike and find a weakness.
Plasma gun.
But what is he going to use in this? How is he going to use it? 2-3 adepts get loaded.
That can be very annoying if it gets into your mineral line adepts, 2-shot workers. This Cyclone and the Raven do pick off the Observer, so again, Parting is in the dark.
Alright, don't grab the supply things until we need them.
And then additional barracks.
Wow, I have not seen this since I saw Show play. This is a very, very old school style. Banshees do deal a lot of damage if they do get to deal damage, but so many things counter them. So this, having the Raven to snipe obs, this is a really weird situation to be in. This Warp Prism is going to fly into the natural here.
And there's not much there at all. There's a lot of SUVs. 4 adepts are going to bring them down incredibly fast. The Cyclone not close at the moment, and here comes the drop-off.
Oh man, pulling his SUVs away, even if he just gets a few kills here, which he's already got 3, that's more than ample. He's going to get away with the Warp.
I did kind of like how they made the campaign little squad based, so you could actually like micromanage everything really easily.
And he's got 9 SUVs killed already. He's going for more. He's up to double figures as he's taken down 12. And just a very, very simple move from Parting is...
Holy shit, that instantly exploded one of Tarkus's men.
And he's still dealing damage.
Watch out for
Parting. Hey, what you really want to deal with this? Well, you know, getting like 6-7 pros would be great, but here, and he's still denying mining, still killing SCVs, 16 pros.
SCVs. Such a simple move, but such big gains from it. And now TY's got his work cut out for him. There's going to be a couple more adepts being loaded into the Warp Prism to continue the assault. The Banshee on the other side of the map could deal counter damage if not properly dealt with. Remember, it does have cloak, so it's not visible currently.
This is such a weird move that no Terran does this, but
oh jeez, I wasn't looking at that. Oh wow, he instantly got revived. That's cool.
Absolutely destroying this game number 2 here. And is walking all over TY.
Whoop, whoop. This just feels like Parting knows
Get
TY
smashed,
so well.
Get smashed.
Everything earlier
Get
with
smashed,
the Observer.
Scrub.
And
Get
22
smashed.
workers have been killed. And if we remember, these Adepts also never mind dealing economic damage, but they constantly got to scout what was going on in those bases. So
yeah,
Parting was prepared for everything.
And he's gone up towards Colossus now, Parting. He's got double Forge down. He's tracking the Banshees around the map.
Oh
He
my
blinks
lord.
forward. His defense is great. His attacking is brilliant. And his overall strategy is okay, but he's got to be a little bit careful. TY has built up a decent force while all this has been going on. He needs to be careful that he can hold off against any counter type of push.
Acquired war gear. Screenfall!
Yeah, Parting going for those Colossus here.
Get
Again,
pooped
they're
on!
both showing stuff that I haven't really seen before. Colossi did get nerfed, their damage is significantly less, but to counter that, Marauders are also significantly weaker against Protoss, so we're going to see a clash of very old-school armies here.
Well, 1-1 upgrade's about to finish for the BIOS. Stim and Combat Shields just around the corner as well, but they're not ready yet.
And this Protoss army is marching out across the map. The Banshee's still being annoying, but Parting not really suffering too much against this, even as Stalker's warped him back.
Some serious shit, obviously.
But he's being very aggressive here, and this is very well synced up with his +1/+1 finishing.
Stim just 10 seconds away.
Oh, man.
A must-have upgrade. Likewise, Combat Shields.
I think TY's in pretty good shape to deal with this, actually. Combat Shields finishing, Stim's just finished. Warp Prism speed on the way. I think Parting's just playing scary here. I don't think he plans on committing. And TY, he's taking this very serious.
3 Colossus is, I mean, still a decent amount of damage, even if they are a little bit weaker. As he does poke forward, and here comes the first attack coming out from Parting. He sees a lot of this army on the right-hand side, and he's going to move forward. And does TY have an answer? He stims towards the Colossus. They get picked up one by one here. Great control by Parting. And is he going to be able to take map number 2? He keeps these Colossus alive, picking them up one by one.
The Colossus micro is real, but TY is getting a bit of a surround here, and Parting stuck in the corner, but more Stalkers walked in. The Liberator's just trying to deal with those Colossus, and slowly, are they going to get picked off? The Colossus still alive.
And liberation time as the Liberator comes in, but they get taken down immediately. TY hangs on, but does lose 17 SCVs in this fight.
Man, that was great use of the new Warp Prism. Its ability to pick up units at range now, keeping all those Colossi alive for as long as possible. And he took a very efficient trade there. Despite losing his army, TY lost his army as well. But also,
lost a lot of SCVs.
And he managed to keep one of the Colossus alive. He picked it up in the Warp Prism and has brought it back. 2-2 on the way now for both players. Disruptors coming in. And I can't help but feel Parting's in a pretty decent spot with a 4th Nexus on the way. Still a great economy after disrupting TY's income. But here, a counter move from TY, but it's been spotted.
Oh, you selling shit?
It has been spotted, and there's a cheeky Liberator getting in the back of the base there. Multiple cannons going down, or pylons going down, but we'll see what this drop can accomplish here.
Disruptor shot comes in, doesn't do too much damage, but Stalkers come, take 1 medivac down, 2 medivac down.
Do you want me to take the artillery strike?
This Liberator up to 10 probe kills now. This Liberator is doing a lot of damage, and Parting still hasn't reacted to it. It's still dealing damage.
And he's got to be careful here on this 4th base.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Once again, great defense there.
I tell you what, though, TY's
once we get everyone equipped, sell everything that you don't think we need.
It looks like TY's actually managed to get a lead.
Actually, I'll just go through everything that's white. I'm just going to get rid of right now.
Minutes ago has been called out.
Some of them are pretty good.
Well, the whites, I'm just going to get rid of.
You just have to be a higher level to be able to use.
A very cool game
most of it.
Out from both of these players, fighting for a chance to be top 4 in this tournament at the very least.
And that Liberator still in the back of the natural there, not getting picked off, and slowly but surely TY is getting more and more of a lead. He's got a higher work count, he's taking his 4th very safely, and his army is looking particularly strong. And with the addition of Liberators here, this is what all Protoss fear.
And Terran
fear. See there, now we're higher level.
The Disruptor starting to come into play. The Templar Archives is down, so you can start to bring in some High Templar, get ready for some Sonic Storm.
A high-level game indeed, and that tank being positioned. Oh, Photon overcharge does take out a Liberator. Those pylons stealing a lot of damage.
Probably want to take the mantle of Kronos on your dude.
Is this going to work, though?
Or, never mind, there's a bunch of badass things your dude can use.
He's got a lot of gateway units.
And we see that Parting is trying to avoid those liberation zones there. Only 1 Colossi in the mix, and where's his Disruptor? He had a Disruptor earlier.
Yeah, he's going to need to use it. He's got 4 of them, and here they come.
Oh, wow.
There's 3.
Now this is a dicey situation. There are large clusters of bio here, and if they're in the wrong place at the wrong time, those Disruptors are going to absolutely murder them.
Good spread, though, from TY. And a couple of shots come in. They take down 1 tank, take down a little bit of bio, but not the best of shots yet from Parting.
Supplies are so even now. It's so close. There's quite a lot of supply in production. But TY's got a nice concave here.
He's got a great concave, and a Disruptor shot comes down the left-hand side, takes down quite a bit of bio, but is there too much Terran here? This looks like we have way too much bio. Vikings and Liberators, even SCVs come into play. A Liberator shot comes in, deals a pretty decent amount of damage, but this is too much.
Too much TY right here. The Disruptors are going down, 2 very expensive units, and Parting runs away with only Stalkers remaining.
Killed off 13 SCVs though, but did he do enough damage? I don't think he did. TY has a 30 supply lead in this game. Disruptors were lost, a lot of key and expensive units were lost here for Parting.
TY is just getting stronger and stronger at this point, even feeling comfortable to deal drops while pushing at the front too with his main army. This is just a very confident TY we're seeing.
Yeah. Even straggling Stalkers being taken down. A Disruptor shot tries to hit this bio, but unfortunately misses as TY pushes forward again. There's a lot of High Templar starting to accrue energy, ready for their storms, which could change the game around again. But TY in such a great position now.
Storm not yet ready, but this is where TY gets into his comfort zone, when he gets to multitask and really show off his assets.
And now both players just slowing down a little bit, rebuilding their army after so many fights and so many trades. They're both weak compared to where they could be, but TY definitely powering up strong. The Ghost Academy coming in to help deal with High Templars and just EMPs in general across this Protoss army.
We're seeing a very scary Protoss army accumulate, though. Not only Disruptors for
what do you
AoE,
think is going to be
High
better?
Templars.
A little bit more damage and reloads less, or 11% chance to deal damage to all nearby enemies?
See how these High Templars do against those two.
Party moves into the middle of the map, and TY drops this
on who?
Kind of an anti-counter thing here.
Avidius.
I don't even know. I don't think this was intended.
Probably the less reload, huh?
We're going to have a bit of a trade of
just build up until you hit the Terminator squad.
On the other side of the map.
Oh no!
Well,
look
that's
going to be
late game.
Though this is a lot of TY, but
only
now he sees Storm. Now he sees
more
the Disruptors get pretty decent hits, but not really.
I haven't been.
Now the liberation zone's there. Doesn't want to walk in those High Templars, and he
I
does
already
avoid
upgraded
them.
it.
Who's going to come out on top of all of this?
This looks very healthy for the Terran. He's going to start
Makes
working on the
sense.
production here too, dealing significant damage, sending some of
It
his
just
army
gets him
home
overpowered
to
really
help
quick.
out, but
Yeah, it does.
disruptors for defense.
Well, we have to be
These
actually,
liberators just holding
get
off
to that
these
point
positions
also.
is almost impossible. If
Yeah.
not, it is impossible for Protoss to attack into them. They deal so much damage. and as you can
I'm
see-
gonna sell most of.
So many High Templars go down. That's a good 4 High Templars dying to that Widowmine. Disruptors dealing damage to those SVs. That was a
The
nice way of dealing with
scout
them.
dudes
But
shit
now,
because I know as soon as we get
This
one
is-
more
this is
person,
looking
we're
very, very
not
bad
using
for
him
Harding.
anymore.
And here comes the rest of TY's army to take the fight. Storms are
Pretty
available.
much,
2,
yeah,
3,
he's-
4 storms go down.
Yeah.
Dealing a lot of damage here, but it's just too much. There's too many Marauders, there's too many Marines. They're healed back up by these medivacs, and at the same time, he is shredding what is left over upon his main.
And this is such great multitasking from TY, managing to hold on while still dealing with his base. High Templars having to turn to Archons to save their lives. Still pushing across. Nice micro by Parting, though, managing to snipe those Vikings.
But it is only Stalkers left to fight, left to hold off for Parting. A couple of Archons come in, but they get killed off instantly. And TY,
right.
after losing game number 1
I
so
think
incredibly fast,
I am ready.
is looking
Are
for the
you
bounce
ready?
back, is looking to take game number 2. And if he destroys his Nexus, there will be no income left for Parting.
Yeah,
He's
buddy.
going to take the fight.
You boy.
TY ties
Oh,
these series up
yeah.
after an excellent display.
Sky Killer, huh?
Action-packed game.
Just say
Damn.
what happened in that game with the Adepts
Fucking
dealing
hard-ass
damage
orc,
as
man.
good as they did. 16 SCVs went down to those 4 Adepts. I'm super surprised and
So your name is
astonished by how
Sky
well
Killer.
TY managed
You-
to establish
you really
himself
killed
and
the
just play
fucking
his own
Sky?
game.
Two
Call me
contenders
Sky
for the
Killer, what do you
championship
think?
Trophy today.
Oh.
Playing from the lower bracket, they have a lot of work still left to
Alrighty.
do. But good display from both.
Go ahead and go out on a
I think
limb
this is
here and
building
say
up and
you're
shaping up to be
belligerent.
one of the series we're going to remember at this tournament.
I'm a fucking
Certainly is.
shoot
Both their
him.
strengths really shining
Yeah.
through. Parting, shamelessly aggressive, but very well thought out. Kind of resulting in the
belligerent.
Colossus micro.
Yeah.
The fact that he managed to make that fight somewhat even, I'm totally amazed, because he got into that nook where it looked like, oh no, you're totally surrounded here, but keeping them all alive with a new Warp Prism ability too. And here,
This is
Liberation
the-
Zones.
Yeah, this is the weird moment that happened where both attacked each other at the same time, and TY was able to come out on top. But look how much resistance there is from the Terran, where there isn't from the Protoss in the Protoss base.
Yeah, I mean, these disruptors tried to do what they could, but TY is just on point here with his splitting, totally delaying the attack. And while all this was going on, this was a very, very hardcore drop. And that Widowmine hit at the end there, that really sealed the deal.
Taking down 4 High Templar, if not more, and 4 energy as well.
Totally, and those High Templars, they were necessary, they were needed. TY was already ahead, and when you suffer a blow like that, that's 600 gas down the drain in the blink of an eye.
So impressed by TY's performance here and able to turn from what looked like a bit of a disappointing start around.
I'm impressed by both of them, but yeah, TY suffered a really fatal blow in the first game, but that second game, despite having those Adepts, really caused a lot of damage. Most Terrans would go on tilt, or maybe they'd lose at that point in time, but TY just composed himself, got back into it, and attack and attack. Kept losing SCVs, but still managed to stay in the game.
Now we're currently with only 6 players remaining. After this series, only 5. 1 is out of the tournament. 1 gets to fight for the championship as we get ready for game number 3.
There, Parting looking very, very cool and calculated, very serious too. And speaking of the man spawning in the top left of Prion Terraces, it is Parting.
Do you want to take the one on the left or the one on the right?
And then down here,
I don't.
his opponent. Spawning in as the blue Terran player.
I'm not sure what they
TY
do.
From KT Rolster.
Oh!
Did you just blow me up?
Korean esports teams of all time.
Damn it, dude. Seriously? It's not cool.
Oh my God!
Brood War team,
Are you seeing this?
who is also known as
No.
Baby, playing from the
Oh my
Asian
God,
World
you
War
guys are like
so
spinning around in
pro
circles
gamer
on the
scene for
whole.
an absolute
Oh my
eternity.
God, that's so fucking good. That broke the
Our next
game.
match on this main stream is going to be Showtime versus Nurtio.
Battle of 2 of the best foreigners.
Alright, I'll take this back over for you so that way we can
These 2 games
get you
will
guys
go
back
against
to
each other
swank.
a little bit later on here today, but build's starting to take shape. We have the gateway.
Yeah, I know,
into
you
the
do
pretty
damage,
fast
I know.
Yeah, yeah.
zone
Eat a grenade, assholes.
where we have a barracks and gas taken here by TY with an early SDV scout.
And he's going Reaper this game, not opting for his normal shenanigans where he just makes Marines and plays very defensive. This Reaper build means he'll get to scout and possibly deal damage.
Die,
if he
you
can,
stupid
but
orc.
seeing that his opponent's gone for an early Nexus here, that definitely makes TY feel a little more comfortable. You can put the CC on the low ground. He knows he's not going to get all in by anything crazy early on.
Do you expect, I mean, TY throughout this tournament has played styles that he doesn't really change away from.
Pull back a little bit if you can.
He always seems to be liking 3 command centers.
For some reason I can't use my med kit. Oh, because I'm in an animation.
In the early game, he builds up and then hits strong later on. Do you expect him to stick to that throughout this series as well?
Yeah, he's very happy with being the punching bag early on and then turns into the puncher later. Like, that seems to definitely be his way of playing. And do I see him changing it up? So far, not at all. I mean, it's been working for him when he gets to that late
towards the one on the left, huh?
zone. Like, he truly is a macro monster. And seeing his opponent expoing and playing into his hands almost, I think TY's going to be smiling right now.
Well, the robotics facility is the choice again, and why not? Look at the last game. Go for a robotics facility, build a few adepts, put them in a warp prism, and kill 22 SCVs. I think that's rather successful, if you don't mind me saying.
Certainly not bad. I wouldn't frown upon it either. The Reaper and Adept kind of dancing in the middle, but no way can a Reaper really deal with an Adept. Has too much health and deals way too much damage to light units. So the Reaper's just going to run away, try and scout later on.
Look, I'm looking at the minimap. He scanned his natural.
Oh, no.
No.
That's
something only Nathanius would do.
But
TY has done it on the biggest stage.
That was definitely pulling a Nathanius there. So nerves definitely pulling or showing here. I mean,
like, for anyone that doesn't know, that obviously was meant to be a mule being called down onto there. Unfortunately, a big slip up.
But he did it right bang on his CC, so it wasn't as if he was even clicking on the minerals there with the scan. Just unfortunate there. Quite a mistake. Definitely a blunder. He misses out on quite a few extra minerals that he should have with that.
All right, well, we have the robotics facility finished up. The Twilight Council was straight behind it, and now Blink is being researched very early on. This can be used defensively. It can be used aggressively. But why would
dude, what are you doing?
Aggressive? I mean, why would you go defensive with that Blink, knowing that your opponent is always going to be wanting you to play a defensive game? So we've got to be expecting this to be aggressive usage.
We have to. Playing defensive against a player that you know 99.9% of the time is going for that fast third C and is happy playing defensively, you don't let him get away with that, or you take really big shortcuts. And right now, it feels like Parting, he needs to do something with this Blink. You can't just sit back and let your opponent. And here he's going to scout that third CC.
And now it's confirmed, if you didn't know already, once again, TY sitting back defensively, powering up for the later stages of this game. Now, what is going to be the reaction coming out from Parting? What do you do? Do you throw down a lot of gateways? Do you go double forge? You cut some corners?
This is one of those maps where your third and your fourth are gold bases. So if your Terran opponent does take that gold before you, you're in deep doo-doo. So as a Protoss, you can definitely pile on aggression here and take a third and try and contain your opponent, because anytime you buy, you're mining off a gold when your opponent isn't.
Well, the third Nexus has been put down. The robotics bay has been added on, so we can go towards Colossus and Disruptors. And for the time being, you've got to be enjoying TY's position. Parting hasn't been greedy. Parting hasn't been aggressive. Middle of the road builds. So far, so good for TY.
So far, very good for TY. He's been let.
Do we want to clear out the other side?
What he wants to do, and right now he's got a supply lead. He's going to have his third up faster than his opponent.
If we need more supplies, I think it's too hard as well. But
I was just thinking for the experience.
I'm really liking TY's
yeah, we'll sneak our way through right here.
I'm really puzzled by the fact that Parting's allowing this to happen.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult to read into what Parting's plan exactly is.
Because, yeah, with the Blink very early on, there always has to be some sort of idea behind what you're doing.
Could it be an attack, perhaps planned to strike before these key upgrades are completed, the 1-1 and the stim? That's the only weakness right now TY would potentially have. But once they complete, we're going to see a very powerful Terran.
While they are certainly weaknesses, he's got other strengths here. He's got a really fast third, and he can pile out units incredibly fast. And Parting, I feel he's just got wrapped into the world of TY here, playing TY's game against TY. That doesn't feel like a smart move.
Well, Parting's moving into the middle with a small squad of units.
And what can this army really do against tanks as well? It's the tanks that are worrisome.
And Parting does have a good vision on this army. He's got an observer
Come on,
just
get
above
that.
it.
What, a building above us?
Constructed, so it will have to move shortly or be destroyed. But can he really attack into this?
I don't believe he can.
Man, you really got to get used to turning those dudes invisible before you run them up there.
Blink, but loses a unit to that side plane.
Yeah, loses a sentry of all things here.
Ooh.
A lot of adepts jump forward. Are they actually going to be going anywhere here?
They shouldn't. This would be suicidal, though. For a second there, I really thought he was going to go for it. That War Prism coming out, extra Colossi on the field, Thermal Lance being upgraded. This Cyclone still being a pest.
He's grabbed another sentry down. He keeps the Cyclone alive.
Wow, very nifty micro.
2 sentries for nothing here. The Cyclone's obviously taking damage, but well, he scans, he sees this army outside. He's added on a lot of supply depots to help protect this area. But look, Combat Shields is finishing. Stim is finishing. 1-1 has completed for this Terran army. Parting isn't able to do anything at this point. He's using the War Prism to try to circumvent this army. It looks weak inside the main base, but no, there's a bunker with Marines in. It's not going to be long to get units back to defend.
I was just thinking how much I liked the War Prism play, but that bunker is even better. He's predicted this. He knows his weaknesses, but Parting still finds a way of dealing damage, and that is a large warp room, and only Marines here to deal with this.
Yeah, 6 additional adepts get warped in, and we're going to get a lot of damage dealt here by the looks of it.
Oh dear, and they're going to start going absolutely everywhere here. But going into the natural, he kind of ran into the army, but meets up with a group of adepts from the front as well here.
And 8 SCVs have been killed, more are going down. Finally, Parting finds a way in to get some damage done.
And maybe this was Parting's plan all along. He's still dealing damage here, but TY still ahead of his plane. Amongst the madness, TY manages to launch a counterattack here.
I don't even know how these medevacs escaped, to be honest, but they've found themselves on this fourth base, dealing a lot of damage to these stalkers. They do pick up.
Oh, that medevac almost died there. That would have been a really clean snipe by Parting, but after all these engagements, TY's got a significant supply lead.
And these medevacs are stuck now in between these 2 bases.
They're stuck, but he gets to keep tabs on where the army is, and whenever your opponent's defending,
I'm going to blow this one up.
Great position to be in as a Terran that's playing.
Or do
like
you
TY
got
playing.
it?
But I have to give credit where credit's due. TY, upon under all that pressure, managing to deal a drop as well.
Yeah.
That's madness.
And TY has a 20 supply lead. He knows about this other base that's been taken.
For a second, I thought you just bombed yourself. I was like, really, dude?
He's starting to push out.
I've got it. Throws satchel at own feet.
9 minutes in this game. He's taken a 4th base.
Fuck.
One poor Joe did run ahead, but he did get to scout the army. That medevac did fall, kind of suicided over there. But what we're going to see from TY this game, Widow Mines combined with Liberators. This is going to be truly positional play from him, and engaging an army with Widow Mines is already tough, but with the addition of Liberators, wow.
You don't mind the half panicky giving you random commands and trying to be helpful, right? I'd expect you to do the same for me.
They didn't just try and focus down the Warp Prism there, as that will live to see another
it's going to be to the point where it's just 1v Abathis.
Yeah, and he's got
1v Abathis. Actually, it's all v Abathis.
Because I mean, it's like
the world versus Abathis.
So again, TY managing
like
to
he
get
just
damage
walks out
done
there and goes
womp, womp, womp. Where are they at? You killed the entire Tyranid tendril. That was it?
He shot it 3 times. Yeah, that's the thing that's fucked up.
Counter damage.
I didn't run out of ammo once.
Throughout all of this game, he's got a good supply lead. He's being chased down by stalkers. He's going to get 1 medevac, the second one as well. Great catch there by Parting. That's a lot of units that TY just lost, and his supply dropped immediately.
That's a massive pick-off. That's something that Parting needed, and now the supplies look much, much closer.
Oh, look out. I'm going to do an airdrop.
As well. This
oh, wow. Okay, my bad.
Scary now.
It's going to be a fight between these two that comes down to 1 engagement from both armies, and which one's going to come out on top? This bio is weak. He's lost a lot of medevacs through harassing all the time. There's a ton of Colossus, and as you said, with disruptors coming in, that's going to be a nuisance to deal with as well.
I was questioning the choice of Vikings, but he needs those Colossi. Despite being nerfed, they're still an extremely strong unit.
Parting poking forward here, just takes down one tank, then backs off.
Oh, that was great by Parting. He baited out a whole stim from that army there, and there aren't really enough medevacs to heal it back up, so every stim... Oh!
Run, Avitus! Fucking run, Avitus! Dear God, that'll kill you!
At this point, good defense overall, good positioning of units. Whoa! Incoming. But the big question mark
get mowed down by the bullets.
How is he going to deal with the Liberator count? Because this is starting to rise, and we know how good they are.
That is the question. How's he going to deal with those Liberators? Well, he's dealing with the Vikings tremendously, and now it's just mainly a bio army here, which with disruptors on the field.
See, that's why they call you Sky Killer.
Army, but yes, you're right. These Liberators he has to deal with.
3 medevacs have been loaded up. I think that Parting controls the north Zalnaga Tower, so he's going to see these 3 medevacs. Ooh. He has an adept on that position.
So nice by Parting having units everywhere, and here he's trying to get damage, and he really wants to attack into this, but
pointlessly grab stuff.
TY's just not making it easy, and with this drop, ready to attack.
Parting back, yeah, it's brought Parting back not to take damage versus.
Can we win yet?
Certainly bought him quite a bit of time here in time, with more Liberators joining that supply cap there. Just really, really good for TY, but the supplies are so
99% of foes killed.
His entire his army. Small amounts from TY still here, but the majority.
If there's one thing we have, it's fury.
According to the min-map, Dark Templar or Dark Shrine is on its way for Dark Templar. Good upgrades now, finally kicking in for Parting with +3 armor, fully upgraded when it comes to armor, and +2 attack on the way.
Now, when you think of hot Protoss and you think, oh man, Colossi and Storm's difficult to deal with, well, this is Colossi, Storm, and Disruptors soon on the field. It's going to be very, very tough. But again, TY just buying time here. 2 drop squads. This is very Polt-esque. Yeah. Micro around 2 armies on the map while expanding.
And Parting's equal to it. He's got a lot of units to deal with both sides. Blinks forward, realizing this is a bit of a weak squadron.
Just
takes down a couple of orders in the back of Marine
already.
As well.
Every time TY is meeting Parting's army, though, he's doing something else on the map. But Parting, he's actually matching TY. He's defending ever so well.
He is, and a stim forward towards this gold base that's been mined from a long time ago. And again, a Warp Prism, a back and forth action-packed game again between these 2 players.
Oh, look at these turrets. This is very nice. But the Warp Prism finds a way in and it stays alive, at least for now, but does get picked apart there. This bunker still being quite a beast, and TY, there's action all over the map here. He's even got an army in the north moving in.
Ton of harassment, but also a ton of blocks and counters to the harassment from both sides. None of them really finding critical damage. But look at this, we see finally a big, big chunk of the Terran army moving north. Liberators getting in position, going into defender mode, or as we like to call it, liberation time, as they get sieged up.
And this, how does the Protoss engage now? There's a small gap at the top that he can kind of try to wrap around there to fight this army, but he's going to have to fight in the Liberators.
Yeah, Disruptors missed their hit. Stalker's getting 1 Liberator down, the second one going to be taken down as well. While all this is happening, there is a drop inside the main base as well as TY split up his units, but the Liberators are out of position. One another gets taken down. The rest of the army stims back.
Oh, nice scam from TY. So despite fighting here, still looking at his army, seeing that it's getting killed by DTs and does warp in. But Parting playing exceptionally aggressive here.
He has Disruptors ready to lock and loaded to throw their balls at this army.
Yeah, the Disruptors here. These are tight gaps too for the Terran to fight through.
Here we go. A couple of EMPs come down though. Counter EMPs from TY. Keep Parting back.
And this drop in the back, still dealing damage, actually kills the Dark Shrine too, so can't deal Dark Shrine damage or DT damage around the map, and that Autosis pylon depowering 3 gateways there.
And Parting can't break through, he's had to come back. He needs to turn his structures back online, deal with these drops. TY moving forward to take another expansion. Again, we're seeing the difference between Heart of the Swarm and Legacy of the Void really shining through. This is an excellent game, a battle to get the lead in this best of 5, to look to move another
Booyah, another level, nigga.
This DreamHack Legacy of the Void Championship.
And so many of the bases now mining out. They mine out much faster in Legacy of the Void. So these players, despite fighting, despite looking like they have 5 bases each, they need to start taking more bases. And the bases that you can take, they're really hard to keep because they're so far away from your main base.
Pushing forward here, a couple of really big MPs. They back off.
The Disruptor Balls tried to catch them, but Ghosts are much, much faster now also.
Yeah, High Templar though coming in these. So a very powerful mixed up army that Protoss has. Dark Templar in there, High Templar there, Disruptors, Colossus.
I love the fact that he keeps using Liberators to try and harass and put them in awkward positions here. Just
What do I want?
for as
This,
long as
that,
possible.
this,
It really
that,
is a
this,
game
that.
of who can get more minerals now, who can get more resources. Because right now they're both running
2
pretty
melee
low.
skill,
Both
man.
are
That's
on
pretty
cap,
good.
That's quite a few stalkers at
Yeah,
the
that's
wrong
why I'm
place at the
gonna
wrong
keep
time.
it. Just the damage.
Strategic battle between the both of them.
Like
One
14
mistake
damage or
could cost
something.
this game. One
Nice.
bad fight, and this is going
Plus,
to
it
end.
actually
They have to be
gets you
so
closer to
gentle,
whatever your next
so
skill is,
delicate
too,
with
so-
their army movement at all times. And
One wrong committal here, and they're dead.
They're very hesitant to take that one big fight too, always worried if it's not going to go well. But look at this Protoss army, it is looking deadly.
It's a definite,
There is
definite
6
death roll.
disruptors here. Also backed up by a bunch of high Templars, 3 there at the back.
It's going to be so hard to deal with. And TY, he's got the right mix here. He's got Ghosts, Liberators, he's got everything that you want in a Dream Terran army. But still, this Protoss squad, very hard to deal with.
Trying to hold the Protoss back from attacking up there. He keeps them away again. But TY, upon realizing that Parting's army is kind of far out the way, it's on the right-hand side. He moves through the middle.
I tell you what, though, I love how TY is dealing with this. Just uses the liberation zones to, again, buy time.
Yeah.
You shall not pass, quite literally.
And he's unlocked 2 of these bases. This is a pretty big move from TY. He's going to take down 1 at least, you'd imagine. And still, so far away is his Protoss army. He takes down 1 Nexus. He's going to get another one as well.
Oh, look at this. He's just sectioning off this land here.
Yeah, right.
2 pass. He has to go into the Liberators.
What?
But the Liberators kind of left alone here.
And here comes the Terran army back to help deal with it. Who's going to come out on top here? It looks like the Protoss army's powering through. Disruptables break through the middle. And are we going to
That
have
poor
a big
minion,
lead
he's
here
like,
for Parting? Because
finally
this is looking
beat
like
the other
it.
minion.
He
He's
breaks
like
through the
drowning
zone
in
at
like
this fight.
super
TY
hardcore like
Yeah, dude's using the plasma
Amount of
rifle
income away
now.
from Parting. Did
Tarkus.
that cost him the game? Because did he lose
Yeah.
too much of his army in that position and in that move?
At the very last
that he
second, I
cannot
switched it.
take
I was
his
like, what?
direct
Yeah,
fight
switch.
anymore?
TY currently
call?
running back,
Yeah.
trying to build up an army again, and he's the one with mining bases around right now. Even doing a counter drop, there's only 1 mining base left for Parting. These Liberators dealing a lot of damage here. He's using them so well.
Oh, he takes out one of the disruptors, a couple more to stim forward, another drop on
That's
the other
who's
side
gonna
of the map
shout.
from TY as he gets into another Nexus position. And now Parting behind in supply of all surprises. He's behind, he's going to lose another Nexus, and TY ripping him apart while still staying solid on the other side.
And Parting doesn't really have what he needs to deal with this. Yes, he's got high Templars back here, morphing them into Archons, otherwise they're going to die. And TY, he's sitting pretty. He's still got lots of mining bases down the right side of the map.
And TY moving
Eliminate
forward now.
the
He's got
orcs. I
Liberators
never
a little
would've
bit too
guessed
far forward.
that.
He's got to be careful. He does move them back just in time not to lose them.
No, I heard you.
What a game. What a game
I
this
just-
is between these 2 titans.
Oh,
Just
look at
Troy
that.
said something.
Players.
I
The
didn't hear it.
difference in mining now between these 2 players. Parting's army, it's
Parting
not really
is
going to change.
not really mining at this point anymore. He's trying to get another Nexus up on the left-hand side, and this is the only way he can bring more money to be able to increase his army value.
And TY still playing incredibly patient here, just doesn't want to
What were you
take
saying a
bad
second
fight
ago, bro?
because It's definitely not over if a few of those disruptors get
I don't
absolutely
remember.
everything, but
Can't believe
is TY going
something.
to let him?
Well, TY backs off for a second.
Eliminate
He's gonna
the
zone
orcs.
out this area. He's going to give up this position by the looks of it, just to secure the north, where he is mining off 2.
I
Great
can't believe they're
bases.
not greenskins.
Such patient play
I
from
can't
TY
believe
here.
you- I
And
can't
Riley-
believe that's what we'd be
great
doing here.
EMPs, and even using the new snipe here on those high Templars, taking them all down.
All of them down. And now TY
Get
still
shit on by
confident now that
Thaddeus.
There isn't any high
That's
Templar still, but he
what
does dodge
noobs.
the disruptables once again. Great
Oh, the
EMPs coming in.
disruptor!
Thaddeus is
It's
like,
killed
I'm a
absolutely
space
everything.
marine,
He's
nigga.
That was a
Boom.
great hit, and there's still 3 Colossus left. Disruptors charging up once again. And Parting smells weakness. He blinks forward. Can TY hold on? Parting gets pushed back again, though. This is incredibly tight. Incredibly close. Even SCV's coming off the line. Disruptors going again. And TY dodges him. Who's going to come out on top? He's so close.
They're both in tatters here, and is Parting going to win this fight? He's still not mining with this. I believe his Nexus is only just finishing. TY still mining, still has a lot of minerals to spend, but holy cow, those disruptor shots.
Disruptors still alive, and those are the units that have allowed Parting to somehow find a way. But remember, TY is
Wow,
fighting
as if
so
we
much
haven't
more
collected these
than
already.
Parting, so he's able to rebuild faster. Look at the production tab down there. 10 Marines, 3 Medivacs, nothing right now for Parting. And TY cutting off resources again through that Liberator. He's mining another base in the middle, and slowly but surely TY is building up a new army that Parting cannot do himself.
And look at this, just using Liberators to deny the only mining that Parting has. And TY still has multiple bases. He has 50 workers against
Tarkus
just
is
the
a
19 of his opponent here. What a great game between the two, but it does look like TY is starting to really edge ahead.
It's just resources at this point, which is the deciding and dividing factor between the both of them. A couple of disruptors are going to go in.
Some great disruptor shots here, but that one did miss, did die before the bomb actually happened.
Has too much. GG, and what a game between these two players. TY.
Isn't Super Mario Face like the least slutty out of all? Oh, okay, so she is super slutty.
Series, and no matter what Parting did, no matter what he tried, he could not break this guy.
That was amazing play by TY, but that last fight was so incredibly close. For the last 5 minutes there, I was starting to see TY just be unable to lose, but that one disruptor shot that killed a good 40 supply single-handedly, and a really good supply too. There's a lot of ghosts in that.
I'm sorry if it would happen to anyone.
I'm so blown away with what we've seen, and I know we were all expecting some great StarCraft action today, but that was one to remember. But this series is not over yet. It's a best of 5. Parting still has the chance to make a recovery, but it is the last remaining Terran in this tournament who's playing brilliant. He didn't have the best of day on day 1. He went through group stages with 3 wins, 2 losses, looked vulnerable.
Different
but here's a couple of clips. I think this is one of the big fights towards the end here to Muslim.
Did you notice that these plant things are like fucking barnacles and they open up?
Yeah.
And look at this disruptor shot. That is huge.
I like never actually looked at them. I'm always just like clicking around and moving shit too much, kind of Korean status every once in a while.
Well, now it has animation. Before it never had animation.
That's pretty true.
And couldn't break this position.
And look how active he is with pulling SCVs from absolutely everywhere. He used everything to hold this back. He really knew this was a
I still dip below 60 FPS sometimes.
While he's left with nothing, TY was
weird.
Too, but TY still had economy.
Yeah, he had money coming in, and that was the difference. And you know, you can think back.
Like right now, I'm at 64, 65 FPS.
The zoning,
I'm 40.
the cutting off of the double nexus from the left
57, 51,
that really cut the resources
49,
away from Party to keep up with what TY was doing. And an excellent game there. Really one to remember, as I keep on saying.
Yeah, and I was wondering why TY was playing so patiently. Even when I thought he was kind of ahead, I was kind of wondering. Or most Terrans would kind of attack and just hope to deal something. He was only using individual drops to try and deal economic damage around the map, maybe killing a base here and there. But that last fight really showed me why he was playing so patiently, and you have to respect the Protoss army.
2 real contenders here in the lower bracket for the championship trophy here today. We will crown the first Legacy of the Void champion this evening. Who will it be? Will it be one of these 2 players up here to the north of Orbital Shipyard for game number 4 as the Red Protoss player is Parting?
And spawning over in the bottom side as our blue Terran, coming all the way from Korea, it is TY. Absolutely phenomenal play from TY that game. I loved how he just kept the Liberators, or kept the Protoss at bay with his Liberators, zoning them out every time. And with the combination of having a planetary fortress there to soak up the hits if the Blink Stalkers do blink forward, he'd be not only under liberation zones, but
oh, great. Avadis is glitched in the fucking wall
nice
and can't move.
From him. And Parting, he's been aggressive, but the first game, he made that look really easy, and since then he's opted to play macro. So I wonder if he's going to start mixing it up here.
TY.
Yeah,
looks like
that really fucks us.
He's sent an SCV to a very weird position. It is not normal to send an SCV up here because you're not going to find the Protoss base up here. He is waiting till he has 100 gas in the bank and is going to be placing down, by the looks of it, a factory at the north side of things.
And what a time to do something like this. He's 2-1 up in the series. He's feeling confident. Maybe he wasn't feeling confident going into the series as it is Parting. I imagine if you played Parting enough in the history of StarCraft 2, given that Parting had roughly like a 95% win rate against Terran, it probably didn't go well. So the fact that he's got an edge,
you have a grenade, maybe grenade the building.
I love that from TY.
I was about to do that.
Scout him though, gets to see the double gas on the way. Yeah. Upon not seeing a Nexus here, that's going to make you worry though.
Yeah, and what is he worrying about? What could possibly be happening? He's looking around with his SCV.
But the other squad mate fell out, so that might be it. There we go.
A starport
Good
is
enough.
added on Widowmine.
Oh, there's a thing back here.
Whenever
But
you
I
see an
already took
opponent
it.
not
Wow.
making Nexus very
No, you
early,
took it.
and you're
It's
going
just
for a proxy
you
like
have to be
this,
close to it
I've
for
done
your
this
people to
enough times,
revive.
I'm always worried about an oracle.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Half your production, in fact, more than half your production at this point in time, is on the map, and the only thing that you have to defend against those oracles
There we go.
could potentially be a proxy
All right.
Stargate.
This is
Marines.
This is so big. The way
After
that
having to
Keeping
kill
up
my
Pawning
own
could
squad.
almost instantly lose this. He's got a robotics facility which would grant him detection once it's out. But he's going to poke forward here with this Adept. But he won't really get any information from this. For all he knows, there's a command center at the back there. And this is looking identical to what TY's done. He's masked his build well.
Oh, we've seen this before, Apollo. This is a pylon rush, but are these pylons going down too early here? Can't run that far forward, especially when the Adept's there.
Yeah,
Even
get
if
caught in
only
the
one,
kill
he
zone,
deals with
noobs.
Marines like Wano, and this is quite a scary push coming, but Harding hasn't yet identified the fact that, hey, my opponent has a factory on the map, along with a starport here.
Well, we are going to see overcharge on these pylons to start to break this wall down. But the medivac is out, the Widow mines are ready.
Straight to the assault
And there's
squad.
no
Yeah,
observer on
that's
the
not
map
their
just yet.
thing.
And even
Here
if
we
there was,
go.
would he have expected this?
He sees, he pulls his units backward. Oh, we can have a big hit from that one Widow mine. It gets 3 workers. The observer's on its way.
So far, so good.
Peace,
He didn't
bitch.
take too much damage from that observer. Now he's got a way into the base. This is where Adepts can reign supreme. But look at supply. TY's ahead, 47 supply.
God
Doesn't
damn.
have a risky expo to defend either. He's playing this out very well.
Oh, the observer's out, and these Widow mines are being dealt with. And Party continues to mine successfully from that main base. And he has
Certainly
broken
is.
this front ramp.
I mean, it's
Jesus
always an awkward position when your Protoss has pylons down your ramp and
Does
you
do
know,
a
you can't
ton
really
of
break into
damage.
it. Oh, running into this with SVs, I feel that's
I
a bit too
expect
ambitious
nothing
there.
less.
A
I just have to
Liberator?
wait for
Where on
Abaddon
earth
to
did
kill
this
it.
come from? But gonna get
Yeah.
that liberation zone down there. and a Widow
Avatis
mine
is
as
just
well.
like, that's I'm to kill you, nigga.
Damage being done, the
That
Widow mine gets cleaned up, the
guy
Liberator
did
also
chip
looking like it's
damage.
going to get away after dealing damage, but any mining time lost from your opponent here, TY's going to be sitting pretty.
And he's continuing to build Liberators. On the other side of the map, another Widow mine is being used. He's trying to deal with this
Yeah,
harassment
get
inside his
right.
main base as well.
I like how it just like waits a while. It's just like, Garen.
Pylons, keeping the majority of other units in
Garen.
Awkward position to be in from both.
You
of these
fall,
players.
we
Here
win.
we go.
GG.
Liberator
Garen.
ready. Widow mines still on this
Demacia.
journey back. TY looking to close this up, looking to move to the top 4.
Who the
of
fuck
this
escaped?
tournament.
For some reason in my head, I'm playing out this scenario where he gets Widow
Ooh,
Mine
that one
planted and has
guy
both the
leveled up.
Liberators defending
Ooh.
against it, and I don't see how he's going to be able to stop this. This Widow Mine actually separates both the bases here, so no mining can go on, and even if he did want to
Shut up,
stop
Tool.
the
Go
mine
die
over
so
there
you can
with
be
the
a
Liberator,
fucking dreadnought
how would
already.
the Stalkers get to it?
Third Liberator.
Nice.
What?
Oh, the Observer
Yes,
just
you're a
falls to
dreadnought
the
in the
Widow Mine.
future.
Great
Just
scan
go
there.
do it. We're done.
And
Okay?
now, he actually has
Done.
enough Stalkers
Cool.
to defend against these Liberators for now, but
A tank is also being made from the factory.
Jesus Christ, are you guys still talking to each
this
other?
is the craziest
Yeah.
1-on-1 I've
Just
ever
Marines
fucking
do
get a
that.
room and butt
Pirates
fuck already.
decide to make this
Jesus,
the most
we get it.
continuing to power
You
up.
want to kill
they
These
orcs?
Widow Mines, though,
Do they
he's
have
gonna get for
dicks,
it, just
though?
like it is. And
Yeah,
there
it's
is an
just like,
observer very
you
close,
know,
but great
locked
splits
in that
by
armor
Harding.
plating there.
Both the Widow Mines
Wonder
now
if,
gonna
like,
get taken out.
They don't
Wonder
have
if
sexual
Tools-
desires.
Tools is like
Crawling
big
away
enough
right
though.
there.
He can like stretch it all the way out of his
Alright.
armor.
Tank number 2.
So
He,
you think he's
that's
using
not
his
an
tanks to
ammo
clear all the
belt.
pylons outside his base?
That's just his dick.
I'm not sure. I don't think he's
What?
too worried about this.
Yeah. That's his
I
thing.
think he's like, all right, well, you know, if I do ever expand, I'll just expand to the bottom left. I think he's building up an attack, a frontal attack.
It's so many barracks, so much production off one base here. Eventually he's going to want to break out, but running against those pylons with just
I can't
Marines and
give
the
you
overcharge,
commander.
it does get quite dicey. Whoa.
Figures that's the
Maybe
one
a
person I
committing, but
can't
The
have.
shade cooldown is roughly 11 seconds, so bang, he's back in there. Is he actually going to get damage done here? That's a lot of damage mounting up.
I'm gonna.
Few Marines picked off.
Are
and
you-
that is
Wait, you
nice
can have
pickup.
three. You can have 3 people though now.
No, I can.
TY looks
It's
like
only
he is gonna
2.
break out, or try to break out. He's taking a lot of damage to the
So
Marines, and of
you
course the Marines
use the
are
commander
meant
and
to be
Thaddeus,
used
and
as
I'll
an
use
assault shortly.
Avitus
With the
and
rest of the units on
Tarkus.
the other side of the map, but he has been worn down a little bit. These adepts buying a lot of time for parting to build up on the other side of the map, but he is going to start to lose some of these.
For a long time in this game, I was really feeling TY's position, but I just look at the supply.
I leveled up
Parding's managing
his
to creep up
melee
now, and
to
it's gonna
Merciless
take a long
Strike,
time
and
for these
then
Marines to get across the
I'll
map,
leave
and
you
given
to
that
do whatever
can
you
kind of
want
tell,
with
hey,
the last
you didn't
2
have an expo
points.
there, I just got it with the
I
adept.
just knew you were
He
going to
knows
want
this is a
that
one-base
first
all-in.
tick
Didn't see
upgrade.
it's gonna be
That's
liberating
always
the
good to
tanks,
have.
start mount up an army to deal with it.
And the robotics bay needs time to get that out. If he goes towards, you'd imagine, disruptors.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if you want to go towards the strike from the skies or the power weapons.
Does look like it.
All right, and now we have this push. TY has access to move from his main base, and he's going to start to put the pressure onto Parting. Does Parting have enough units in time? There's 3 tanks, 3 Liberators, a bunch of Marines.
The Widowmine still being annoying there, but dealing with 3
Thaddeus
tanks
has
here,
no
this is a really, really solid number. And the fact that you can kind of
It's
creep
just
them ahead
stuff.
in siege mode here, I'm really worried for Parting here. This game's so back and forth.
He needs more time. The robotics bay just about finished up.
Oh, the Warp Prism, and it doesn't have the speed upgrade. This Liberator, oh, I'm very surprised he doesn't keep the Liberators chasing that.
Well,
Up this ramp now, 2 tanks and a Medivac waiting to drop down to do damage. 2 pylons trying to finish up to help protect and hold on to this position for now. Disruptor number 1 is on the way. Tanks taking down these, and remember that Warp Prism escape, so that is a threat on the other side of the map for sure. But this push continues up this ramp.
How do you engage this as Parting? If you walk to try and kill the tanks, you're in the liberation zones. If you walk to kill the liberators, you're in the tank zones. This is great play, but he's buying so much time by just producing pylons, and his economy is far superior here. That disruptor, though, in the production tab.
Yeah, and now the Warp Prism inside the mineral line of TY.
I am so excited.
If he hits these Marines, here we go. He's going to send it through, and he gets a big shot down onto the Marines there. Good defense from the start here for Parting. He's got a second disruptor on the way. He's forced to lift up inside the main base. Parting with his tournament life on the line. The SCVs have gone.
Man, he is totally all in with this. SCV is being pulled. This is very reminiscent of Nama back in his glory days, but a large number of tanks. The Stalker's under fire. That disruptor needs to get busy sometime soon.
Disruptor is going to be the key unit here. If he gets a couple of big hits, the second one pops out. Where is it going? It's under tank fire.
Tank fire, liberation zones everywhere. These tanks he loses it. Is he going to pick up the tanks? Dodge the disruptor shot with the medivacs. This is sick.
All we have is
I can't believe he
chainsaws.
lost that disruptor. Parting is under pressure. He's losing units left and right. And TY is getting a lot of momentum. And he's going to continue to push forward.
And TY's army is not getting any bigger from this point in time. He is not mining at all, so it's do or die with this, despite so many good trades here.
Thaddeus is just like, you guys can all use badass shit. What the fuck?
Disruptor comes out, it's under fire. Shields will need to regenerate.
They're just like, yeah, we're 3 levels higher than you, bro. Get on our level.
The Marines also on the right side has to make sure his army doesn't cluster. One tank does fall.
Yeah, great pick up there with the Adepts. They get 1 tank on the low ground. When is Parting going to make his move?
Oh, this is great. He's dropping the Adepts on the SCVs just to kill out the SCVs here. I don't believe the command center has died yet. In fact, is that the command center floating over here?
Yes, it is. It's coming to fight as well. 2 disruptors out, a 3rd one almost ready. I imagine when this 3rd disruptor's out, he's got to go for it. Here it is.
The sad thing is he can always dodge with the medivacs if his micro is on point. I think TY is actually going to start mining from Parting's 3rd here with his orbital command, so this game got insanely crazy. Whoa, investing with these Marines against the Photon Overcharge, though?
Yeah, it moves outside the range of it. Probes are going to come off.
No, this is smart. He's denying mining at that base, and here...
The robotics facility's gone now, so it's these 3 disruptors. He's mining somehow.
He's finding a way, TY.
All right, the Warp Prism. This is how he's going to address it. The Warp Prism's coming down from the Marines.
Oh no, the Disruptors, they're going to be dropped, and these Marines...
Who we pooping on, Skins or Eldar? Eldar.
So much chaos.
And now Parting has a supply lead, but he's got to find a way to deal with these tanks and, of course, the Liberators. Another Disruptor shot goes up, but he loses a Disruptor. He's down to only 2.
Oh, and this army of Parting, it's so red, it's so cornered in the back of the base.
The Stalkers are stuck at the north.
Look how they're both using their dropship micro here. This is insane play from both of them.
You gotta love how badass the Eldar are, but like, they're so few in number that they can't be badass.
Well, he's giving Parting space.
Oh, these Liberators, though. These
Imagine if they were as endless as the Orcs.
I'm kind of worried about the right side there.
2 Adepts.
And then
Steven going for the tank, gets picked up.
Oh, this micro from both of them is insane. Very evenly matched in this game.
here. Stalkers and Disruptors on the right side. How is he going to make a movement here? He's got to be careful. He throws two balls.
Oh, just dodge them with the Meadow Axe. And the Mothership Core's actually going to fall here, it looks like it.
And the tanks are getting some really good damage down. He actually loses one. Oh, the Medivac, he gets shot down. Oh, Parting, that's a big pickup for him. And a Liberator as well. This is turned around. All of a sudden, the 3 additional Stalkers get warped in. And now there is so little left here. 4TY's got a tank and a Liberator. And Parting controlling with his tournament life on the line here. Lose this, you are out. You are eliminated. Top 6.
TY's army is no longer scary. And Parting is still growing at a phenomenal rate. And if he just has his Stalkers at the top here, he could deny mining. So the only thing keeping TY in this game is this tank right now. A second tank does join the fray.
And we're going to see a drop onto something here, this Warp Prism.
Gets the Observer down.
4 Adepts in it.
There are more Marines on the field, but we've seen how easily the Disruptor deals with that.
Marines coming for the chase, but they don't fancy it. 2 Disruptor balls. Looking perhaps to get the winning shot here for Parting to 100% secure this game. He puts forward, takes a little too much damage.
This is so intense right now. Parting can't really leave his base, but neither can TY. And TY's new base is actually basically Parting's base at this point in time. Creeping ahead.
More and more Marines are being built. The Dark Shrine is on its way for Parting, which could seal the deal here in game number 4.
This Warp Prism barely has any health here. The Adepts committing to this fight, getting killed off. What are the tanks doing? The tanks still pushing that army back. TY's managing to stay in this somehow, and Parting's managing to stay. This is insane, Micro.
The Dark Shrine, though, there's only one command center. If it doesn't have energy, there's no detection whatsoever. He's saving it up, which I think is very, very smart at this point.
And these Stalkers, it's a 14-minute game here, and they've still not got Blink, and dodging these tank shots with this Warp Prism. Oh, the tank's actually going to die here.
Oh, Parting's going in.
He's committing.
He's going in. The Disruptor's coming down the ramp. He backs off. He almost loses one. He does lose one. And now a lot of SCVs are starting to take damage down. Parting tries to break. He can't do it.
The Mule got dropped. The Mule got dropped.
Oh, the Dark Shrine's almost finished up here.
This is very worrisome.
It is finished up. 4 Dark Templar in there. They get dropped off one at a time. There is no detection. There is nothing here. He can't do anything about it. He picks up and he has to evacuate this area. And TY's in trouble. These Dark Templar causing havoc.
Oh, he can scan though. He can scan. The Warp Prism can't commit. Or can it? He saves a TT.
He saves one, but then he can drop it back off again as soon as the scan is gone.
Oh, and it's... Oh my gosh, he did that just in range of GG.
Parting ties it up.
Oh my lord, what a hard-fought game, and you can see it on Parting there.
Whoa, that was intense for both sides. An impressive display, an impressive performance. One misclick, one mistake, the game was over. But they stuck through it, and we go to a game 5, the last one between these two players. And what a series this has turned. The first one of the day, and we are being treated by StarCraft's 2 finest StarCraft players in this tournament. And it's still a long way from the finals later on today.
This is so intense, man. Like, the 4th game of the series, tying it up. It's 2-2 now between these guys. And TY, he's not had an easy run, despite going against Puck before. In fact, there was Bomber as well, wasn't there? So 3-2 against Bomber, now 2-2 against Parting. This is already insanely close, and that game, it's just left me bewildered.
A stressful game for both players in that booth, as everything is on the line now, going to the last map. Here's a couple of moments again from that last game.
You know what? I'm really sad that this isn't the replay or part where all those Marines on the right side die to a single disruptor shot.
Here's the winning move. The Dark Shrine comes in, and just enough energy is accumulated to take down 3. But notice how brave Parting is with his Warp Prism coming from the left. It is at almost 0 hit points. But he comes in to save a unit.
Then drops it off just outside of range, just to taunt TY.
And instantly, with no detection left, TG was called.
Bam! There it is. Look at.
I'm hiding. Oh shit! Oh shit!
Sorry, I was watching like
this part of the
video, and it's like why the guy won, and he won by like He picked up one Dark Templar and moved it barely out of the scan range.
I have not seen
and then moved them back in. And like the guy didn't have anything to scan, so he won. So the guy automatically won.
So here, Ruins of Ceres, a 4-player map. You can have very, very different spawn locations. You can be horizontal, vertical, or as we see, cross map.
Yep.
Now in these positions, though, given that TY so far in most of his games has played a very defensive posture, I favour him. But now Harding, he's the guy going Nexus first here, and cross map. Unknowingly, this was the perfect decision.
Builds at this stage in a best of 5 of players thinking, loading into this, the size of the map, what's my opponent been doing most of the time? Can I run a risk to do something along these lines? Parting said, yes, yes I can. Whereas TY's opened up for a more traditional opening.
The Reaper opening, though, or rather the Nexus first opening, I really see no... It doesn't feel liable to me. Like, I feel that you can get away with this, even if you are against a Reaper, which is probably one of the best openings against the Nexus. At least think of that in here at Heart of the Swarm.
Yeah. She'll kill you.
In this game, it doesn't feel like you can necessarily deal damage with it. Mothership Core comes out so fast. The Adept can still come out so fast. The Reaper's on the map now, but the Cybernetic Core is being done. And TY, is he going to get to his base in time to deal damage? No, he's going to play defensive.
I see Garen was given a power fist.
I'm really liking him.
Yeah, you gotta run.
He's a Octavia!
Boom!
Boom!
More than likely, just a Reaper expansion, but not confirmed. Of course, there's a bunch of variety of Terran builds that all of a sudden could be 10 Reapers.
He was taught by Hulk.
Very shortly
Hulk smash.
So it's not 100% certain, but he could take a stab in the dark that is more than likely the expansion coming into play. The Mothership Core and Adept are on the way. The Adept, I imagine, is going to be the follow-up scout here to get confirmation of what TY is up to.
One beautiful thing about this map, too, that Harding may have taken into account is the fact that a Reaper getting into the base only has one way, which is actually the ramp. Yep. You can't actually jump up those cliffs, even if it looks like you can jump up those side cliffs right there. And TY, man, he's going back to the tried and true. He's going for that 3-base style that he knows and loves. This is a macro game, boys.
It's a macro game, boys. It's a big map. They're looking to
that was a good ragdoll. He went like sideways.
Parting's chosen the robotics facility. He's had a lot of success with opening straight up for the robotics facility.
He went Garen.
For simple detection.
Garen!
No, Garen.
Is immediately added on off the back.
No, Garen.
Gas-wise, he could.
God damn it, Garen, stop it.
Where he's going to go with this. This looks very Heart of the Swarm-esque so far. Throws down an Observer. In fact, did he cancel that, or did it pop out already?
He cancelled it.
So I wonder if he's saving gas for robotics, but he's definitely using his minerals on something. Now,
damn.
That's an early Cyclone, I believe.
An early Cyclone, an early Warp Prism.
These guys, they're both, like Harding, after the first game of the series, where he went pump-based hardcore aggression, he's really slowed it down. Why do you think that is? Just nerves?
Yeah, I don't like playing as a commander. It's fucking gay.
And, you know, his aggression fails, and then that's the way he loses the tournament. I think he feels he probably has better chances.
Super lame.
Like, this is the last Terran left as well, so it's not about saving strategies. It's literally about doing what he thinks is
I'm a Garen that doesn't tank.
If he feels it is this next burst style, despite winning so comfortably, like, he's had to really fight for his victories.
I know, we got too much attack damage
is
built.
The only scout from TY in this entire game so far, and it's only seen an Adept and the location of where the Protoss
Infinity Edge Triforce Garen
location is. He doesn't know anything other than
this
that.
4 and 4
That is the most
IEs.
adventurous depot
How that worked.
I've ever seen. Right at the bottom of his ramp there. And I guess one reason is you've seen it.
No one ever
so
told me
far.
4 Infinity Edges don't work.
Anyway, so if you can
Yeah,
see
they
them
don't
just
stack.
entering your base a little bit quicker, maybe that's the idea behind
They
it.
do, though.
Well, he's not going to see them if they come from the sky.
Not how you're
the Warp
thinking,
Prism is now
though.
loaded up with 3 Adepts.
The bunker position
And
is
a
nice.
lot of
Crit
gateways being
damage
added
went
on
up.
back at home here.
Once.
So we could be seeing a very strong follow-up blink attack coming out from Parting, but let's find out how the initial attack comes. As at this point, he's aiming to deal as much damage to the SCV line.
I got more
slow
quick
down
chance, that's what I
TY's
wanted.
Production and income as possible. And here comes the first drop.
This is a great drop. This is like the one point in
Wow.
TY's base that is undefended. Everywhere else, look, he's got Cyclones
This was
ready,
not
got
the
Marines
place to
ready.
be.
Siege tanks even done there. He's going to run into the mineral line. I feel that standing on the SCVs would be a smarter plan here, because the tank's going to shoot you no matter what.
Yeah. Well, 2 adepts go
For
down.
some reason,
Third one's
like,
gonna die as well.
they're just like not
Only 4
working, and I
SCVs have
can't
been
get them
killed.
out.
Slowly moving out. Oh, no, the gets taken.
The scan! Beautiful, beautiful play with that Cyclone. The Cyclone stops shooting if the unit goes out of vision, so he scanned there just to make sure that Warp Prism is no longer a threat.
There's no pylon on the other side of the map. He was looking to, you know, continue with this aggression, with this blink play. The Warp Prism was meant to be.
Yeah, I don't think Cyrus is good on that level. We need more melee. Because Howling Banshees get in our mix.
Oh, and look at this. This is very clean micro from both of them here. But and he knows a Stalk. Oh, he sees Blink. He loses Cyclone, sure, but he sees Blink. I'm very worried about the fact that he's got this third. And great decision-making by TY. He scans, sees there's no third, pulls back. This is so intelligent by TY.
This lane, because he has nothing, and he's just going to die over and over again.
Of all of this, but he's fully dedicated. There's no upgrades. There's nothing. And already, he starts to sense that this might not work. He throws down the third Nexus, he throws down that Forge. And now, it's a game of how long will TY take to figure this out. And Parting has found a tech lab at the very least. He's going to stop combat shields.
They are both playing so ridiculously smart right now. And TY, he's respecting this as much as he should be, given that he didn't see a third, so he's pulled all his SCVs. But Parting right now, he's loving this because he's actually taking a third. And he finds a hole, he takes out the tank almost immediately here.
He can't take down the bunker though, too many SCVs. He does lose quite a few of these Stalkers. But he continues to put the pressure on, slows down 2 of these barracks from finishing up. But Stim is done. 1-1, about to finish for TY as well.
TY's got to be sniffing this out here. There's not enough Stalkers to really be aggressive here, to really be an all-in. So I'm imagining that he's starting to think that it must be a third. Put quite a few SCVs back onto mining, but a few are still dilly-dallying around.
Well, at this time, Parting still needs a lot of additional time to prepare himself for a push that could come out. He's trying to get up upgrades. He's trying to get disruptors down. He blinks forward, finds a Marauder.
Parting's trading ever so cost-efficiently here. And this is just a group of Stalkers. Here, though, taking a bit of a fight, but nice blinks away at the last second there.
Warp Prism coming into the main base. A nice backstab from Parting as TY a little bit far out of position. A big warp in here. 7 additional depths.
That warp in looks
we just need to try to take things a little bit slower.
Looking. And 7 SCVs have fallen so far, but these Adepts, they're not in the main base anymore. They're in the natural. They're dealing damage again.
Yeah, they're dealing a lot of SCVs. 10, 11 have gone down, and at the same time, he's blink controlling these Stalkers.
Oh, man.
17 SCVs. He's going towards the main base once again.
And they're just dancing around, and now he's splitting up the army. And the Stalkers alone are very, very strong. The Adepts alone are very, very strong. TY is not really mining so much right now.
21 SCVs have been killed with this attack, and another large warp in.
And he's using the SCVs. He wants him to use the SCVs. That's his main goal here. He wants to kill as many SCVs as he can, so the fact he's using them to fight, and he gets away with 4 Adepts right there.
Critical damage has been landed now by Parting, who's got a third up and running. He's got disruptors out. He's getting some upgrades now as well. And TY's in a bit of a difficult situation, having lost 41 workers over the last few minutes to the Adepts and to the Stalkers. And where do you go? What do you do now as TY?
All right, Garen, I gave you
TY
Warmons.
has to deal damage. After taking so much damage, he has to deal it. But marching across the map against this huge amount of Stalkers, and the fact that Parting could just play aggressive here, it's getting troublesome, but that's a large amount of bio. Picking off the medevacs here, nice micro by Parting.
Yeah, good micro indeed. He's blinking Stalkers back, and finally, seems like he's going to be able to take down these units. The Disruptor comes in for good measure.
The Disruptors.
Oh, great grab there of one flying back medevac.
I love how Parting's played this game.
I think Parting's looking for a kill here. Muslim, he walks in another big round of Stalkers with 2 Disruptors.
And this is the PvP army. Nice dodges there. The Disruptor Ball does not really deal as much damage. The second Disruptor falls as well, but a third one joins the fray. That ball is going to get damage done. Yes, quite a few Marines die.
And Parting, he jumps forward here, and he looks like he's going to be able to turn this series around.
GG!
Parting wins 3 games to 2 in an epic series between the both of them. After all seem lost, Parting comes out on top and moves through to another round in this tournament, 1 step closer towards that championship, 1 step closer to a potential rematch versus Solar. But TY, so close but so far.
So close but so far. Just a few little different decisions maybe in that orbital shipyard game, and he could have went his way. It looked like he couldn't lose at some points, but Parting Man, his tenacity, he really held on there.
He really held on from the game prior where all seemed lost. The live.
With us right now, it's showtime.
And I hope you don't forget how well he played yesterday. You seem to have been
certainly not.
brainwashed from Nathanius. But I'll accept it. Nathanius is very good with his words.
I believe in the power of preparation, and Nerchio had a lot of VODs to study. But then again, Showtime showed a very wide array of builds, so I'm not sure if Nerchio will even be able to prepare for what Showtime has in store.
Well, Showtime moved over to the map very early on, and he's going to see the opening from Nerchio.
You want to
He's
come
gone
back
for a
down
Nexus
here and do
first
that
himself,
stuff?
which he did almost every single game yesterday. I think he
I just wanted to take out that building.
different openers, but usually this is his fallback go-to build.
Yep, and this probe here, forcing the spawning pool before the hatchery. A small blow to Nerchio's build here, and great scouting from Showtime also, making sure that nothing can catch him off guard early game. He wants the game to go long, and he's choosing a very safe approach, the probe scout, to make sure that the game can actually go as long as possible.
And he continues to harass this location just to prevent the hatchery from going down, as Luke just said. Showtime's biggest performance in StarCraft 2 outside of Germany, of course, the DPS champion, but he got top 4 in WCS Season 1 in France earlier on this year. And this, I think, in my opinion, could be an equal match, if not higher, for him if he continues to perform to what he's capable of. But we do have now some decisions coming and evolving with these builds. A gas has been thrown down by Nerchio, and the double gateway opening again here from Showtime.
Very similar to a laser here, going for that early circling speed, but will it be able to actually accomplish anything against Showtime, who's usually such a very defensive player? I'm not sure, especially on a map like this, where it's so easy to secure that third base. Pylon overcharge being as strong as it is in Legacy of the Void, I'm not sure if Nerchio will actually be able to accomplish much with the circling speed here, but it could be something else as well. Either way, he sees the double gateway and Chrono Boost going down, so he knows that even if Showtime were to commit to something here, Nerchio will be safe with that early circling speed.
He knows. All right, well, for the time being, the first couple of depths are going to be the
scouting final here. Very nice move from Nerchio, trying to get that little bit of scouting.
And he's just moving the probes down so they do not die. He even cancels the pylon just to make sure that the Zergling does die there. Evolution Chamber is the first structure that's been planted, and we have an Overlord moving into position where we are more than likely going to see Zergling drops.
And two sentries in production now, Paul. I think maybe if we see a robotics go down, I have a feeling what might happen. A little bit of that force field.
Let me take that building out before you run up there, dude.
But this evolution chamber here, it's probably going to be that melee style. But currently, Nerchio does not have the gas. Maybe a little bit of a mistake here, but it could also be the new Overlord's drop.
Right. And that's what I'd be expecting to see here. This is what Solar brought to the table yesterday versus Parting. Maybe something that Nerchio's copied over from Solar. The third Nexus has been planted, and Zerglings now are starting to stream out.
Nice dodge.
Very close to finishing. As you see now, going to make their way over to the other side of the map in a quick second. But what can they achieve? Can they get a lot of damage done?
That's going to be the big question here, as Nerchio's Zerglings will be going up against Showtime's defenses.
This could be useful.
With those pylons and the mothership core, and the sentries as well.
I'm going to keep sieging.
Force fields and more. The adepts are still there.
There's a couple of groups up here I'm going to also take out.
Respond to this, and let's see also what
oh shit, never mind, I'm running.
Spend gas on in the background.
Photon overcharge been forced out on a single pylon, a cannon to help protect this location, and now the Twilight Council. So far, this is looking like an older part of the Swarm build, more of the Le Baguette style, the French style, where you take this fast third and then eventually get up towards Stalkers and +2, but we'll see where he goes precisely shortly. But now the Zerglings looking to get inside the main base, and this has been spotted by hallucinated phoenixes, and units are getting ready to be in position.
And this Overlord here on the left is actually upgraded, and it seems to be a little bit of a fake, because it doesn't have any Zerglings in it, so a little bit of a fake out here from Nerchio. Possibly trying to cause a little bit of trouble at the third base, but currently with such a low amount of Zerglings, Showtime's defense is just looking impeccable here.
Showtime having a good look around. Sees the drone count across these bases. Pokes in, sees one evolution chamber, one roach, one player on the way. Nothing too alarming. And an Overlord, likewise from Nurture, gets a pretty decent discount, sees the Chrono Boost into the Twilight Council and the Forge, but it is Zealot Charge, of all things. This is the first time that we've seen Showtime go this direction against Zerg this tournament.
Once again showing up with something very, very unique and different to what he showed prior. And it seems like Showtime might be going for a very big attack here eventually. Getting that Robo opens up the possibility for a Warp Prism. And this charge timing is actually really, really fast here.
6 gateways additional to the ones that are already out. Zerglings football, they're going to get themselves a pro kill.
But is this enough for Nurture? Does he know what exactly is on the way? And how is his tech choice going to go up against this early charge from Showtime?
Well, the Lurker Den does take a very long time to morph from the Hydralisk Den. And that's where Nurture's putting his army composition. Zergling, maybe a few Roaches, and then the Lurkers. But in a minute, we are going to see an attack coming out. We have the Templar Archives down, the Warp Prism on its way, and a lot of gateways now finishing up.
This is going to be one sledgehammer of an attack coming up from Showtime. But so far, he hasn't even been able to make it out on the map. But sometime soon, I expect him to move out as the Warp Prism is about to complete just now.
Well, Lurkers seem to be the perfect unit to defend against it.
I believe so as well, Sean. We'll have to see how this is going to play out.
Now, the Protoss army starting to build up. +2 attack and Blink also being researched by Showtime. And he's stopped pro production for the time being, so they can get a comfortable 66 workers across these 3 bases. And now, the High Templar get warped in. And this is looking like a Zealot Archon. Big, as you said, sledgehammer attack. Another scout coming out from Showtime. See what he's up against. See whether he feels this.
I like the music.
Where can he strike? Where are
Dude, this music was made by like us if we had money. It's like a choir going. What?
What?
10 more Roaches on the way. 5 Lurkers.
Like listen to what.
This Lurker timing is
Man,
great
listen to
StarCraft. He will
StarCraft.
be able to tear these Zealots apart. But will
he get on top of the Lurkers?
Fucking epic, man.
That's the big question here. They're
He's
almost complete.
Forward. They're right there. You can see them off, and he turns to go for an attack, but he gets pushed back immediately. That is a high amount of Roach and Hydra. Showtime's losing units incredibly fast here. He warps in a lot from the Warp Prism here, a bunch of sentries.
And where's the
Dude, you guys are for real right now?
Opportunity for Showtime to recall here, and he's caught off guard.
You got a grenade for up in there?
And wow, this is going to completely shut down Showtime's sledgehammer. Didn't do anything here against pushback, and Nurture has done nothing fancy in this game. He's built an army, was ready for this attack that came across, stopped it, counter-attack, and looks like he's just going to win.
Yeah, even seeming a little bit indecisive earlier on with that Evolution Chamber and not doing anything with it. But now, he's at the front of Showtime's base, and he's in so much trouble. Nurture with a commanding lead in this game.
4 pylons being overcharged here to try to hold on to this position, but that seems like there is too much Zerg. And this strategy from Showtime is going to deliver the first loss against Zerg in the last couple of games that he's played if he does not hold on to this. Damage is being dealt, but Nurture smells weakness, continues to rally over. Showtime going to try and draw the attention away from himself by dropping inside the main base, but he's losing probes. He's losing that third.
No, really, that's not like why we came down here.
Doing absolutely nothing for Nurture.
Just a very, very dire situation for Showtime. Forced back to 2 bases, much like in the game against Alasia.
No, it's going to tell us why we're coming down here.
This is a whole different situation. Nurture already has a 4th base secured.
To kill
so much more army than in that game.
Templar, but yes.
He's just even pushing up this ramp here.
Jeez, Thaddeus, like you are a fucking dick.
Showtime would be completely helpless here.
Showtime.
Calm your ass down.
Units left, an absolutely dominant performance here from the Polish players.
There's like one fucking Eldar.
Absolutely everywhere. Disruptor comes in with a volley, and he's going to get a handful of units.
I need to try super fucking hard.
Move into the main base.
The
Roaches that were defending will also join the attack force. And Showtime has been absolutely bested.
So why is that a thing?
To be honest, like I said, Nurture didn't really do anything that special in this game. He defended
his like Wayne Brady's Smack-a-Ho punch.
Lurkers, Roaches, and even a high
Smack-a-Ho punch.
in there.
Patent pending.
A very amazing timing here from Nurture, defending that initial push from Showtime. Just cleaning this up easy. Wow, that's a big hit from the Disruptor, but it's not going to be enough here.
GG, Nurture opens up this series with an easy victory against the German. And a bit of a grin, bit of a smile on the face of the Pole. And Showtime's got to be better than that if he's going to compete against a former champion. Good start from Nurcho, though. Impressive. I'm sure you're thinking
This has to be a little bit rough for Showtime. This was his map choice as well, Dust Towers. And the next one is going to be Nurcho's map choice, actually. And here, in the bottom, currently teamless, with a little bit of a challenge ahead of him, it's Showtime. Showing a lot of great PvC play so far here at DreamHack, but right now he's facing a lot of resistance from the Polish Zerg. A little bit of a gold base going down here.
Which one?
It's going to be the gold base that Solar also chose against Paring. The one on the left, it seems.
Second drone has moved down.
Can you take over that building real quick?
Get this while the probe is around. So an extra
Oh, we can't.
In place.
We can't?
One import to follow very shortly.
Oh, you can only take one building per deployment, and because we redeployed here, we can take the second one.
Gold base on the left, because it's also a very common location for proxy gateways, and we already saw Showtime use some of these proxy gateways against Bly earlier on in this tournament. So I like that Nurcho went for that scout over there first. And this pro getting dangerously low.
This music is so fucking good, man.
For an expand right away, so he's probably expecting there to be a spawning pool, but he does not know about the gas tank just yet. Now he does, though.
Obviously a very important game number 2. Nurcho could go up 2-0. And that is a very dominant position to be in if he's able to secure a win on his map choice. That's very important to remember that. But the double gateway again from Showtime as Nurcho does move forward with his drone 2.
We're assaulting from each side, eh?
And also the side of the net score.
I'm gonna try and go to the right,
on the other side of the
get
map
more
here.
kills.
No, don't really see that very often.
I would say so, but Showtime has showed a lot of crazy and weird different builds, so I think this is a good choice from Nurcho, and especially when it goes for that early gas. Nurcho has a lot of options available to him. He has not taken the gold base yet, the third one that is. So Nurcho could be trying to
More stuff up here to Shrek.
See the location of the gateways, see how they're put down, and these are at the front of the wall off. So perhaps, just perhaps, Nurcho might do something like a big Roach Ravager timing to maybe deal some damage to this pylon, to the gateway.
He is Thaddeus. Is he like waits for there to be like one Eldar spider left, and just like fuck it, runs up on him and smashes him.
Dude. To be built, and then what are we going to be seeing next from Showtime? Traditionally, he's
little rude, man.
The adepts.
Like, why just the one? Why not do it when it's like
the early evolution
all of
chamber.
them
Is he
there?
going to attempt the drop that he couldn't quite pull off in the previous game?
I would love to see that, because Nurcho has made quite a significant amount of struggling
Yeah,
here, but sometimes
message.
Nurcho likes to build buildings, but not exactly utilize them all that much, just keeping the options open. So we'll just have to wait and see what Nurcho decides to go for. And Showtime, all that gas currently not spent on any additional structures, just making more.
Let's not even bother taking over this thing.
A quick poke up the ramp from Nurcho.
I think we can press the button and it should recall us to that one we were just at.
Just south of here.
And there we have it, the drop. I didn't see it in the
And I'll
production
test
tab,
it with
but
Thaddeus.
is upgraded and can drop these Zerglings, but Showtime already has the Demolition Core in
No.
He does. He's starting to deal damage.
We'll see where he goes.
Oh, no, sorry, the Adepts are
He's
almost
gonna go all the way back to that one.
You might get a few pro kills here.
Zealot to block
Alright,
the ramp.
I
Adepts running to defend
had
the
him go
natural.
back
So
just
far,
because
so
he's got
good
the
for
jump
Showtime,
pack.
and it's been a pretty solid defense here, and he's going to take all these down. Only 3 out of the 8 remain alive. He's going to try and get into the mineral line once again.
Wow, nice.
You want to
shot
shoot
there
those
as well. Not losing a
supply
single
things while you're
so
there?
far.
At least
And
one
this
of them.
was quite the early investment from Nurcho, and that means that all the drones that were supposed to be at the gold base, they're not there. Of course, Nurcho still has some. and
Those
he
are our
has double
support
gold
item
at this point, but
increases.
this
Yeah, we need
third
those.
gold base here could have been saturated.
Those are just like
Not yet.
the health packs
A
and the
lot of drones,
grenades.
and currently 31 workers to 40.
And Showtime has decided to go double Stargate. We saw this yesterday work out very well for him. We'll see if it's going to be successful again. And we are going to have another attempt, by the looks of it, of a drop into the main base to get towards that worker line. 8 Zerglings have been loaded up. Can Nurcho find a weakness?
There's the melee upgrades again going down for Nurcho, and he will be able to see the double Stargate. That's a massive scout here for Nurcho.
And we do see Zerglings go down, but as you said, he scouts it. Now, what is his reaction to be? We'll see, as he's currently can't do anything to that at the moment. He takes down an Overlord here, Showtime. Is it the Hydralisks? Is it what?
Taking 7 roaches, or 8 roaches in production. He's really adding on to this roach count. A little bit curious about this choice when he's going up against double Stargate.
It's like, what? Who makes music like
Nurcho's
this?
choice here, so I'm really interested to see how this is going to play out. But Showtime He's not even taking a third at this point, just adding on even more technology, getting that robotics facility.
Found himself the overlord. Bit of pain in the backside, but not really dealt any damage. It's going to go down. And as you said, there's quite a few roads, quite a few zerglings. And they're perfectly aligned. Fortunately here for Nurcho, as a third Nexus has been put down.
Wrecked?
Is he going to be able to get to cancel here? That's a big question. Nurcho with the army.
Don't pick those up yet, though.
This could be either a great success or he could lose everything here as his Phoenixes can keep the roaches at bay.
Rogue goes down, pylons are almost finishing up, so overcharge is going to be available from the mothership core. He loses one roach, he's going to lose the second, and so far, very solid here from Showtime, takes no damage. And again, Nurcho's invested in units that weren't drones at this point. His economy's low, his income is decently high because of the gold base.
And this is the second time around, so Nurcho could have had a far more powerful army at this point, and even if he scared Showtime a little bit, Showtime's work account is so extremely healthy, and very soon, he's going to have that gold base accessible to him as well.
Now, Showtime with quite a few units in the sky is going to start to harass, start to scout. He finds an overlord, it gets transfused, so he's going to keep that alive. The Spire is down, the melee upgrade is finishing up Snoop.
The robotics bay from Showtime, he could be transitioning into that robo-heavy play with disruptors and such. And with the Spire play that Nurcho is going for, I'm not sure if that's going to be the right transition for Showtime.
Showtime's found a queen, he takes it off the gold base, he finds an overlord as well, so harassment does begin now for the German. Couple of drones as well, so good start here from these Phoenixes. Pokes inside the main base.
And can he see the Spire on the left-hand side here?
Nah, I think he has done. He sees the Spire fully completed, gets out with all his Phoenixes as well. He's going to want to keep the Phoenix production up high, but it's Corruptors that are being made.
Interesting choice here from Nurcho, wanting to contest that Sky army while possibly making additional drones and then later adding on the mutants, quite possibly here.
Phoenix is continuing to harass
so
around.
many Phoenixes, he can deal so much economic damage with this. He could even lift up these queens if he so desired. Is he going for it? Showtime thinking about it, but rather going for the safe approach, it seems.
He's the fourth hatchery.
And he's used the Corruptors.
He's...
One Phoenix might go down here.
Oh, wow.
Barely gets away there. Dark red.
Roaches still being added on.
Showtime is just doing this brilliantly, not losing any army whatsoever. Taking such great trades here, wow.
And Corruptors turning around to take a fight. He finally loses a unit, but at this point you've got to be feeling pretty comfortable if you were Showtime. Every little dig that Nurcho's tried has failed. He's got the counter harassment in with the Phoenixes. He's got full information on what his opponent is trying to do. And there's a comfortable army back at home as well.
Slowly but surely though, the creep spread is...
Yeah, that's what got him fucked up.
Base, and once it reaches that third base, it's a very open location for Showtime to defend. And against lurkers or anything else, it could be very, very difficult for Showtime to hold later on.
Phoenix see that it's still just a layer. I'm not sure if he got the infestation pit scout, but he finds drones on this form.
All of them.
That's an easy couple of pickups.
A little bit curious not to see any more disruptors from Showtime here, just going for the Immortals instead, and he has not exactly seen a very high roach count either, so I'm a little bit curious about this. But it's going to work wonders against Ultralisk as the Hive is on the way. It could be one of Nurcho's choices.
11 workers down with these Phoenixes. He goes back in the main base. He sees the infestation pit. He sees the Hive. He
gets
picks
another
up a queen.
Maybe even a Hydralisk here.
He grabs one as well and runs into Corruptors, so he is going to lose the Phoenix and then have to back out.
But I also want to state how the Phoenixes just being there completely shut down Nurcho's chance to go from Mutalisk here. So Nurcho is actually locked down to detect that Showtime wants to play against.
Do you think that upon seeing the Hive on its way, he's going to be building an attack before anything from the Hive is used, whether it is the Ultralisk Cavern, Adrenal Glands, upgrades?
It's definitely a possibility, but Zerg also has the options to get those lurkers before Hive Tech, so I'm not sure if it's something that Showtime wants to risk. He's such a safe player.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if he wants to go up against the theoretical possibility of lurkers being there on creep.
Well, let's find out how this is going to take shape. The Corruptors poke forward. They see the fourth Nexus of Showtime down. Another Queen has fallen victim to these Phoenixes.
It is definitely a possibility, though, if Showtime scouts the Hydralisk den and sees that it has not morphed to a...
He's just like, fuck.
A greater Spire on the way.
That doesn't sound good.
From earlier on for Broodlords, and Showtime could hit the timing before that.
He's on the edge of creep here. He's got a disrupt to the back. He's going to probably send it forward. Here comes one hit, and he's going to grab a little bit on that right-hand side. He then returns back, waiting for the Disruptors to rally up again. Blink has now completed, +2 not. And Nurcho, is he going to attack into this? A couple of force fields come down and push a lot of these units back. Phoenix is on the left-hand side, that is not good.
The Disruptor is going to be off cooldown very, very shortly here. Nurcho seems to have to retreat here. His Showtime is at a very high army supply.
And he blinks forward, he's catching a couple of these roaches. Where the Disruptors are hit right now would be huge.
A little bit
Here they come. Oh,
do I get rid of the stun
He
grenade?
used most of the Disruptor shots.
Yeah,
so
you can get rid of
Nurcho's
those.
army could have gone back and fought more, but he instead chooses to retreat
Oh, I
here. And
can't
that's going to work
dispose of
out
that
very,
item. Okay.
very well for Showtime, with so many resources in the bank, so much gas that he can convert into those high Templars.
And here he's going to bounce forward once again, clearing up some creep. The Great Spire is almost done. It's going to be a bit of a pain. But +2 attack, finishing up. Showtime still eager to continue to push forward. He's got the Disruptors to back off to.
Do keep in mind though, since Showtime actually getting a little bit caught off guard on creep here, but has to back off the Disruptor, covering for Showtime's army very, very well.
And 3 Broodlords, 4 Broodlords are being morphed. The only way to deal with it is with the Stalkers at the moment.
At the same time, Showtime does have those 2 Stargates from earlier on. He could easily put down a Fleet Beacon and make Tempest, for example, to counter those Broodlords.
A couple of Archons, Zealots being added into the mix. And one thing that is for sure Showtime does not know is this Ultralisks, is this Broodlord, what exactly is this?
Yeah, despite having those Phoenixes, Showtime has not been very active with them and scouting the last couple of minutes, being so distracted
Well, he's
with
going to see now.
pressure.
Corruptor morphs into a Broodlord under the Stalkers.
The only place
Does
you
he
felt
see it?
Vision.
I'm not so
was
sure.
Purgatory.
But now he's going to know as the Broodlords actually fire down on the Archons. Big Disruptor shot going off, gets 2 Hydras, that's nice and all.
Fleet Beacon has been put down, but Warp Prism on the other side of the map. Is there any defense inside this main base? The Zealots harassing in a trademark Showtime way. Zealots on the left, Warp Prism in the main. The Zealots are going to be dealt with. But what does he have inside? He's also moving his army aggressively.
I'm not sure if this is the right choice for Showtime, going with all of his army on the right-hand side. This opens up the opportunity for Nurcho's ground army to go on a counter-offensive through the middle. And the Broodlords are actually the units of choice here, going for that counter-attack, raining fire down on Showtime's mineral line.
And here we go. Showtime blinks. He's going to take one of these Broodlords down, trying to take down this gold base while keeping the harassment up.
This is going to get real crazy real fast, but these lurkers should be able to provide some stability for Nurcho here.
Now he takes down one hatchery, and he's got to be backing off here. He doesn't want to fight into the middle
he's
of this
going
creep
through the
area.
middle. Nurcho is going for it. It's going to be a crazy, crazy base
There is an
race.
observer. The observer goes down, so no vision on the lurkers whatsoever. Nurcho is on the other side. A recall.
Showtime going for the big recall while he's dealing damage to Nurcho's main base.
He picks up a couple of these lurkers, but the Hydralists are there in protection.
Oh, these Broodlords are awfully exposed on this high ground as well. If the Stalkers blink under them, they could be taken out.
The Stalkers are too far on the right-hand side. They've got to move to the left to get underneath these Broodlords.
The Phoenix is actually tickling the Broodlords, but I'm not sure
You
if it's going to
saw
be
another
enough.
one, bro?
It's still such a
He's
scary
lost
army.
everything inside the main base. He's lost the hive, the lair, the hatchery, everything.
But doesn't matter though. Look at Nurcho's army supply, and it has so many scary units in it. But Tempest. The double Stargate opening from earlier, paying off in dividends for Showtime.
There's only 28 workers. The Great Spire goes down. No more Broodlords left in this game, or to be rebuilt in this game, should I say, as the Tempest count rises. And this is a location which ideally Showtime would like to defend. Broodlords are weak on the left-hand side. He can blink down, but there's a couple of lurkers in protection.
But these Broodlings are zoning out the ground army of Showtime so well, but now the Tempest are out, and Nurcho doesn't have an answer for them.
Whoa, big
Oh,
disruptor
this
hit there in the middle
level,
of
this
all of
level's
And he continues
awesome.
Look
to
at
back off.
Showtime's patience. Unbelievable. Just staying back, taking fights where it actually favors him.
And now he blinks forward to pick up the remaining Broodlords. A lot of them have gone down. He backs off once again.
Hydralisk picking off a Tempest though, but Showtime is...
Army supply very similar, even though the supply overall in favor of Showtime.
Showtime confidence in the Tempest that he already has on the field. Chooses to go for more Disruptors here, but the gold base is actually falling. And eventually, Showtime's economy is going to be a little bit weak at this point.
There's no answer to these Tempests, though. There's nothing to stop these at the moment.
I'm not so sure. Nurcho's adding in a few more Hydralisks, and they can maybe possibly take them out, but it's going to be very, very difficult. Nurcho has to get up and close and personal with those Tempests.
And he takes another Broodlord down. Showtime on the left-hand side was probably aiming towards this base, but does back off. Neither of them mining that much at the moment. It's Nurcho who, well, no, he doesn't really have an advantage. It is slightly still in favor of Showtime, only slightly, as Phoenix has chased down the last couple of Broodlords.
The Zealots in the main
Destroyed everything.
The Sturg infestation here up by the terraces. Finally being taken out, but this infestation pit is most likely going to bleed out as well.
Holy shit!
He's chasing down every last Broodlord. And now it's just a handful of mid-tier units.
Okay, Flamers are insanely overpowered.
Heavy hitters.
But Showtime has the disruptors to actually take them out over time. So the longer this game goes, the better it's going to be.
I've never seen damage like that.
Damage over time units, and we know how good.
I mean, I've seen, you know, Gib, but I haven't seen just you're dead.
He's going to be stopped and he's dying.
GG is called. Showtime evens up the series 1-1.
Good display from both sides, but Showtime, that was the performance at least I expected to see from him coming into this. Nurcho stunned, but Nurcho attempted a lot of different moves that he couldn't pull off throughout that game.
Yeah, especially the early circling drop pretty much cut so much into Nurcho's economy. It wasn't as strong as it should be. And then the second wave of pressure towards Showtime's third base didn't really accomplish a whole lot either.
Yeah.
Nurcho could have looked so much stronger here in this game if he was able to get to the macro that he showed in the first.
Think to do every game here? Or you see him doing it again?
Against the Nexus first, possibly. I mean, it's very difficult for a Protoss player to defend both locations at once, especially given how wide open the natural is. I think it can be a very good choice here.
Okie dokie. Snooty. I still think if you were Nurture right now, you'd beat Showtime. As much as I love Showtime, I know you'd beat him.
No,
I know
I'm
you
not so
would.
sure. I'm so impressed by Showtime's play in this tournament so far. I don't think I would be able to defeat him.
You always sell yourself so short when we know
We'll
you are
see.
one of the best.
Perhaps in the WCS, Sean. Maybe we'll face off against each other.
Hashtag Snoot at BlizzCon next year. All right.
Oh well.
Double gateway for Showtime. Always likes to open up like this. The first adept is being Chrono boosted out. The fast layer.
Ooh,
Snoot, talk to me.
Interesting. This could be anything, Sean. It could be Muta, it could be a Nidus Worm, it could be so many different things, but most likely I expect either a Nidus Worm or a very, very quick Spire.
And how is Showtime going to figure out what's going on a map this big? There is no circling speed, so the Adept technically has reigned over the center of this map.
And I believe by using this Adept, Showtime will also be able to scout the fact that Nurcho does have that there on the way, but he's being cheeky himself. This is a proxy Twilight Council, and if he puts down a Dark Shrine, that's going to be such a build order mismatch against what Nurcho is doing. His lair is already complete, detection is there, and he sees now that Nurcho does not have a third, at least in this location. Sensor shade down to the bottom left to make sure that Nurcho is not expanded here either.
And now you've got to be wondering what is going on. It is a Nidus Worm, ladies and gentlemen, planted down. Roach Warriors, Queens have been added on as well.
Ready to roar, it's the Nidus Worm.
And here we go, the Adept, trying to figure out for Showtime what is going on. He sees no gas on the natural.
I would commit here, I would keep it. And
here we go, he sees it.
the Nidus Worm. How is Showtime going to respond here?
And this is a massive scout. He throws down additional gateways. He's getting stalkers out, so he knows that he cannot allow any overlord close.
Will the warp gates be ready in time though? I'm not so sure. What is going to chrono boost? Is it going to be units? There we see the warp gate research being chrono boosted.
And this is where it's going to come from. Multiple pylons set up here, and the first Overlord moving into position. A Dark Shrine, he's going to go for it anyway, but the first Nidus Worm is here, and Legs to the Void, it cannot be targeted until it is complete. And we know that Queens are going to be popping out immediately.
Showtime not pulling probes off the line. He knows how much he needs those resources, and he has those preemptive pylons in position. The pylon overcharge, firing away to Nidus Worm. Is it going to go down?
It's going to go down eventually. No, another Transfuse comes out.
And all the units are out. The Nidus Worm finally goes down, but Nurture has the opportunity to drop another one.
He is going to drop another one immediately, and this looks like it's going to work here potentially. The gateways aren't quite ready. They're almost ready. What is he? He's going to pull probes. The Stalkers have to control. He's very low with one of them. Three additional get warped in. He loses one.
Showtime has to hold on. This Dark Shrine could be a very powerful tool for him to defend because Nurcho does not have an Overseer here just yet.
Photon overcharge on that middle pylon, which he's holding on for now. The Dark Shrine close to finishing up. Another
DTs. If Nurcho doesn't morph an Overseer anytime soon, those DTs will be able to snipe the Nidus Worm and then kill off all of the units with their high DPS.
Another warping of units here, great control and taking down one pylon at a time, but the Dark Shrine has finished
I got it.
And this is where we can see that he's got no gas at this moment.
Okay, well they did that instead of what I thought they were
There's no third base for Nurcho.
Right now, Showtime has no gas. He needs gas to be able to build the Dark Templar, but he's been able to control very well an additional wave of roaches come in. Another photon overcharge on a pylon.
Additional zealots would be able to buy more time, and Showtime is under so much pressure right now, even for getting to morph one of the gateways into a warp gate.
And here, 3 zealots are going to need to get in front. He loses another stalker.
Oh, I think Showtime is saving the DTs to actually counterattack Nurtio in the main base. He does not want to reveal them. This is such a ballsy play from Showtime.
Oh, he loses another stalker. The Dark Templar is going over to the other side.
And now to counterattack, DTs are sneaking into the main base of Nurtio.
And another photon overcharge. More zealots. 6 of them. They're going to take a while to go down.
Now the first defensive DT is warping in. This is so ballsy by Showtime. He intentionally delayed the defensive DTs only to counterattack Nurtio first.
8 drones going down, and he's going for the Nidus Wood now, so no additional reinforcement.
Jesus Christ, all the explosions going off right there.
Does not have the gas to reconstruct another Nidus Worm. His economy is in shambles. Where's that Overseer morphing? 2 Overseers on the way.
Absolutely
now they're
ham
coming from
here.
the top.
And he's where is it? He's still being morphed.
This is brilliant from Showtime, using the DTs offensively like this. I'm so impressed by his calm composure here.
And he is going to hold this like a champion. Additional units come in, the Overseer's here, but it's almost too late. These roaches very low in health, and all you got to do is take these down, and he is going to make one hell of a hold against it.
Showtime.
GG!
Making it happen. Up 2-1 against Nurtio here. With brilliant decision making.
It's just a hot pack.
Players wanting to know exactly what their opponent's up to immediately.
This time around, it's Nurtio trying to block the expansion of Showtime. It's a gateway into Nexus, so it's not going to affect it too much, and Showtime doing a great job here, pulling 2 probes from the main in total to fight off this drone.
Looking for a kill as well, and he is going to get it.
And he gets it. That's so brutal. That has to feel so bad for Nurtio. Being on his last life here, Latin score-wise. Tough situation to be in here. No more scouting for Nurtio. He doesn't know if there's double gas in the main of Showtime, and actually so far there is none.
Zerg lovers, the next game on stream is going to be Solar versus Firecake, and you win a bracket final to decide the grand finalist. One of them will go through, the other will come down to play with the winners, the remaining players in the lower bracket, as we look to get closer towards that grand finals happening a little bit later on. But we do see 3 hatchery now coming in from Nurtio, which has immediately been spotted by Showtime.
Very standard setup here from Nurtio, going into those triple hatcheries without the gas. And Showtime gets the confirmation as well on these gases that there's no early circling speed, there's no early Ravager attack coming in, but 6 circlings in production though. Nurtio looking to put on a little bit of pressure on this natural, with it being so close on this map here.
A good overlord position there from Nurtio, with eyes on his opponent's turf a little bit later on as well. And an overlord just outside the natural, looking at that mineral line and the gases. You can of course go inside the main base if need be. Well, a single adept has been made.
These 6 circlings though, probably not going to accomplish a whole lot, especially with the pylon on the low ground there. Very well placement there by Showtime, and the adept as well. Showtime is just, he's a defensive beast, man. He's not going to take any damage from this.
Takes down 1 of the Zerglings, the other 4 though.
Sneaking in though. Where's the Mothership Core? There's the overcharge. Takes down 1 Zergling, and the second one as well, and these Zerglings are trapped. This investment did nothing. Poor Zerglings. My Zerg heart is breaking them.
6 Zerglings go down, and upon the death of them, the robotics facility's been planted. The first gas is now being built by Nurtio. And the Adept is going to have a look at what Nurtio's up to.
And
by
since
the looks
those
of it.
initial Zerglings died as well, this Adept can actually deal some damage here in the natural mineral line. Gets a full surround though. But some drones are gonna fall.
He's looking for a way out, but unfortunately it's a full surround. And 2 drones go down for the Adept's trouble.
I would have loved to see Showtime stay behind the mineral lines or in between
Jesus
them.
Christ, it's not over yet.
Position in the middle. Not the biggest of deals, but yeah, it could have been even stronger.
3 additional gateways behind this robotics facility. And Nurtio
just taking this over really quick.
Just outside, if he goes up that ramp, he would be able to see exactly what's going on.
These Zerglings still remember their fallen brethren. Don't really want to go too far here. A little bit of pressure on the pylon though. A little bit curious why Showtime wouldn't overcharge. There we go.
There we do. Yes, 2 Zerglings for his trouble. And upon seeing these gateways, surely you've got to be getting a little bit worried.
Absolutely.
No
That's why
gas
Nurtio wisely going for the Overlord Scout, and he sees the robotics here, and that's so important. But he also went for the Roach Warren upon scouting those gateways, and I like that a lot. He will be able to defend any sort of gateway aggression if he does make those Roaches very soon. Also getting Zergling speed here.
And then an Immortal.
An Immortal, interesting. It could be if Nurcho, if Showtime can scare Nurcho right now with this War Prism, then he can force a lot of units to be made. So that's going to hurt Nurcho's economy a lot. And Showtime has actually developed his own economy quite a bit, staying at 44 workers. This is looking like one of those old school Wings of Liberty or Heart of the Swarm 44 worker all-in with Immortals and those gateway units.
The Depths now are going to come inside
Oh
the
my
main base
God.
and have a look around, deal some damage. They see a Roach, a couple of Queens. Two of them split off to the other side.
I'm a little bit
Run.
scared for Showtime though.
Run.
Some very strong units here in Legacy of the Void.
Why
And
is
if
my-
Nurcho at some point gets those gases and stops dronings, taking so
Damn.
much damage though. Seven drones falling.
And an 8-1 goes down there too.
What a bunch of
This is
bullshit.
distracting Nurcho from the fact that Showtime doesn't have a third base on the way, and that's massive at this stage of the game. If Protoss is not expanding right now, does have an Ola though.
Yep.
But he sees the sentries. Is this going to be a little bit of a fake out here as Showtime goes forward with the probe?
Third Immortal, now Snoot. That Warp Prism still alive as
skip
well. The
that,
Overlord
yeah.
is going to get taken out.
Do you think Showtime will just
I'm gonna head out for a bit.
don't
I'm
think
actually gonna head in the Shelton.
So.
I don't
then
think
again,
so.
he has so much gas and it's not really been
Alright,
used
where
as
you
sentries
going?
earlier on without the sentries.
Looking at the
I'm
place
not
and
sure
stuff.
what exactly Showtime is going to spend his resources on.
Oh yeah?
I don't think
Yeah.
this can be a strong attack.
Right, man.
3 more
Hit me up.
Stalkers get warped in. These units
Oh,
very
there's
close
that
to the
though,
force
the
field.
force field
You're
gets
gonna be
the
up?
off. Some of these roaches
Oh
come
yeah,
struggling
I'm
to
gonna
with
stay up
Dolphins
today.
as well.
And now I think
Alright.
Nurture's got to be a little
I'm
bit
not
worried. He's building
here,
10
I'm
drones
probably
though.
just
Spine Crawler's the
outside
only
by the wood pile.
defensive unit he's currently
Alright.
building.
Showtime.
I'll probably
Showtime
stop by.
not taking that third base.
Probably maybe
Has so much
first
gas in
or
the bank, though.
second thing.
So will this 2 bases actually
Okay,
be effective?
I'll see you
I'm
here.
not so sure.
He's got to
Alright,
build
man.
a
Peace
defensive
out.
army, otherwise Showtime's
Peace.
going to run away with this. Nurture now knows exactly what's going on. He sees the rocks being destroyed. He tries to take down the Warp Prism. He misses, unfortunately, but the rocks are down. 3 Immortals and 7 more Adepts. Joy, this force is Showtime looking for a 3-1